Oh, damn.
Now
Day 2, baby.
our teams prepared.
I bet it's going to be a spicy one. Come on.
To review.
Where is Veno dropping?
Figure out what could be better, what didn't go their way.
Where's Veno dropping? That is the question.
Zones, it's not the only feature. It can definitely play a big part here, but these teams and the map
manifesting north zones. No.
Definitely
South zones. Come on. Oh, we're uncon Kappa Kappa. No. Wait, where's Huddy going then? Where's Huddy going?
Kappa Kappa. Now I said contesting.
Okay, we're still okay. Never mind. Savage is still uncon.
They're landing on the thing, yeah? Like on the barrels.
Savage is still uncon. Let's go, baby. Never mind. Where's...
It's gonna be the case, but hold on. Pause that thought, because it looks like...
Veno surprise cons Crime City game 1, bro. Oh, no.
Lone Wolf against the
bro, Veno.
trio from day 1.
Veno putting on a show, man.
Malibuca.
This is only gonna work like once, though. This isn't gonna... They're not gonna keep doing this, I don't think.
Actually challenge Malibuca's point disparity.
I think this only works once. I'm not gonna lie.
They certainly seem like they've been
not Crime, sorry. Lone Wolf. Chat, sorry. It's early in the morning still. We're contesting Lone Wolf. Why do I say Crime City? What do we got? We got double scan, though. That's good. Double scan here is great. Oh, we've gotten good shotguns and meds, bro. Our RNG has been amazing here.
Flixie needs some help. Flixie's falling incredibly low. Ping as well. Half his shields ticked off, but it's Flixie who's under heavy fire.
Oh, Walks goes down. They draw first blood, bro. 3v2. Vico just has not get caught here. Oh, Veno jumps in, though. Veno jumps in. Oh, wait, 1 HP. They're doing so well.
It seems like
they've got him weak. They've got him very weak.
Entirely into Vico and Flixie's direction.
Wait, Malibuca's pretty healthy.
Still taking a moment here.
I think Ping was really weak though. Walks went down, right? Oh, but his glove, she's creeping over though. Group A's coming over.
For Malibuca and Ping.
Group A's coming over. That's the problem.
Now. What is the play? Do they
Damn.
try to escape? Do they fight this? This is going to shake things up. Vico Veno Flixie.
Bro, we got the FNCS sword on. It's so ugly. Such a flex, but so ugly. Oh. Veno gets Malibuca. 3v1.
Moving it to a 3 versus 1. This is the only way for them to win this tournament. To get first place once again and continue the dream of going 4 for 4 this year, winning every single major.
You said they wouldn't. I said they're not going to later, man. I didn't know about game 1, but they're not going to drop here again next game.
But it's more than just
they're not going to be here game 8, I don't think.
It's always going to be about winning, and for Ping, this doesn't look like a winning position.
I don't think we're gonna be here again. Because if they know they're coming and they stall it out, he knows it griefs them. But I guess he just caught him off guard.
This is the time and place to close things out.
Damn.
Because if Ping manages to escape somehow, some way, they're going to just have to revisit.
Hey, I mean, if you guys don't have super bias towards Malibuca, you're loving this, man. This is going to make the finals so much more exciting now. Mali had a 120-point lead, so.
Already marked it. Ping, first to be on the move, and he's scrambling, but just
yes, they 3-3 spawns. Yeah, I know.
So many different directions. It's hard for him to
oh, they capitalized. Full trio down.
Finds the second elimination
well,
to open
we've taken down first. They're not making friends here. The deal's fragging out. Nice.
Kind of anticipating, but to actually see it happen.
Savage getting his elims.
Absurd.
Now this is what I'm talking about, Taco. This is what you want to see. We
saw Skeeter, Toby, Jay Golly, Pig, Tom, Griffin.
Head to head when they were
well, they're making it spicy.
Veno, Vico, Flixie, they said, you know what?
But yeah, I don't think this works next game though, chat.
We globals. We don't want to settle for a second place. We want to settle for that first place, and this was their only option.
Ooh, Twi's lurking.
The question is, we still have 6 total matches to be played out today. Will the trend continue? Will it go back and forth? But for now in game 1, Vico, Veno,
bro, Chap's gonna be pissed.
Noms and Awahalo though, nice little pickup of their drop spot as we switch on over.
What do you think, Chap? Do you think they're gonna drop there again next game? Yes or no?
Moneymaker, they have a player completely.
I think the play made perfect sense this game, but
feeling confident.
If Malibuca expects and just plays to grief, they're both ruined. I don't think Veno's playing to grief Malibuca. He's playing to win. And I think playing to win, you don't go Lone Wolf again. No, yeah. Hey, it worked well, though.
3 versus 1 is always going to be the most favorable outcome. And they want this elimination onto Ricky.
Beams.
Just trying to gather as much surge damage as possible. We saw so many teams, Moneymaker's team, obviously being very open about
Depends on the bus? I don't think it does. I don't think it depends on the bus, no.
Surge damage. It's always going to be difficult. So the sooner you get the start on it, the better.
But I think he could come back later. I could see Venno come back later, though.
See where the zone's pulling. I'm seeing if we got another north zone to start it off, or if it's
God.
you know gonna get shaken up.
Just assume it's the north.
Gotta call Zeke. Be like, yo, Zeke, you gotta stop this, man.
Dude, this is getting insane.
Just kidding.
I mean, this is good for Venno.
And Comeback. This is a trio that they always make it into these major finals. And they do a pretty good job. I mean,
70% of day one damage was from assault rifles. It's actually less than what I. That's actually less than what I thought. I thought it'd be like 80 or 90, bro. I'm surprised 30% of damage being done not with assault rifles.
In qualifying,
there's probably some pistols in there for trading, you know.
So hopefully this time around they have a better shot at it. They are starting off in a rough spot, but you got a whole day to recoup.
Well, look at their 3 kills. Nice.
Yeah, one of you needs to...
Zone again, not too favorable, but their 3 kills, they've got their ult salute, bro. If they pulled zone, they'd be so happy.
As time went on, so... You know, if they have another incredible start today, it could.
Oh yeah, drum gun. You're right. You're right. It's fuck. If the drum gun doesn't count as an AR, that explains that stat. Because Thomas literally did so much damage to the drum gun himself. That's so funny. It was probably the drum gun.
Still the calm before the storm, though, because
the stat yesterday was Thomas HD did more damage with the drum gun than any other player did with any weapon.
Search strategy. They weren't content with trying to play out these bloom battles. They wanted to get up close and personal directly into the action. Only this time,
only team not trading is Sky Scroll and Twi.
Maybe taking a page out of some of those.
Yeah. He's looking like he's about to push this team like crazy, bro. This is an intense fight.
Join him mentality. And
shit, oh, why'd they pan off such an intense fight? It was clearly going to push him.
Method. And when everyone else is doing it, you kind of have to play your own part here.
Chaptini Scree.
Thank you, Jimmy, with the team on 51. 51, thank you, bro.
A little bit of pressure off their back with Tayson, you know, no longer dropping around this side of the map. But at the same time, you can see it as a con if they're unable to find enough damage. The thing is, with the amount of trios that are kind of around this western part of the map, they should have no problems at all finding those tags. It's kind of one of those clusters we spoke about where a lot of trios.
Oh, Chaptini Ski. I mean, they were cons. Yeah, that makes sense.
And, you know, get damage with Storm Surge. So
now we're trading. Now we're uncon. Now we're trading. Hell yeah.
Not many issues yet.
Incredibly rough though for this team. And again, they weren't the only team that encountered their fair share of struggles, but
Jinwoo, thanks, bro.
Chap distinctly someone that so many teams have just constantly been placing in such.
Why do you think Tayson swap drop when they were 11th after day one? Because 11th ain't land, bro.
This kind of competitive landscape to
I think he knows he wasn't making land more cons.
Like, you know, Prime Shxrk, for example, in a surge base.
I mean, he got uncon Kappa, bro. He managed to make them leave.
So these teams, when they're not necessarily able to utilize the full
not Kalen, no. Savage uncons
that they're capable of, teams like Vanya, Marius, and Pixie are then able to just kind of stake their way more consistently in that top end of the leaderboard.
I mean, it's the meta, right? You want to
don't go east. I don't even know what I want to do. I just want to go back max south so we can just get some variety of zone, man.
Kind of the first to act on the new season's meta, how to play it out. They were the ones, you know, stacking up on heals, going for those tags, and not taking those fights up close. Now, you know, it has its pros.
Just like it's an elim, nice.
The least amount of risks that you're able to put yourself into is obviously going to benefit you the most in a 12-game competition.
Oh, Shxrk is down. Shxrk is down with shield, so he got
stats on
full damage.
And walks and how the percent of damage from whether they were using
Shxrk died to full
or shotguns.
Someone definitely shot at his stare and he just fell
heavily to ARs this season.
Hey, we're going northeast again! Yay!
Quarters combat.
Some variety.
We'll see if it actually happens, though.
Still super impressed with the performance that Prodoxy, Pablo, and Chino were able to put on yesterday. The fact that they're currently sitting in that third place position heading into today, despite so many of those zones pulling so far away.
Oh, double launch pad. That's interesting.
Just indicates that.
Nah, it's impossible to sneak up offside. They got such good sight lines.
For how to rotate. And game one yesterday was really the only match that didn't go their way. Every other match, they were able to find themselves in top 10 position. And that kind of consistency is really going to take you the extra mile when you are looking for those opportunities to just stay inside.
JH with the prime?
Top 5, top 7.
I'm curious now how.
Oh yeah, they've left the medallion behind. Train's not taking medallion.
Fourth maybe are gonna perform. The Vanya, Pablo, the Queasy. Now that Malibuca's out of the game with 0 points, how much of that gap is actually going to be closed? They were over what, like.
Best Ever says watched a long time. It's a fun one, man.
From second place, so if all those trios kind of in that top 7. Like
the problem is if Veno takes a quick early fight and ends it, we now have to watch a lot of surge trading because Veno was the one putting on a show.
Such a familiar sight, though, at Rolling Blossoms Farm and the Bermuda Triangle. Classic exchanges right now. Thomas HD continuing to build his way up on the Kinch leaderboard for the damage position.
9,026 damage, bro. But then the ratio. Bro, Cold's ratio yesterday was crazy. Cold keeping a 2.1 ratio, doing over 7,000 damage is insane. Cold put on a clinic yesterday.
Championship, 7th place right now.
That's the scary part for the other teams, man. If Pete plays to his usual standard today and Cold plays that good as he did yesterday, it's going to be a very hard team to beat.
Really good games or kind of mid games? I mean, Levin was talking about they got like third, second, but then the games they didn't make it far in the late game, 19th, 11th, 14th. So hopefully they can kind of get that consistency going here in day 2, but it looks like so far at Demon's Dojo, it's quite silent.
So many teams still trying to just figure out where exactly they want to actually head first. Seti, Cammy, and Hari. You know, there were definitely some expressed frustrations.
Expressed frustrations.
Socials. And it's always going to be an understandable position. You know, us as spectators,
you get Sev as well. So many aggressive fights going on. So many, bro. Calm down, everybody. Whoa, breathe. Chat, breathe.
I know for the players, it can always be a little bit of a sticky situation at times. Still, this is such a seasoned veteran trio, Takada. It's hard-pressed to believe that they wouldn't be able to overcome.
Oh, Damus is alive?
Into that threshold of the leaderboard to find their global championship spot.
Gear's been doing pretty well here. Good day here, and Gearas could make it. Oh, Demon Dojo. We're going past Flooded Frogs, apparently. Oh, no. I mean, are we? No, sorry, Magic Monsters. Are we?
Lands quite south on the map. But despite that, you know, they're still in 10th place. So people are talking about, hey, you know, so many north zones. What are we going to do? I mean, this is almost as south as you can get. Landing, you know, kind of close to Shogun's, not exactly, but they've done a good job. And, you know, once again, a northeast zone, literally opposite side of the map for this trio. But hey, they made it here once again. We'll see how it's affected them in terms of surge and how much damage.
Come on, show us the map. Do it as a meme.
So far,
just show us the map as a meme. Oh, Vico fighting.
But Vico.
Oh, into the toilet.
I don't see. Wait. I think he took the porta potty, right?
Either.
I might have read the name wrong.
Yo, Luke, thanks for 5,000 bits. Useto, Subzag. Gigantified emo, let's go.
They seem to have escaped. No eliminations on the board, so scared me for a moment there. I guess one thing is
Danny the 2-1.
Malibuca Ping and Walks are very familiar with Lone Wolf. Vico has landed there before in the divisional cups, but it wasn't the whole season, right? It was like they were trying out these different spots, so you know they have kind of a bit of a plan.
Oh, there's still a chance they can pull back to Magic Monsters. It's okay. I thought for a second there it might go somewhere else. I was worried.
They haven't practiced it as much as Malibuca's trio, so we'll see how it plays out. But I mean, it's Vico, Veno, Flixie, Taco. They are going to be more than ready enough to get a solid match out of it.
Danny? Let me subs chat. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Remember chat, check. Go to Prime. We're watching without ads. Still got like 16 hours of streams to go today in our long stream. Or 13, I should say.
Find a path around.
That blade looks very ugly. Yeah. Yeah, it's not nice.
Even with Malibuca having been eliminated by Veno's team at the start of this match, they're still going to need.
Oh, we're getting in. We're getting into the vault. Nice. We're getting the black market.
Catch up, or if they want to do it at a super fast rate, because you never know. That element of surprise is gone now. Malibuca is fully.
How's Savage looking? How's Savage looking?
They're aware that they're going to be con most.
We're probably loving these zones. 1,000 above. Nice. Nice.
Vico Veno Flixie literally had the highest match yesterday. The game they won, they had 18 eliminations. It brought them, what, I think they were 14th into like 3rd, something crazy like that. So if they do it one, you know, time again,
go Savage, go.
That Malibuca got taken off spawn, this could be a huge chance to kind of bring themselves closer to that first place spot.
And it pulled absolute max northeast.
tough zone for them as well, having to rotate.
Oh, it's not too far for the next zone, but yeah, it's going northeast.
Right of the map.
We go to dojo, baby.
Eliminations. I saw they eliminated Shxrk in the early game, so that is the trio that's kind of landing south of them now, which means they should be pretty set up here to continue on forwards.
Zone screwing them? It's not great for them, that's for sure. They're fighting the team to their south on the split, so they're getting their early surge and a bunch of loot, but the one problem is their split takes so long to loot, so they're having to rush out of it really quickly.
Everybody wants to see them make it, Takada. Is it a global championship without Savage coming back on the last dance and making his way in? Reason, Vidil, you know that they want that as well.
I had to go and check my audio to make sure I'm not going deaf.
Easy, but
I think he's dotting. Think you, Greg?
Got a lot of catch up to do. Teams like Fortnite, Pablo, and Chino, they're just trying to lock in some of the success that they had yesterday.
I'm back. You West? Think you hungry?
Savage after the whole retirement.
This must be some sort of glitch. I talked about it in my YouTube video last night, man. There is currently some storyline events that are happening on the north and northeast part of the map, and I think it's to do with that.
Still uncontested, even after the drop spot changes from yesterday. So, you know, there's a kind of great opportunity for them with how Vico Venom.
That's Wizzy, nice.
Oh, looking like a decent knock there for Queasy's team. Mrsavage actually gonna be the
Is like Savage's third last dance?
Flixie, Vico.
Is it? Where are we getting that stat from? I feel like this is the Savage never made like a retirement post, bro. He kind of stopped streaming for a little bit to just take the game more seriously, but he didn't retire. I swear this is the first time Savage ever retired. He came back, but would have been his third last dance.
In the area surrounding them, trying to catch them off guard. Noms in a completely separate engagement.
Ooh, Shxrk goes down.
Gonna be on the receiving end of things. Focus,
Nice.
backing up his teammates heavy, and he'll find two in Twy and Noms. But the damage has been done. Focus still a solo here. Avahala Focus in the ultimate stare down. Only
Nice.
Focus has the HP advantage. Another siphon just to guarantee.
You called Last Dance first season Mongrel Nitro? Yeah, that was Mongrel though. Like, what do you mean?
Things down, but they can only wait for so long.
You Cross? That was a reference to playing with Mongrel. Think you Peter?
Lost
Hungry?
two,
Where's she?
found two. Magic Mosses. This is the place you want to be
Damn.
if you're in Storm.
Little 1v3 action.
Now that you lost two of your teammates. Look, on the bright side, at least they picked up like 6 eliminations.
Almost.
So even if this doesn't go their way, you know, it's still a decent amount of points. Vanya, Marius, and Pixie. We saw them win a couple games yesterday. The only trio that won 2 matches. They're more comfortable enough converting these kind of
570, nice, Marius.
Depending on how this zone
Payson
pulls and how they
in the
set
feed as
themselves
well.
up, wouldn't be surprised if we see another one come out from them today.
They've got enough of a high point from this hill face. They can just look back, spray, control teams, prevent
Vico
teams
getting in.
interfering
Mythic
with
collateral with Vico. Bro, I'm loving Vico's confidence, man. He's playing so good this. Oh, so good this grand. Damn. Holy shit. Vico aim training. Oh my god.
It makes total sense.
Does not miss.
Why so many people consider Vico to be one of the best fighters on this region currently.
Damn.
They can put themselves in those situations that are normally incredibly risky to take fights in, but with their fragging power, with
It's awesome to see, man. Especially because Vico was the guy who had the story. I mean, so did Veno. It's so funny that Vico and Veno both had that storyline surrounding them of, like, you know, getting nervous and choking.
First, you know, compared to first place by quite a significant amount. You need that big game, but
So is that, yeah, we pull back towards Brutal Box Towers, which is a little bit nice. Some of the teams pulling from the south, but
Swizzy, Queasy,
hey, I'm not seeing Magic Moss's tree, so I'm happy.
Potentially in a good position if they go edge here and pull it, but a little bit of back.
Who do I root for the most? I don't, man.
Mrsavage has been getting active though, and it's not the only one. For a neck, absolutely deleted though.
I like to watch good Fortnite, man.
Just trying to make sure that they can even posture up before the hype takes later on. We know that that's ultimately.
Muzz, I'm probably most biased towards Muzz, I guess.
Especially with the zone pulling north side, pulling into elevation, Takada.
But yeah, man. According to chat, I dick ride clicks, but then also I'm a Peterbot hater, but then I'm a Peterbot dick rider and I'm a clicks hater. So it's just like, bro, just
not so sure it's gonna stay that way.
Just wait till I compliment someone, bro, and I'm a dick rider. So
another trio like Thomas's, they're just willing to try and take over what they can.
Yeah, I mean, here they're literally just building out into the edge of zone. Because if it does pull back towards them, pull back to this snowy mountain, they will be in prime position with this elevation. So
90 below.
Banking on
Damn.
that happening. And it's also a great position to get those tags now. If it goes
Thomas
far,
below.
a decent rotate.
Interesting.
That's the good part about being elevated. But hopefully, you know, they'll pull it towards them.
#1 edgy fan. Hell yeah.
So far, those teams that are on the water, the kind of staggered ones, Awahalo was a solo, obviously. It's just kind of getting picked on by the rest of the lobby.
Yeah, it's a brutal zone pull with the water there. Just nothing to hide behind. Just straight dead.
Unfortunately for
Still below.
Teams, if you just get
Come on, Thomas. Do what you do.
Behind,
Turn it on, Thomas. Turn it on. Turn it on. There we go.
Up that elevation, Teeny. Reminded that Thomas is above.
Bro, there's see like a bit of variety in the zone. We got like a fucking antenna, mountains, a bit of water. I like it.
Just a couple of
I think the worst part about all the zones pulling magic bosses, they're just boring fucking end games. It's just a flat hill with trees, you know? Need some diversity.
Thomas trying to do what he can, but this team is clearly feeling pressured to try and get some surge.
Oh, we turned it on. Oh, that's a. Oh no, that's big. Big upset for Queasy. No. Well. Oh no, Queasy's gonna be mad.
Still, they find a separate elimination entirely.
He tried to get the chuggy off.
Surviving through all of that is crazy.
This is a huge zone pull for them too. They can literally go on top of those builds from Queasy, knowing he's been eliminated.
Oh, he got
get out free height.
Damn.
Swizzy's gone down. This is perfect for Thomas HD, but
damn.
Terrible for Mrsavage. Now
so bad for Queasy.
Storm Surge taking in both teammates.
They were healthy too, man. They were really healthy.
An elimination here with all odds against him.
Way too many.
Hey, that means Savage is still going, baby. Savage is still going. There he is.
Doesn't even have any shield potions.
Tawina shit on. Oh my god.
Big elimination onto Teeny, and that's the lifeline he needed. Now has an opportunity to find even more surge.
Ooh, Veno on the higher ground. Ooh, island zone though. Island zone endgames are really, really goofy because you can't shoot off the islands.
Vico, Flixie, Veno have just creep their way up onto this high ground.
I don't think they've crept their way up. It looks like they took it by force. I'm seeing a full metal staircase ramp rush. I don't think they snuck on it.
This is interesting. I'm wondering, were they always on height on top of Thomas, or did they end up taking it? But either way, they're in prime position here.
Ooh, Mustache is still going.
I mean, potentially around the island.
Prime position, chat. You know, you could use your prime. No.
But Mrsavage, on the other hand, he's going to pop that chug. He's going to do what he can to tank a bit of Storm Surge, but he should find some options here on the rotate to do damage.
Oh,
Mustache is still doing it, bro. What the fuck?
Instead, catching him out, edits him down, and the floor just melting away from Medius. Nowhere left to run, but Mustache.
10 above, bro. Mustache is doing it, man. 2 elims, and he was 400 below.
He's still got quite a ways.
My man's actually solo clutching from 400 below. And there we go, Shxrk. Thanks for the prime, bro. Yes, 1 sub was worth it.
It's going to be all that much more difficult to actually control the front side of low. They're trying to
and he just died, yep.
On some of the build-up taking place.
I mean, hey, he did better than we expected. Shut up. I'm not cursing a solo who has nothing.
Also in a duo position, Takada, everybody just
I was gassing up before he clutched up too. Why don't we talk about that, huh?
This time around, I do see 2 trios though. Savage being one of them, as they gotta be careful. The whole trio has been cracked. Luckily enough, not a single one has been knocked yet. Demus right beside them, knocking on their door. Full trio as well. As now the focus is, where's this zone gonna pull on?
Thomas got above, nice. Stayed above even after beaming Queasy.
As now these players have to rotate far.
No, it was shambles before that, chat.
Can be crucial.
He was 400 below as a solo, man.
Their current low ground position. They've got a little bit of frontside control. They're just trying to stay ahead.
Thank you, Dreth.
They need a refresh. They're running so low on material.
Where's Veno? Still on height? Is Veno still on height?
And they've also got a fresh trio.
Where's Savage?
Directly above them. Seti, Hari, Cammy. That could be a real threat.
Oh, nice, Vanya.
He's just trying to stay up.
Oh,
yes,
oh my god.
Gonna be the victim
the med missed. No way. Oh my god.
Sure
little IGL clutch. Double chug jug. Yes.
Oh, chug. The double chug will
W.
a couple more placements potentially because the lobby is just clearing out so fast.
Oh, Zoe's pulling though. How can he see? Yeah, I mean, it's much easier in performance mode, but it's still not. It's not great.
almost out of material. 6 build left. It's all on wood. The Chug Jug is going to be popped. Recuperate a bit.
Oh, is Savage popping off? Is Savage popping off?
No.
Where's Savage? Savage Vidal still in it. I see no reason though. They take down Froxy, I think. They do take down Fred. Savage takes down Fred.
Chino left alone. Back a zone, only 33 HP.
Oh, he's dead.
Seconds
No.
away from getting eliminated as he gets stuck and taken
Vico,
down.
Veno, Flixie on the high ground though, man. Big game. Yo, Oatly, let's go. So juicy.
They might not have any more healing resources left on Vico, but it won't matter. All the heavy lifting is being done underneath them.
Oh, Tayson out of Kappa looking good, man. Tayson's first game at Kappa, and he's looking really good.
This team is looking incredibly healthy despite being on the low ground. The zone is
Veno gets another one. Flixie gets another one too.
got a firm grasp of
Yeah,
this
Shxrk is,
side.
yeah, Shxrk's been solo clutching a lot.
Everybody else off, and they are just looking
Shxrk
back.
finally
Defensive
goes
teams
down,
are
man.
breaking through
Solo
the
clutch the
Shxrks,
top 5.
but
Nice.
they're forced to play the defensive walls here. Hxrk just tarping forward, trying to keep tabs on what's taking place above them, though. They gotta be really careful here. They got Karama on their side point.
Nice.
They're just gonna jump right in, but Hxrk gets the exchange. Tayson
Oh, Veno's got to win this, bro.
But Vico, Flixie, Veno, they're the ones who seem to be commandeering heights
Oh,
still.
shit. Zipline. Zipline.
They only had 8 eliminations a second ago.
We're getting fraggy with it, baby. 3v3 though. 13 elim, 16 kill win on the board here.
It turned into 2 duos.
This will be the bingo if we get it. Oh.
Vico drops down. Bam, slam right up to his opponent.
Oh my god, Vico is moving today. Holy shit. Yo, Vico's looking disgusting today. Damn.
Swing and a miss initially there for Vico, but he's
Bro,
still found
very
the
rough
grand
swing for
slam with the
Malibuca.
victory royale
Down on
here
spawn,
in
and then
Game
Veno pulls
7.
that off.
And this is
All right, chat, we'll do
exactly
make it
what they
Vico. If you want
have
some
to do
V-Bucks, type the word
to
Vico in
It's
chat.
one
V-I-C-O.
thing to eliminate
The big
the
Vico,
likes of
baby.
Malibuca
He's
off
popping
spawn.
off.
It's another to then convert that into
I'll check the bingo
winning
board in the
position.
break because we have a
And
lot
by
to tick off the
doing
bingo
so,
board. At the
they are
start,
cutting
when it's
the
a full
gap
board, it's a lot.
significantly for that leaderboard.
This is exactly what we want to see from a top
Damn,
team
bro.
in the EU
If they pull this off, man, if they win this FNCS, I'm going to say it's one of the most impressive wins in the history of Fortnite. Winning with no drop spot is insane. Like, Teeny Misha did it and came third, and that was already impressive, and that was a meta that was designed for this because you had Caches and Surge was way lower. Doing it in this meta is just absurd.
To start day 2 of the Major 2 finals, boys, because that was incredible from Vico, Veno, and
Oh my
Flixie.
gosh.
They had our draw on the floor in the first zone, and then they wrapped things up so beautifully in the endgame 11.
I mean, what a statement. The ultimate statement you can make here to start day 2 of the major finals. If you were gonna land on the first place team and say, we want that smoke, we want it. all
We
day
want
long,
that smoke.
You better come and win.
Thank
that
you, Mid.
shit.
Thank you,
That's what
Gynax.
you
All right,
better
10 more
do.
seconds, chat, and I'll call the giveaway.
I mean, honestly speaking, Minnie, I wasn't expecting this, right? I wasn't expecting them to land directly on Malibuca at all.
Where they land that game, they landed at Lone Wolf, bro. They took the fight to Mali. I don't think they'll go here next game, though. I hope the broadcast talks about it. We'll see. All right, we'll call it there, chat. Thank you, Major, with the T1. Major cracked. The Adsy, Mid.
Although I'm
These
very
guys.
shocked, we almost shouldn't be in a way because they have had experience of this drop.
Hey, let's
spot,
go,
so I've
Roman.
never
Congrats,
landed here
bro.
before. But the way that they rolled through Malibuca's team, who have been landing here in pretty much every single tournament this season, it looked like they were the team that were landing on the on their new drop spot. So, I mean, the way that they did this is unreal, and I like the way that they went about the final elimination as well, just using that scanner
go,
to
Hoops.
find out ping right there, and just that set them up perfectly. The way they played this endgame as well, playing for that island up on height, it was just absolute perfection.
These are your most subs ever? No, last season went crazy, man. We hit 17K last season, man.
A little bit of work in mid game, but wow, that was amazing.
I mean, I feel like I'm watching the Veno Vico Flixie that we all thought was gonna just dominate Major 1, right? You know, the weeks leading into Major 1 finals when they felt unbeatable, unstoppable, those are the vibes they gave me in this game, the way they cleared things out. We know what Veno and Flixie can do, but Vico in this game to close things out was just magnificent.
Vico is moving, bro.
The best fragger in EU is the title he's held for quite a while now, and there's been some different people sort of trying to take him on, right? Different people coming into the fray saying, hey, look,
Hey,
I might
Lucas,
be
the
best
T1.
fragger. It might not be you, Vico. He's trying to shut up all those people today. I mean, the closing moments, just to have that.
Tayson might be
confidence
making
hitting
land.
the
We'll
shots
see, man.
needed.
One game at Uncon Kappa
I mean,
with a
this
second is
team
big.
Is something else. Again, I said yesterday, if they can pull off what they're trying to pull off this weekend, it's going to be one of the greatest performances we've seen in an EU
Nice.
major final. The way this
Think
is
Jazzy?
going is a
Think
different
Shxrk?
turn I weren't expecting, but it's still going on that trajectory if they can continue this form.
And this isn't just a victory royale.
Yeah, they
for
have
Vico,
comments about the
Veno,
North Zones,
and
man,
Queasy.
especially after
The
that
way
one.
they
It's like,
won this has major implications on the leaderboard and on our #1 trio,
I mean-
Malibuca, Ping, and Wox. We'll be talking more about that after this break.
bro, we've got to the point now where it's what? So where was, so that was, so, and then what? This one was like what? It was like Boxcar Mountain, right? So it was like there, yeah? It's looking good. Nice diversity. I'm liking the diversity of zones right now. Thank you, Parker, with the 5 gifted. Thank you, bro. All right, let's check out this. Then we'll check leaderboard. Little Vico reaction. Bro, I love the Mario mousepad, man. It's just... Unfortunately, I can never make one like this because it's so copyright, but... It's not over until I win. The passion, bro. The passion. All right. Ooh. All right. After game number 7, the leaderboard looking very different. Ping Wox Malibuca in first on 432, but Vico, Veno, Flixi in second on 415. Then we got Vanya, Pixie, Marius 351, Chino 338, and Pink 332. So big jump up from Vico. Thomas HD, Swizzy, Chris, Seti, and Akira. Nice. Damn, bro. Looking nice. All right. Check the bingo board. I think I've got a lot of subs to gift. Let's check. Where am I? Where's bingo board? There's bingo. All right. What do we got here? What do we got? So we had... Oh, we had 15 kill. We had 15 kill game. Yup. We had Dice to Fall. That was Shxrk. We had Dice to Surge. Bloody the hell. There's so many. I curse. Okay, fine. I curse someone. Yeah, fine. 1v3. Was that actually 1v3? Because they were both alive at the end. Surprise con, yep. Definitely surprise con, definitely. iDrops game crashed, bruh. Bro, fucking hell, man. Holy shit. Was it actually 1v3 though? Was it a 1v3? Double chug, yeah, we got double chug. I don't think it was a 1v3 though. They literally both, like, there was 2 players alive at the end from both trios. I don't understand how it could possibly be a 1v3. Like, died to Storm, yep, died to Storm, yep. I think that's it. I think that's it. Storm Singers by Savage. Did Savage have Storm Singers, did he? I didn't get to watch, but I'll trust you. All right. That'll do it. So what is that? That is 4, 8, 9. Fucking hell. 45 subs. Bloody hell. Clicks wins? Yeah, Clicks wins a game, bro. Because that used to be like, Clicks didn't win a lot of games before, so it's kind of like mad hype. Now it's like kind of just the norm, bro. Dice to bat. Oh, yeah, we did have the dice to bat. Right, that makes it a nice clean 50 as well. But oh my god, that's a lot of fucking subs, bro. Well, good luck, non-subs. This is for you. All right, dice to bat marked off as well.
Championship Sunday of FNCS Europe.
And then also, I did see, thank you, Andy, thank you, Remaze, and thank you, Luca, with the 10 gifted. How many have you gifted, Luca? That is your first 10 to my channel. Thank you, Luca. I thought so, man. Thanks for the 10 gifted, homie. Appreciate you. Thank you, Gamer, Yappy or Jappy. Thank you, Aqua, Aura, Parker with the 5, Kazi, Jay-Z, Shoro, Lucas with the tier 1. Wait, brand new tier 1 and the 10 gifted. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Insanely generous.
One being for you, Mini Miner. What does this mean for Mali's team? Do you think that they
Vex?
have a bit of a mental block?
It's Lucas. Okay.
The shadow
Lucas. Thank you, bro.
Veno on their backs going forward.
Shadow of Veno on their backs.
After giving them a bit of a wobble, they now just sat in lobby for 25 minutes, having to think through what they need to do next. That's definitely thrown a spanner in the works for them. The big question is now what's going to happen next game, I think, as well. You know, are Vico, Veno, Flixi actually going to go ahead and do that? Are they going to play those mind games? I don't know.
Yo, what's up, Dominic? Morning.
They seem to have it on lock.
This is the beauty of Fortnite, right? Because after yesterday, everyone was going 100-point gap after day 1 is crazy.
Yeah, just tell me what the tweet is.
Just like that, it's all changed, right? 17 points, nothing now going on for the next 5 games. So close. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, do you just keep going there because it works so well in that game? I feel like we just can't predict what
Just say it, chat. It's like 8 words. Why are you saying Veno tweet? Just tell me what he said.
Long, including that game.
I wish you didn't tell me what he said, and I wish I'd never seen that, but here we are.
That's the reality of it. We can trust that whatever they choose to do will be effective.
Well, we've got 5 more
Thank you, Benson, with the
courses
prime
to
for 9.
taste as the day continues, but let's talk about Banyak.
Chat, I don't think Veno's
Marius.
dropping on
Banyak in particular
Malibuca this game. We'll see.
making
We'll see.
hero plays to try and clutch them inside the top 10. I think he managed 12 in that last game, but it's still a blistering start for these guys.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at these guys,
Bro,
and again,
what?
they were a team that I feel like just goes under the radar. It's just a very, very good team.
Game 7 of EU, you needed 2,151 surge for moving. Fuck me. 2,151 damage to avoid surge.
He's gonna shine, and obviously played with Swizzy, finally picked up.
Bro, these motherfuckers are S-tier investors, bro. We are on Wall Street with this bitch. Not even Wall Street anymore. We're in the fucking trenches, man.
But you know, when you have Marius and Pixie alongside, you know, a player like Vanya, you know, they're always destined for great things. How he's
why are you now telling me what he tweeted? I know, we just looked at it.
Going down, and he just managed to just stay alive, clutch out some extra plays.
Surge in the bingo board. No, chat. Someone has to be 2,000 above. So they have to be 2,000 above that threshold.
These important solo clutches can have a big impact because these guys now.
Yeah, that's not how Surge works.
The top end of the leaderboard if they want any chance of
what do we say,
winning this
chat?
FNCS. So those sort of performances are so important.
Chat, that's not what we mean by 2,000 above Surge. We need to see, like, we need to go to someone's POV and they have 2,000 above.
Either way, so they
Or
need
more.
to keep in that top 3.
Tayson, Chris, and Cheeto.
I will make that one
we
easier in
didn't
the
get to
future though,
see
because
much of a big
with people
performance from
trading,
them
getting
yesterday.
2,000
However, their
above this
fortunes did
threshold is
start
like
to
insanity.
improve over the first 6 games.
This was before everyone was
And now
trading.
I feel like we've seen the best from them yet after they switched their drop spot to Kappa mini minor.
Yeah, well, they switched their drop spot midway through yesterday. They found a lot of success now there at Kappa. I think they were uncontested in that game as well, Evan. So a lot, it seems to be going their way right now. And this is the sort of performance that we expect to see from a team like Tayson, Chicho, and Haris.
Maybe
We
Nate.
know how
I mean,
good
that's quite
Chicho
super
and Haris
aggressive.
are. We know how good Tayson can be in these high-pressure situations. We just didn't get to see it for half of yesterday. And now they're sneakily coming up into that top 8. Could they be a
Oh, they're doing like the not all one photo
If they
now.
keep this up, absolutely. Their form since switching to Kappa has been so strong. It sometimes feels wrong, like talking about competitive Fortnite EU, like the top level of it, not mentioning Tayson. So I'm glad to see their team picking up a bit of form, and maybe they will push their way in and call for globals.
This is what we want to see, guys. A hotly contested day 2. So let's head to game 8 now with Taco and Takata.
Thank you, Frankie. Look, to set the stage, there was a 142-point difference.
Thank you, Reflex,
from
to Alpha
Veno's
22.
trio and Malibuca's trio going into game 1 today. Now there's just a 17-point difference after one match. The issue is, Taco, if they keep contesting each other, it might go back and forth.
It could go back and forth, but if we play back the flashbacks from the DIP finals in week 5, that's something that I think Veno is more than willing to stake and wait and like try to, you know, take his chances with in comparison to Malibuca's team. But they had that entire match to sit out.
Thanks, Maris. That does actually sum up 80% of chat right now, so.
Come on, give me an AR, bro. Give me an AR.
I think we might want a shotgun, I'm not gonna lie.
Can't.
I think can't.
Can't. 100% can't.
Yeah.
It's a drop-down reason, so Savage can help us with the toilet.
Oh, he'll drop me.
Can you mark the gun? What gun is
Maybe
it?
you get the
I
gun.
think I have it. He has it, bro.
And Savage gets an auto shotgun, so he just can't help, bro.
Yeah, they have 2 weapons.
Over there.
Got all guns. Flying.
He's dancing, bro. See Andy. GG's.
I just can't catch a break, bro. Literally. Watch the zone pull to the mountain now as well this game.
Yeah.
Flixie, Vika,
Oh, they're actually
they
dropping
are
on him.
here
Oh,
again.
shit,
And
okay.
Lone Wolf, they are not
Okay.
letting up, and
Damn,
Malibuca walks in
Veno's
pink.
actually
They're gonna
dropping
have
here
to
again.
formulate some
I
kind of a
don't
response
know if this is the
because they
strat.
can't
We'll
afford
see.
To watch these guys play out.
Happy to be
Fresh
proven
match
wrong,
without
but I
them.
feel like this is not the
Look at
strat.
the drops.
We'll see.
Flixie lands first. Vico, Veno, they've claimed.
Oh, it's because
the high
RV's
ground
conned,
position
I
here at
think.
Lone Wolf.
Is
They
RV
have that
con? No,
positional
but it's like
advantage.
Flooded's con, but we'll see.
Will they be able
Because
to take this
Gripe's
fight
going
fast
flooded.
enough? Will they get enough
We'll see, we'll
shields?
see. I don't think this is
There's
the
so
play,
many
though.
factors to these early game engagements, but ultimately,
We'll see. I'm expecting
If
a
you put in the
low
work,
point
if you
game
put in
here
the
from
prep,
Veno, but I would love
if
to
you
be
hit your
wrong.
shots,
He
looks
popped me
like both
fancy.
trios
Lucas
right
again
now
with the
are
5-er.
gonna be quite
Tough.
even on shield.
Savage, Benson. Or
all
dessert.
up to
Oxide with
the
15 biddies. Thank you, Oxide.
Oh no. Oh no, that was almost disastrous for Vika, but Malibuca just gonna get the shots off in time. So Vika's going to survive. Malibuca now dropping. Wanted to challenge some of these lower floors.
Oh, wait a second. No, Malibuca's team actually fighting it. I thought Malibuca's team would try and drag it out, but I guess Veno knew that Malibuca would want to try and play to keep on first.
They've got to go on a recovery tour now.
Never mind, this is the play.
Control of the high ground.
Pink
Even
Con,
Malibuca
maybe,
wants
yeah.
to try to escape the mansion.
Oh,
They're
but
gonna have to
Flixie
deal
goes
with
down.
Vico. But Flixie, him having been eliminated now means that
We'll see.
this is a clean 2 versus 2. Blocks trying to deal with Vico and Veno at the same time.
Bro, surely
Applying
Gripe's
way
team
too
pushes
much
over and
pressure.
cleans this, right?
So he'll try to create a little bit of space. Vico and Veno.
Wow,
still
Mally trying to drag it
hunting,
out.
though.
He's first to make Veno
Blocks,
leave.
He just wants to play the quiet game.
I wonder if any of the trios kind of, you know, north of Lone
Because this is
Wolf
why
and the
Lone Wolf
surrounding
fight doesn't
areas are
work,
gonna
man. The
think,
third party.
Is this a good time to, you know, like maybe third party these trios? Is it a option? How long are these fights going to take? It's
Because
all
if
about looking
Malibu was
at
being conned by a
elimination
team
feed,
in
see how
like
it plays out.
15th,
But
then
if you
yeah,
look
you don't
right now,
drag it
you
out
know
because
that
you've
both
got more to
teams
lose
have
than them.
lost
But
the
right
player.
now, you're first and second. Like,
And right now, it looks like Vico Veno actually don't have the superior position. They're going to farm match. They're doing
oh
what
yeah,
they
this
can,
makes
but
grand so exciting.
might even potentially try and bring
Wait.
back Flixie.
Oh, here we go. This is
Even
gonna be
if
a little
they
bit of a
do so,
Kovacs course.
Will they get beamed out the sky? It's kind of forcing them to drop down and be on even ground here.
Mally's gonna
They
try
wanna
and
to
catch
do
him.
whatever possible to stop this.
Mally's
but
trying to catch him.
I think they're gonna get it.
Veno's holding. They don't have the materials to jump in and challenge it.
But they can
Even
go
with
for the. But
Flixie
now they can press to
getting
the res.
knocked,
This is smart
he's
by
fully
Veno.
covered. That's
But
why
I'm
Vico
not
was
sure
carving
why
out in the
Gripe's
first
not
place. He's
pushing.
held out a safety net.
This play from Veno makes so much
Obviously, they
sense
wanna go
if
for
they're
the
not gonna
double
get third
revive.
party. But
Malibuca
why
can't
aren't they?
afford to waste any more time.
Bro, Gripe's just
trying
like
to close
fucking
in.
slowly
It's
taking
still
his
a
time
2
looting.
versus
He's
2
still
scenario.
looting.
Veno nearly getting the better end of Malibuca there, but Vico down to his
Bro,
final
Vico's
ball.
playing
He's
so
going for the
fucking well right now, man.
battle, and he
Vico's
wins it
crazy
out.
right now, bro.
Rocks cannot stop him. Malibuca also about to join his teammate. Another clear wipe. Veno and Flixie are just waiting. Flixie watching
Bro,
his
Gripe's
teammates
still not
essentially bust
pushing.
this one up. Malibuca
Wait, Malibuca the GOAT, bro. What the fuck?
shutting down Vico.
They have to train reses now.
I
Oh,
would
or is
not
Veno
believe
gonna
it had we
push?
not just seen it, Takada. But
Wait, Malibuca's crazy,
Vico
bro.
doesn't actually win. I
Oh.
thought this was all said and done.
Come on, Veno.
Now
Come on,
has
Veno.
to ensure that he takes out Malibuca. They need to play
Come on, Veno.
for the reboots.
Oh shit, bro. Two of the goats going at it right now, man. Spicy ass spawn fight, bro. Oh, and there's Group 8 now. Group 8 comes in.
Indirectly, and Veno
Yeah.
could fall here, but he's still chasing Malibuca.
Yeah.
These guys refusing to budge, but they spent
Veno goes
entirely
down.
too long. It is catastrophe now for
I wish.
teams.
No, I like saying I told
Not
you
even a
so,
single
but
trio comes out winning in this situation. The fight took
That's what I
too
mean.
long. The players in the surrounding area.
to be fair, in Veno's defense though,
Like
if
I was
Flixie didn't go
mentioning, they saw
down,
on
but
the Elim feed that these teams were
L
going back
third
and
party
forth.
chat?
It
What-
wasn't a quick wipe. It's the
Veno died to
perfect
fall. Yeah, he had to try and run
third-party
away, though.
opportunity. It wasn't just one trio.
Vico
it was
cell?
two
How is
different
saying
trios
Vico
that
sold that?
realized this.
what?
What a tragic fall for both Veno and Malibuca's
Hey, makes the tourney
trio.
spicy though.
Scroll,
First
drop
and
in
second,
sky
both
now.
getting very low point
Gonna try and
games,
find
man.
the
Very
other
spicy.
third partying trio, Gripe trying to do what he can to stay up, but Scroll going right into the box. He's got that gold rush effect.
Okay,
Phasing
Vico
his
did
way
whiff at the end there.
in,
Yeah,
but
okay,
no
fair.
knocks connecting yet.
I don't think that's like, I don't know, I guess. It depends how you look at it.
Trios take, the more
Mally's
risky
alive,
the
no? I
situation
mean,
is
if
gonna
Mally
get.
clutches a game out of this, being
This might have just
astounding,
bailed
but
out Malibuca
yeah, I guess it always
entirely, though. Didn't
depends.
actually see
When
him
it comes down
getting
to selling, to
cleaned
me, I
up
always think it's like
in the same fashion as
whoever
Veno
throws
there towards
first.
the end, so he might have even scurried off elsewhere.
It was
Might
on
be able
Vico to
play
try to like
for a
salvage
reboot later on.
the sell after Flixie went down.
Definitely
But
worst
yeah.
case scenario for
Vico
Veno,
definitely could have
but
won it.
High risk, high reward is definitely seeming to be the name of the game as far as those two teams are concerned. I drop Scroll and Sky though. They need to just establish surge the same way that they've been doing. They loved fighting all throughout yesterday. That was how they primarily established their surge and seems to maintain their intention here.
There's a few things.
But it was
to think
Vico
about.
2v1 and Veno both healthy. I know, but Flixie went down was a 3v2, so it's like, I mean, I'm not even trying to shift the blame, bro. It's just off spawns the spicy, man. But if that all gets put on Vico, then I just don't know what to say, man. Like, we're not watching. There's no way we're putting that all on Vico.
A difference of 64 points So if Malibuca goes down here, that's a huge opportunity from second or third, sorry, to 7th, 8th, even just the top 10 in general to close that gap between first and second.
No way, it is actually potentially going south after Savage got caught, bro.
That can make it happen.
Close call there for Glubshy. Nearly found himself eating a tag that was going to be a big problem. Fortunately, it didn't go through. I like this, though, from Sky. Just maintaining the high ground position. Also, making sure to look out, see whether or not teams are trying to join the mix-up that's taking place here at Lone Wolf. But Sky,
I tried it, Bears. I tried it. It was a bad idea.
They were after.
I tried unblocking them.
To re-engage
Mistake, I guess.
is a separate conversation, but Malibuca is still lingering. The
Panzer killed Thomas? Oh no.
Flare, and
Panzer killed Thomas.
Difficult for him to actually work his way out of this POI.
Honestly, Savage should do the same strat as Veno. That's going to be the worst part about this strategy. Is now so many kids, anytime a tier 1 team's con out, kids are going to think that this strategy is like the go-to strat. When, don't get me wrong, it's so cool that it's working, but like,
are able to clear out, and then they can try to make a play.
To pull this off is so hard. It's cool that, like, I guess, yeah, maybe.
To go in zone, go there.
I think Luke is the 5 gifted. Yeah, Pink's conned, I think, chat. I think Pink's getting surprised
While that
con.
plays out, though, we'll look over at Ferdoxy, Chino, and Pablo. Double chugs.
But pulling off this strat is insane, man. That's
Dexy, Artist, and Huddy. This is the trio that I believe originally was going to contest Tayson today.
Oh, it was Akira that ended up fighting Pink, was it?
It's not quite going their way as Artist gets knocked. Now with 3v2.
Some of these teams just getting so disoriented in mix-ups. But Pablo finds a clean shot.
The third time, if Malibuca's going to quick take the fight.
So many elims.
I mean, both of them are already in land. So if both of them are truly going for the Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last, then them dropping Lone Wolf against each other makes sense. Just taking a quick fight and seeing who gets the loot.
Later on, surely this is enough damage to carry them through their mid-game.
Let's go Pablo, let's go Fred.
Surely, right?
Surely.
South zone, baby, let's go.
Seeing what
Variety.
decided to do, it seems like, yeah, Lone Wolf still has 2 trios there, so he's like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Just played the 2v2 instead of stalling it out and rebooting. Nah, the reboot was smart. The reboot forced Veno's team off the roof to come down. Sorry, Malibuca's team off the roof to come down.
I'm wondering if he even has all the cards if he's gonna go for the gold route.
The reboot was definitely the play there.
The issue is, you know, in this meta, the odds of having trios inside of the storm is significantly higher. I mean, even comparing it to last season.
Yeah, the one game Savage. Nice.
With the amount of time spent in
It's literally the first game Savage has died on spawn as well, isn't it? Even while being
really have to be careful when you're rotating through here. You're never safe, but we'll see if Malibuca can make something happen.
Definitely not going to be an easy endeavor. A couple other teams, though. Kudo just stuck. Nowhere left to run. Misha's team finding that elimination leads me to believe.
Didn't they die game 5 or 6? I don't think so.
For Pink and Nebs, considering that they weren't with him.
Damn, spicy grands, bro. Holy shit. Yo, there's a lot of people who hate on Veno, but man,
top right, going to reveal it.
Takes some cojones to pull this off.
Our currently 5th place team, having been freshly eliminated, now means that other teams can try to.
Oh yeah, Razon's having a rough one, bro.
Instead.
We're having a roughie.
Queasy, Swizzy, and Mrsavage, though, they're just focused on their own methods of success.
Damn. We've called them poor, I think, 3 times in 2 tweets.
On con. You know, they don't have a Vico Veno Flixie camp in their vault this time around, so a little less pressure in that sense. Can play more what they have been used to playing throughout the season. And hey, looks like Malibuca got, you know, step 1 of 5.
Yeah, it's definitely Twitter rant chat. We'll take the Twitter rant off after this game for sure.
But now,
Jaden, Bama, Undog, thanks, bro.
Recuperate their shield, their mats, their loot. They're probably gonna have to get a bit of damage. Malibuca already had those eliminations, but even so, having to rotate from Outlaw. You know, the job's not finished.
They're definitely going to have to spend some time looking to build
10 out of 10 rage bait, bro. There's no way kids have already forgot what rage bait means. It's been a thing for like 2 weeks.
It's always going to be difficult, but
I mean, rage bait.
Play for the reboot. You're also letting everybody else in the area know, including teams that may be.
How am I 31 and I know the definition of rage bait better than you?
And Malibuca just trying to get out as quickly as possible. Walks, looking for whatever Queasy can find. They are just so split currently.
What I don't like here is if the opposing trio chooses to take that geyser and find, you know, one of the
Mrsavage's game, I know.
As he walks in the shoreline, all three of them land on him. You know, there's quite a risk.
Yeah, okay, rage baiting. Okay, I heard the term rage bait like 6 months ago, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And now I'm like, I fucking hate it so
It's gonna
much.
be a big game for them. They're the closest to second place, sitting in third. So Vico's already gone. If Malibuca doesn't make out of zone here, this is the trio that has a big opportunity.
5th down, 2nd down.
Actually, with the current
First is a
points,
solo.
including, you know,
Very, very big chance for Venya and
fourth
Pablo to
place
jump up, bro.
alongside Pablo, Ferdoxy, and Chino there. So they're both really close.
They're not looking to have a repeat of what went down, though, in Major 1. They want...
That's the full true. Yeah, but okay, Mali rebooted, but how much loot do they have? We'll see. If he clutches this.
About the Global's position.
We're rebooted now, but how much loot do we have? Or Surge as well. I don't know how much Malibuca did of their Surge, but we'll see.
It is an entirely separate feeling, and that's one that this team is certainly chasing after with all their might.
Looks like Akira for X and Kararma.
Here's a chance to average 36 together. The problem is they're like getting their vibes aren't super great. It's not really the performance, because the performance is like whatever.
Okay, I only see Malibuca, which is slightly concerning, but
Get the Surge, Mali. Get the Surge. We're farming.
teammates are out.
Yo,
It's
this is
just
kind of the strat. My man sat up under here knowing someone would take the launch pad for
get back
Surge
in,
farm.
but, you know, on the other hand,
Mali's
it's
so
giving them a
good,
bit of
man.
damage, which they do need. So to be fair, it's not the worst thing that could happen. This is just not looking good, though.
Days,
to be honest,
6 of the last 9 day 1 leaders have gone on to win FNCS. Wow.
Towards the northern
219
side,
above, though. Not
where the
bad.
elevation is at. Even if
219
they
above
make
is
it
not
in,
horrific,
they still
but-
have to deal with all the struggles that are involved with
Why is this not
scaling up
looted? What the
elevation,
fuck?
Dealing with their material counts.
Why is this just not looted?
Veno's strategy has just set them so far back that even the initial survival, if you want to consider
Fake
that
Surge?
a
Yeah, it
win,
might be.
isn't actually proving to be all that much in their favor, because they are just about to hit the range of placement points, and there's not that many, and they're going to need way more.
Jeffy with 2 on for
You wanna look
6?
at consistent top 5 placements.
Yeah, I mean, I'll basically call that a draw, right? We had 1-0 for Vico Venoflixi and now a 1 for the draw. They both kind of didn't win in this situation. Now, hey, if Malibuca's able to come back, get a decently, you know,
Velo
solid
with the
game,
prime?
even just make it the end game, that actually won't be too bad at all. At least they can continue to kind of increase that gap, but we'll see.
Who's
For the
got Mali
trios
and
inside
Walker
the
playing with
zone,
ping, bro?
Said Haru didn't have that challenge in the early game. They're
Yeah, it's not a
positioned
super
up quite well
far.
to
Oh,
kinda
it's,
pick
no,
off
it's pretty
these teams
south,
who are
actually.
taking on in.
Oh my
We'll
god,
see
this
where
part of
this
the map
next zone does
exists?
end up pulling.
Where are we right now? I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm scared.
I mean, so far, pretty chill.
They can take a few extra
Oh,
ticks
Thomas
of
on the
storm
island. Okay.
if needed. We're also hanging around.
This is great for Tayson. This is
as
so
one
good for
seaport,
Tayson if he has a
so
Surge.
Teams that are having to deal with
Tayson swapped to
rotating
Kappa
over
looking
the
great
water
right now.
with Seti and Cam's
Yo,
position.
we got the big
You
pots.
that leverage
Got the
of
biggies.
holding down the bridge. Thomas on the island with that mythic drum gun. Does
That's
he
harder than
end
it
up eating
looks.
a
Like,
tag?
those tags, when they're
Not if you're
running around
Thomas.
building that far away in a major finals lobby.
What do you want to say about Savage's true vibes? Oh, they're just bad. Like, they're not having a great time, man. So, oh,
I mean, it's Thomas HD.
No.
Malibuca walks, though. This is what they
No.
need. They need to find a surprise. They need to
Oh
find
my
a
God.
refresh. Malibuca hits
Wait
the
a
initial
second.
shot.
Yo, I
Let's
respect this play
get
so
a
much.
knock. He doesn't
What
even
the
go
hell?
down. This could be it, Taco.
This could be huge for Malibuca, but
And we got the
first,
med mist off
they
as
gotta
well.
close
No
out
way we're
for
pulling
next
this off.
team, though. Completely sabotage from where we're currently looking.
And the full finish as well, bro.
Will be fully
Dude, Mali
wiped.
just like, I don't know,
Just
man.
camping the launch pad.
Mali's passion and understanding this game is
By
crazy.
Malibuca, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Wait.
And you have to respect the strategy
Uh,
here. They had to do something to come up with a
um,
little bit of a win after what took place in the early.
You
so
said
what's the ruling on the
diabolical.
Bob
That's the perfect
duplication?
play.
If
I
we
mean,
didn't
you're
do it, but
thinking
someone
of
else
odds
did, can we use them?
Of where trios are gonna end up.
'Cause,
a launch pad in a location
definitely a
like this
gray
for
area.
common rotations is the perfect spot.
Someone duped
And
Bob.
Not only did not a single player
This
get
could be
knocked,
bad.
they were
I don't
able
know
to
if
get
they did
multiple
that or
finishes.
someone
I
else
mean,
did
this
it,
is
or if they're
exactly
using the ones that someone
what we
else
wanted to see
did,
from
but
Malibuca's trio. They are somehow
I think it's whoever did it, right?
managing
Yeah,
to
surely,
slowly
like,
but
you can't
surely turn this game around.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hand still below.
Why has Thomas always got the drum gun? Because Thomas is is one of, if not the best aimers in the world, man. It has been for years. It's just just finding loot, yeah.
On where they're currently seated, a little bit lower down. They're gonna work their way into this next edge of zone, though.
Yeah, I think if you do the Bob duplication, that's got to be bannable for sure. Because it's like when people did the green med jug thing, fizz juice, whatever it was, the one that healed you for white health over time.
Closed into their current position. Double revive will be enough to get eyedrop back into the action, but they're still 5 below.
But yeah, finding a bunch of dupe bobs and using them, I mean, guzzle juice, that's it. Guzzle, I forgot the name of it. Guzzle juice, that's the one. Because when people duplicated the guzzle juice, they got banned. So it's definitely bannable to do it, but I don't think it's bannable to use it after someone else did it. What's up, Grip A? Oh, wait, really, Grip A? Wait, what the fuck? Oh.
1 versus 3, just too aggressive. And he'll be punished for it.
Well, that's not ideal.
Zara and Zengi, likely another team that was also incredibly low on their surge, but now...
Oh, that could be mad drama, Grip A, I'm not going to lie.
Think about it. They're going to try to get some shots off, but with the armored van, it's going to be very difficult, and Skrull still has to deal with all the teams ahead of him at Kappa Kappa.
And they have to, make that rotation.
It was done by accident or intentional, but that's the problem. You got to try and prove that, yeah.
I mean, we're east here, but it's about
why is Rezon hate Grip A? Bro, what are you fucking smoking? What do you mean, why is Rezon hate Grip A? What?
In the zone, finally. 5e lives on the board now, and
what's happening?
Despite getting those eliminations, still only 55 above. But this is honestly more than they could even ask for with the amount of materials and loot that they have. Now it's just about keeping it up. They might not get the best zone position. They might not have a bunch of extra loot, but at least they are in the game.
Might have to use that Memmis grenade sooner rather than later, though. But Walks trying to hold on to it, trying to see if he can punish Peterbor's team.
Peterbor. Bro, I'm still so pissed he didn't just go Rickbot.
Because they needed that surge damage. But Walks now gonna
Peterbor is so much worse than Rickbot.
Just 124 above. They still need to find some form of an elimination refresh. They want the E-Lens.
Bro, Malibuca is still above Surge. This is insane. This is such a big clutch, man. Any points to get out of this game is just crazy.
Elimination, though. That's definitely going to build up a little bit of a buffer zone here.
How have we hit a double reboot over like near Lone Wolf, and we've managed to get above Surge in the highest Surge meta of all time and made our way in healthy?
Might be able to actually punish them once Malibuca's team leaves this.
Bro, he camped double launch pads on his way in Storm to get all that damage. That's so smart.
If you want to try and go on congested side, sometimes it's not possible. They're gonna have to follow through the builds that are already placed and do what they can to make it in. Despite there being
anyone can win a game off Grands with a reboot is Mali? Honestly, probably, yeah.
Queasy and Swiss.
You gotta like play so on the fly to figure out this strat.
Under the bridge almost, but at least they're safe.
What's up, Mind Goblins? Going well, bro. Day 2 is spicy.
Depending on how
Venom is making sure this is a spicy tournament.
Pulls, it might actually work to their advantage, because then they could just look to layer swap.
Duping Bob? No, but they had their surge. What do you mean duping Bob? Getting the surge was the impressive part.
Get stuck on the other side of the waterway.
The double pad camp was crazy.
So many teams starting to really pile up here. Opal, Panzer, and Thomas making the most of this hill face, though. But they want to get a move on. A little bit short on that.
Not too bad, though. Not too bad.
But it gets the job done. Thomas and Panzer.
Mixer.
They've got a
Vanya takes down Walks. Walks goes down. Mally goes down. It's just Ping. Ping's a solo.
Eliminated. Both players down. As Ping is left as a solo now.
Solo Ping got a clutch up.
On him. 91 above. I mean, they were able to get a bit of
Walks tweet he was scroll wheeling a pump and it happens.
Slight amount of placement. But I mean, they've still got good materials. Well, Ping still got
zone pulling north across Shining Span across the water. Bit of spot. Wait, we've ended up north again. How the fuck have we ended up north again? We're going to Demon Dojo again. What the fuck is happening? I thought this was a south zone.
So obviously a solo.
Come on.
They are going to keep shooting at this man. They do not want to let.
How the fuck are we back at Demon Dojo?
Survive these circumstances. Does spot a little bit of loot though.
What do you mean?
Slight saving grace. Swizzy, Queasy, and Mrsavage though have.
I mean, hey, I'll take it though. Bit of a, at least it's a water zone. It's a bit of fun, bit of variety.
They took their opportunity to get that overhead space.
Oh, oh, I thought Queasy slipped.
This is very familiar territory for them, considering that they land at Seaport City, Shining Span right next door, committing a lot of materials here, making sure that they can just have a huge metal lining to peek out from.
This is going to be an impressive rotate if he pulls this one off. I mean, he's got to swim.
This is basically the South Zone at this point.
Catch a player off guard. Could be a massive refresh, but he's
Top 15 with some elims though. Good points to Malibuca. Good points, but
Thomas with the drum gun is going to be able to take him out.
But Thomas was so split from where Panzer and Uppel are at that Uppel
top 15 from that game is still good though.
have the same luck as Thomas.
Ooh.
He has been knocked.
Thomas aim. I mean, the drum is just so good there, man, for the follow up.
If a team can't get the job done, but Thomas, he's not going to be able to jump forward.
Oh, Camiseti and Hari on the high ground. Okay, Polska got him.
So vicious. So many teams having to commit so much material. They just don't have the time to think about where they're headed next. They're just trying to get into the safety of the zone itself. Panzer might be able to build up a couple of placements here.
For the players on the edge here, it's the perfect opportunity to just kind of rain down from above on all the
Panzer down, Panzer down.
that are trying to make their way in, and it's going to be Camiseti and Hari who successfully.
This is a dead game, man. This is a dead game because of the zones.
Prime position
all the way across the water is brutal.
It wouldn't matter to them if it pulled back. It would be honestly perfect with the builds already placed and how difficult they would make it for the trios down below. There's only 9 trios.
Pixie's still going though. Vanya could have a big game here. Fred could too. Fred and Vanya were the two teams leaderboard that have the most to jump up here.
Secondary height position for Doxy, Pablo.
Oh, as I say that though, Vanya down to a duo. Down to a solo.
Make that just Pixie because Vanya has been knocked. Pixie now watching in horror. Can't do anything for his teammates. He might not
be Riley with Brian.
Once he's quick. 3 action times, but Jewel Sangil.
Curse, why are you talking about Froxy? He's not dead.
And Pixie.
Yeah, Fred's front side healthy.
Chug Jug can get him a couple of additional placement spots.
Confirmation bias, chat.
It is a steep rotation, and as a solo, somebody is bound to notice him. He could look for a big pump shot, but it would take.
Yeah, Chino getting a kill. Exactly, popping off, son.
Pull it off, and Height has already noticed. But he sees the knock body.
Oh, Comeback. Comeback doesn't get a top 5 on a shattered zone. I don't know what's going on with Comeback, Blaha, mixing today, man. They must have not been ready to trade this much. I mean, invest this much.
Just keep going more north for Doxy, Chino, Pablo. They're able to knock down one big refresh to allow them to continue on forwards. Camiseti, Hari starting to drop down a little bit here. They could be running low on materials and potentially looking for a refresh, but every trio, every player down below on minimal materials.
Oh, picks down Davis though, a bit of a comeback. Low ground. For Noxy, 120 points today is really good, man. 11 elims. Fred is surging up the leaderboard, man. Wait a second. Froxy is surging up the leaderboard. Baseball bat.
And they're going to be collected victims of where
Tayson's still alive as well. Tayson's had 2 fantastic games.
They might have something
Yo, Tayson is popping off with Kappa Kappa.
To steal this one away.
Audio is stripping me out.
Seti, Cami, and Hari.
There we go.
And Froxy just narrowly peeking out. Pablo doesn't have any.
Picks Damas versus Fred, Chino, and Pablo, and then I think Camiseti and Hari. Yup. Two Polish trios, the Danes. Enemy territory.
Added on for Pablo, Chino, and Froxy. They are making it work. Despite not having any mats to build with Takata, they are still clearing out this low front side. And Pablo,
this is a slow end game here.
Chino, they know we've just got to stay as close to each other as
possible. This game is huge. 12 elims.
They can deal with Pix and Demas. It could be the difference.
Nice. I don't think they get the win here, but maybe a second. More elims in a second is so big.
All the easier for Seti, Kami.
Is Demas a solo? I think it is. I think it's 2v1 on the low grounds. 3v2. I think Cami wins this. The Danes are going to have to clutch so hard.
And they are hunting for Doxy and Pablo down. The advantages are just
Bro, Fred making land would be such a big comeback. A lot of people questioning Fred's ability. Coming off the back of the solo cash cut win a few weeks ago too. Seti jumps all the way down. Wait a second. Seti might have sold. Seti goes down and goes down. Wait, Pablo. Solo clutch Pablo. What? Oh my god, Fred wins that? What the fuck? Yo, Cammy. No, what do we... I have to watch that back, but I'm not sure how we just lost that. Oh no, the 2v3 clutch from low ground. I don't know. Fred wins. Oh my god, Fred's popping off. 3v1. Definitely wasn't a 3v1, but it was a 3v2, that's for sure. Damn. He sprayed his own teammate down? Is that what happened? I want to watch these replays to figure out what that was, but wow. All right, we'll make it Fred chat. If you guys want to win the V-Bucks, type in Fred in chat. Oh boy. That was, yeah. Aussie, you're cursed. How are we saying I'm cursed, bro? You guys like, oh man, you died. Kids, man. Confirmation bias goes crazy. Gas Fred up and they've clutched it up and win the game. That's it. Arkaloo win as well, by the way, baby. Again, I don't think Chino is, but I know Fred and Pablo are using the mouse pad, so I'll fucking take it. 2 out of 3, baby. W.
Kudos, though, to Prodoxys for holding on.
Oh, they did not miss a shot. Fred dropped down low.
Yeah, where was the... Okay, I didn't see the spray out from that angle. Bro, Pablo, 11 HP clutch, man. Big clutch, bro. Big clutch. 17 kill win. With first and second griefing each other. Man, Fred is loving life right now.
No, you don't understand. I don't have plenty after watching that. I don't know how you boys are faring, but oh my gosh, my jaw was on the floor as it has been.
All right, 10 more seconds, chat. I'll call the V-Buck giveaway.
Any lower, but I think I've got a bruise 11-2K because that end game was wild.
I still don't know how that happened. So there's no reason why Cammy, Seti, and Hari should be losing that 3v2. I mean, come on, look.
I will call it there, chat.
Pablo, this game was so crucial for them, right? Because the two top dogs at the top of the leaderboard went down. The two
W dollar,
left
of course.
Open
True.
For that third place team in Chino, Pablo, and Fredoxy to come through. And what a better game to do it, right? They had to win this game to put themselves into contention. And I think this would actually put them into first
Pablo
place
maxed
on
the last shot.
But how do they win that 3v2?
My boys.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely insane. I think it was Seti.
I'm getting my investment because sending these to Denmark was fucking expensive. It was before we had Europe shipping set up, and oh my god, it cost me a lot of money.
For these guys, I mean, Pablo Wingu there at the end has to be said. He was hitting some huge shots.
They're in first now, yeah. I was guessing they would be, man. Big shift on the leaderboard, dude. Yo, Lucas, 30 gifted today, man. Thank you so much, dude. He won the 30 gifted. 13,700, chat. Thank you, man. Oh my god, Lucas. Thank you, bro.
They deserve it if they are going to do it because they've been so consistent all weekend.
I mean, I just would have never thought we'd be going into game 9 of the FNC.
You mean the V-Buck giveaways having a sub? Yeah, man, we don't have sub luck on, bro. Everyone has the same chance of winning, dude. Here we go. Oh, Seti did get sprayed down. Wait, was it sprayed down by Cammy and Hari, or did Fred and Pablo spray him down?
This team might just...
Bro, let's see the max. Let's see the maxi. Let's see the mythic maxi. Oh, it wasn't a maxi. Still a good shot, though. You deflex?
I feel like maybe we need to be sending Vico, Veno, and Flixie down to Moss Meadows.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Veno does like Moss Meadows.
I've got my cup of tea.
That could honestly happen, which is just crazy. Veno's putting on a show, bro. Veno's making it exciting. Ooh. Wait, it could happen. We could have Veno drop on Master now. We'll see. All right, Chino, Pablo, and Fredoxy take first on 4-7-1. Pingwalks Malibuca on second on 4-6-5. Vico, Veno, Flixie with that almost 0-point game. What was it? With that 8-point game. Third on 4-2-3. But Vanya, Pixie, Mario still in the discussion on 409. Swizzy, Queasy, Mustache 379. Spicy finish, man. Oh my god. Veno's griefing. Veno's not griefing, chat. Veno's doing the best he can to win the tournament, dude. That was exciting, dude. Oh my lordy, that was exciting. Again, chat, fucking, I'm just going to go full plug at this point, chat. If you guys want to cop a mouse pad, like I said, Fredoxy and Pablo, my fucking goats, winning that game. Both rocking it. We are back to pretty much all of the designs in stock for most of the regions. I'll put on the US so you guys actually know how much it costs. It's $39.95 US. I know the Australian prices makes it seem mad expensive because the Australian dollar is fucking monopoly money, but $39.95. And we're doing a 15% off sale that ends today, chat. If you buy a mouse pad and use code FNCS at checkout, it's 15% off, but that ends today. We've got a bunch of sick-ass mouse pads. This is the exact one that Fred and Pablo are using. They both asked for the fucking Eternal Harmony, but I'd appreciate it. It's arcaloot.com if you guys want to cop one. That's the link there. Ship Netherlands, we do. All the shipping's on the website, chat. We ship to a bunch of places now as well. If you go to the website, and then you go here. This is all the places we ship to. Many, many countries. Okay, if you want any more details on the mouse pad, it's all on the website. 4mm thick. It's a speed pad. Stitched edges. All the artwork's done by my brother's fiance. But yeah, if you want the exact sizes and all that's all on the website, man. Appreciate you, chat. Thank you. Is Mustache still in Germany? I think so. Yeah, I think they're boot camping. Yeah. Such fair prices. Thanks, man. We've done our best, dude. We've done our best. But yeah, we've got 3 distribution centers as well. So if you order one, it's only going to take a few days. I know that's one of the main differences with our mousepad as well. It's the not using AI art, but it's also the fact that we have the distribution center set up. So it's not a pre-order system, chat. If you order it, it's in the warehouse stocks ready to be sent out. And we ship them out every day or every second day. So usually you'll get it within a few days to a week. We've sold over 3,000 now, and we haven't got a single return. And we're sitting at... How many reviews have we got now? We're sitting at almost 300 5-star reviews now. So you can check our reviews if you want. Very proud. Thank you, Backpacks. The 5 gifted first 5 to my channel. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
To the cinema today because we
multiple tickets to the cinema.
Picture after picture, mini minor, and I've run out of popcorn. I mean, where do we even start with what happened in that last game? Because you can see,
bro, this leaderboard is spicy. I need to get some food soon too. I don't know when to get food, bro. I don't want to miss the off spawns. They're too good. They're too good.
Each other now, and we're definitely surprised by the fact that Pablo, Fredoxy, and Chino are #1. They came from the last chance qualifiers, got Mars Meadow surprisingly uncontested, and now they're just doing everything they can with it to make
nice for Solo. It's a good one, bro.
For global championships and the Blade of Champions.
Big Dig mousepad. I want to work with Dig on something, man. It's just the profit margin's not really big to be able to collab with other people. We're selling them at such a cheap price that we don't have huge profit margins to then offer like, yo, Dig, do one with us and we'll give you like $20 for every mouse packs. We don't make that. Like, you know what I mean?
The off-spawn fight that we were expecting at the beginning of the weekend, but for a lot of our teams,
I would have to raise the price considerably to be able to offer profit margins to other people.
I honestly, this is getting too crazy. This is a 4-host race right now.
Nice, man.
Trio, you have to remember, they're
Big Dick mouse fan. Let's go.
They are behind, but they have an opportunity there because the 2 teams ahead of them at any given point, like we saw last game, can just go down and get very minimal points, right? And so then it becomes a race between them and Pablo's
very tight leaderboard,
right?
chat. Very tight leaderboard.
A game like that where Malibuca and Vico go down, it's gonna get tough. I mean, that game for Malibuca is a bit bittersweet, right? Because they're able to get out of the off-spawn situation after all the third parties came in narrowly.
The last LQs, that is insane. Yeah, Fredoxy qualifying out of LCQ finals. The last team to make grands. And he's in first.
Kept on fighting,
bruh.
And he reboots his team. He gets them back in the game, but from there, I mean, it's just too scuffed. They can't get a foothold on the game, and so they get very minimal points out of it.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but, you know, they did better than Miko Veneflixi, and for them, when they're getting landed on by them, that's all they need to do. They just need to keep bettering them, and that's what they're doing right now. So,
we're organizing at the moment, Moxie, but let me add, I'll DM you later, Moxie.
A little bit more convincing off spawn, I think, winning these fights a little bit quicker.
We are adding Mexican shipping, though, very soon.
Feels like,
like as in like within a week, hopefully.
Malibuca's team,
but I'll reach out to you, Moxie.
Yesterday, the fact that the lowest they placed was an 8th, but now my eyes are on Marius, Pixie, and Vanya Levin, because they seem to have these clutch plays where they manage to just get themselves the highest placement point possible, even when things are going wrong.
Absolutely, and that's what you need. That's what you need in an FNCS win and run, right? Vanya knows that very well when he won
the click street, bro.
He had 2 amazing clutches.
We're farming it, bro. I mean, it's good, dude. I like it.
And that's what you're
getting spicy, man. It makes this shit entertaining.
Catch up with some of the people ahead of them, and they have that ability.
He's just trying to show that he's taller.
Question when you have Marius, Vanya, and Pixie on the same team, but that consistency to keep playing in these end games when some of their top competitors might not be, right? And that's really the problem here. I would like to see more of these end games where it is all 3 of them as a trio, right? We talk about that. They're making it there, but it's a bit too scuffed at times. Maybe 1 or 2 of them still up.
Yeah, and I
Chat,
think
I'm
they
sorry,
might
we've
be in
had
the
to
perfect
block
position
those around
almost
tweeting and
to
Twitter and stuff
sort
because
of
it's just
take
kids are
home this
spamming
FNCS,
like
because
every
they
tweet
were
we've
the
already
team that
seen.
everybody
Like,
was
sorry,
concerned
chat.
about, right? They're the quiet team just outside of that big top 3.
Surely lands on Pablo this time. Oh, I don't know, man. The Master Meadows fight was.
Contest Fred Oxy's team. If these
Yeah, I
guys
don't
can
know.
keep being consistent, keep picking up those placements, they could find themselves with it all to play for in game number 12.
Do you see this as a team that might take risks the same way that the likes of Vico, Veno, and Flixie would mini minor? Do you think they're going to change anything significantly just to try and eke themselves up into that #1 spot?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen for these guys. I think they're going to stick to what they know because it's been working out. And as I mentioned, they're landing.
Yeah, I don't think Veno will land Mars Meadows. We'll see. Maybe later. If Fred keeps pulling ahead, definitely in the back pocket for sure.
Potential and hopefully for them getting more surge. So I don't think they're going to really switch too much up because you have to remember they're in the global spots as well. So it's not like, you know, they're all out going for an FNCS win. They also want to qualify for globals. So the risk might not be worth it.
Vanya's tasted victory before. I wonder how hungry he is for it right now. We're going to head to game number 9, though, because the Battle Bus is ready with Taco and
Chat, I'm not trusting what Veno says he's doing. Because Veno said he's doing lots of things and done other things, but...
wants to be the Blade of Champions wielder, and that is exactly...
All right, Savage conned again.
Here for so
All right, let's see it.
Or not.
Let's see it. But I want to see Veno's off spawn too, so we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Thank you for the subs, well, chat. I'm sorry if I missed them. Link, Abog. Is it Key? Dante? Again, backpacks to 5 gifted. Nyack, Deflex, Lucas. Thank you guys. 1,585 subs is crazy. Veno's going Lone Wolf. Again, chat. Just because Veno says he's doing something doesn't mean he is. I think he's going Lone Wolf as well, but you guys, chat. Veno has said many things this weekend that have turned out to be bait and fake and false and lies and... Don't trust Veno saying what he's doing is what he's actually doing. Thanks for upgrading to tier 2, Lucas. Thank you, Carter, as well.
I think I have it, no?
I'm going twin mag. I'm going twin mag. What's the other thing?
I have twin mag.
Okay, I'm going on red dot then.
Oh!
I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. I'm first down. I think. Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
He has a shotgun there.
That shotgun's gonna...
I don't have anything.
Let's kill him, Alex. Kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go on me. He gotta go on me. He gotta go on me.
Come to me. Come to me.
I'm going. I'm here.
Bro, Savage is having a rough spawn fight, bro.
Please go.
Savage can't grab shit. Oh, it is Malibuca versus Veno.
I'm finishing. You saw resing.
It is Malibuca versus Veno, bro.
I decided I could
See Malibuca just lurking outside the doorway. Vico and Flixie.
Oh, let's see it. Oh! Vico's in. Vico's in. Oh, Veno draws first blood.
With his teammates, and that is one pick already exchanged.
We keep an eye on the feed to see if Savage wins his spawn fight. I think he did.
Tearing through now.
Malibuca.
There's no reason to separate Flixie.
Oh, sorry, chat. My face cam. Too many fucking scenes, bro.
Immediately, the moment he exposes himself, just gets eliminated for it.
Well, there it is. Never mind. You can see it anyway.
Already in favor of Vico.
Veno wins the spawn fight. Oh, shit. Veno wins the spawn fight. Savage and Vidila are a duo. Damn, Veno wins it.
You are after other teams if they were
wow. This is also, again, it is worth mentioning. This is really, really good for Veno's rep as well as far as spawn fighting. Because Veno's spawn fighting rep was in the toilet. What the fuck?
Perfectly.
Let me get back to that thought in a second. Kev!
That's how you gotta
Thank
do
you,
it.
not Kev. Appreciate the 100, bro. 300. I swear you. I don't think you've ever gifted me an amount less than 50 or 100 in one go. Have you? I swear it's always 50s or 100s. Thank you, Kev. 380 subs in my channel now. 100. Chat, if you give a sub by Kev, give my man a big fucking thank you and a W. Hell yeah. Thank you, Kev. I appreciate you, dude.
Eliminated.
That's no ads for all of Grands, the new season, and Pro-Ams. My man's blessing you up.
So we'll see how that plays out, but
Savage is now double cons? Wait, really?
They've been doing.
Wait, what? How he double cons?
And they've definitely had a pretty successful day 2 so far, but obviously they're not going to be
Twi
satisfied.
thirded? Where did Twi drop on the split though?
Again, all of these teams are shooting to actually be the champions of this season. It's not just that global championship.
Zieti and Twice. Where did Twi land though?
But the prize pool differences are
what are we doing, boys? What are we doing?
to come into play.
What are we doing here?
And for
what are we doing?
many of these teams, it's just the pride element too.
It's not even a hype train either. Thank you, Knocker, with 100 gifted, bro. Lucas upgrading to a tier 3. Chat, what are we doing? What are we doing? Is that 14,000?
Only 3 trios make it through.
Thank you, Knocker, with 100 gifted, bro. Fucking me. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? 208 this week, Knocking. Fucking hell, bro. That bug bounty really coming in clutch, eh? I love you, dude. Thank you so much, man.
I mean, this...
I got Fortnite to pay attention to, bro. You're distracting me.
We are on game 9 at 12.
I'm being distracted.
We've seen how much can change in just a...
Oh, cool. Oh, Savages. Shambles.
For something legendary.
But they might be suffering from success if they're
You
not
guys are too good to me.
careful.
Thank you, chat. Every
Remember,
FNCS, man. It blows my fucking mind.
Veno, Vico, and Flixie are able to replicate their Game 7 success. Find that victory.
Where's our hype train? I think it's because we had...
would not be the least bit surprised.
I think it's because we had a hype train so recently, so this one doesn't trigger one. I don't know how hype trains work. No one gives a fuck about them anyway.
Like, you know,
you knock it with a 20, 14,000 subs.
Game 12, first and second is basically between Fortnite and Veno. They just landmass Venos. No one go for it. Bring on a show. Hey, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We'll see what does.
Has first place ever won Grands? I'm guessing you mean has Frodoxy ever won Grands? No. Frodoxy, Pablo, and Chino have not won a Grands before. This will be their first FNCS win. Thank you, Grimble, with the 5. Thank you, Knockin. Appreciate you, man.
Go to.
Chad, as always, I know this money is coming from Knockin himself because he's the GOAT, but Knockin does work for Asarian, so I would like to take the chance to shout them out and show them some love for all their generosity. Shut up, Merits. Chat, if you haven't, please check out Asarian. They do some cool ass shit. Drop maps, loot maps.
Always get a little bit scared.
You can find out every update, who's lying and who's actually being honest with every single weapon that's new. During downtime, I'll be using their stuff, same as always.
Afraid.
They've got a free option, a paid option. Their paid option has actually got a bunch of really cool stuff. I've been paying for it for 2 years now.
But they just wanted the safety.
Definitely worth checking out, though. If you play Fortnite, you play competitive, you care about Fortnite, check out Asarian. They got a bunch of really awesome stuff on the website.
But they're willing to actually
dig Saucy
into it because they want to go for the fight at Hopeful Heights. And Frodoxy creeping up.
Pablo and Bevies, didn't they win? No, Pablo and Bevies have never won, man.
Team nearby.
Pablo and Bevies were a really good team for a while there, but no, they haven't won FNCS before. Oh, here we go, Fred.
Not without playing a part.
Mythic pistol,
looking for some knocks or elims, trying to build up that surge.
You real this one? W Arclid? I know, bro. I'm proud, dude. FNCS win. Bro, this season's been crazy. Fred was one of the 3 when we had the triple Arclid win. Terok, Fred, and Craze in the solo cash cup.
This could be it.
Which really helped a lot.
Shxrk.
But bro, I don't think we've had it. Oh no, we've had. I think OC. We've had it. Yeah, OC. We've had FNCS wins on Arcaloot, but I don't think on EU NA yet.
Light him up. Shxrk immediately knocked. Robin can't even reconsider whether or not.
I mean, Fred's just a nice ass dude, bro. I really like Fred.
On the run, cheating, completely separated from the rest of his team. Also, Frodoxy just chasing him out. HP advantage distinctly in Frodoxy's favor, and so much quicker. And Cheatin just nowhere left to run. Completely edge of the map now. It just feels inevitable.
Oh, nice, Swabby. Thanks, bro. North zone again? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, if I'm cheating, I'm
at this point, it is what it is, man.
I'm throwing all my heals. I'm saying, I'm giving you the least.
Have to respect Savage not landing on it. Well, Fred, like, you gotta remember, Fred literally has coached multiple teams how to play off spawn at his POI, and then just trusted that they're not gonna turn around and con him for it. You know what I mean? Like, Fred's just a good dude.
Like they're set up for.
He's salvating professionally. He's also helped many teams. He's gonna be content. Like he's helped so many teams with their off spawns that he's then gonna verse in Grands if he qualifies, just because they're friends of his. Like he's a nice guy.
Hopeful Heights. That's bound to cause for some adjustments for Cheatin's trio later on. We'll see what Game 10 potentially has in store for them. Scroll.
So I don't get why Fred would con a land spot and why land spot would leave.
They're not.
Because they're in first and third. What do you mean, bro? Why you what? Why you what?
Just one more time, looking for the box fights.
Why are we questioning the results that have led to both teams being in the top 3?
And this is nice for Scroll, iDrop, and Sky because right now there's no third-party involvement, and that's exactly how you want to keep it when you are challenging these other teams directly.
Okay. A little bit of explosive.
What makes Fred such a good off-spawn fighter, though? I don't know, man. You'd have to ask Fred, dude. Just a combination of good mechs, handling the pressure, and really good decision-making, man. A lot of off-spawns is just really quick, smart decision-making.
I feel like the Aura is getting aggressed on, having to play defensive.
Yeah, it's crazy to man. Yeah, it's nuts, dude.
Sky and Scroll, they don't really want to give them a break.
I got 30,000 between Twitch and YouTube, man. Fucking Grand's going crazy.
It's just the result of Scroll, iDrop, and Sky, and landing at Shiny Shao.
Oh, trust me, what
UConn.
Veno's doing
So
right
they're
now
gonna have
without
to
a
make
drop
up
spot
for that
is
surge
absurd,
damage
but
eventually. Prodoxy, Chino, and Pablo. Once they started to depart, though, from Hopeful Heights, countered Dexy. And Dexy just trying to get out. Chino, the huge chunk of his HP.
I think it's Civics.
Finds the final tag. That's going to be a knock. Just running him down entirely. Gotta be wary, though. Prodoxy falling incredibly low.
Do you ever doubt Veno says if he wins?
Backup of
Well,
his teammates. It's all
W
set
Fred,
and
it's a bit of a
done.
funny one for me because
Another
I mean, Veno
fight
did apologize.
going
Veno did
cleanly
apologize,
away
but when I
from
first said
Aussie's
Veno
team,
shouldn't be dropping Lone Wolf during the
they
Div
are
Cup,
making a
my man
statement with
got a bit mad
each of
about it
their
in Twitch chat,
lobbies
and then kids flamed me on
today,
Twitter for
kinda.
disagreeing with him, and then he
really are.
fully agreed
I
with me and
mean,
changed his
not only were
decision.
they
So
confident before, but now
But-
after that clutch,
I am
against
never. I mean, hey, I'm the one who put Veno in my top 10 when everyone said I shouldn't, because I was like, it's fucking Veno. He's got to cook something up and pull something off.
You know, now you can stop now, right? You got 6 eliminations. You're good.
So I can
Go with
definitely
the
say I
rotate, get your
somewhat
max
predicted
cap,
this, but
like,
not to this
the
level.
job's done for now. This is incredible for them, though. They are so set up in terms of points with the elims to just play as safely as they need to, get the best positioning they can. I'm excited to see how this match plays out for them. Thomas, Uppel, and Panzer had a rough game in the last match. They were looking for a good position, but Thomas ended up getting caught.
Yeah, it's a rough grand for Savage, bro. It's a rough grand for Savage.
Kind of split up the trio, and they weren't able to get a lot of points. So we'll see if that changes this time around at Seaport. Got to have your eyes on, you know, where's Queasy at.
But at the end of the day, all Thomas up
Why
on
does Veno have no
Panzer
POI?
really
Why missed the
needs to
season?
do
A bit of a
is
season
maintain
recap.
that
Veno was going
position
Crime City because
inside
Crime
of
City and the
that
train
top
was the
7
best drop on the
threshold
map,
on the
but
leaderboard.
it became too hard to hold down
skirting the
Crime
line,
City and the train. People started taking one of the
Heading into
other,
this
so
lobby.
they ended up leaving it to go
And with
Lone Wolf.
so many teams
Lone
close
Wolf is where
behind,
Malibuca's going though. He expected to try to get Malibuca to leave. Malibuca then started just griefing for it, like he would just take it into a long 50-50. They'd both get third party and dice. They both did terrible. So Veno decided to leave that to go Mars Meadows,
back into Storm.
because
Hope they
no
don't
team that
attract
already
too much
called land
attention
was going
for
Mars
it.
Meadows, because obviously it's only him and Malibuca. And then Frodoxy put up an insane spawn fight at Mars Meadows and just said he wasn't leaving, so Frodoxy ended up claiming Mars Meadows and Veno left. Veno was then going to go the mountain next to Mars Meadows, which he did really well in the Div Cup, but then
Queasy's taking advantage of
Frodoxy wasn't called to Grands because he didn't make it out of groups. So Veno took the gamble and claimed Mars Meadows, but then Frodoxy won the last game of Last Chance, qualifying to Grands. So then he was conned at Mars Meadows, and then he didn't want to go back to the mountain because that would con Savage. That is the full story. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know. It was very weird to see a team with the land spot winning FNCS end up with no drop, but
Oh, they made it over to Shining Span, so Queasy will be brought back into the action.
is he back?
But yeah, with so many teams inside of Seaport itself,
Savage died, yeah.
these guys
I know,
are
bro.
certainly in for a
I know, chat. It's a fucking roughie, man.
launch pad.
We've watched Savage have some rough grands, but
Just a
this is
little
like
bit,
top 3
but
like rough grands.
one
Bro,
positive
this is
I
making the
think to keep in
contested
mind
bird
is
look
it's
good.
usually Swizzy and Mrstash
Like, dude,
who
I'm
are
back
on
to wishing we had
surge damage
contested
duties,
bird. It's
so
we're down
they
that
might not
fucking
have
bad,
lost
man.
as much as what they could have possibly lost in terms of having to play for Queasy's reboot. It is still annoying though when you lose that prime positional advantage. Twy punishing Savage and Vadil. They were looking for a fringe play themselves, trying to get Reason back into the match, and Twy's team, they had to pounce on the opportunity. They've been playing a huge catch-up game for the entire weekend.
Now Demas
Conberg on the mate. That's what I'm saying though. But like,
have only
wait,
made
did they get 8 from Conbird? I swear that was unconbird. No.
They did. They did.
Am I
Get
tripping?
9 eliminations.
Think you
They
bad?
had a
Think you
good
Buster?
game, but
Musty?
They really are
Must be misremembering.
having difficulties. Actually, I'm mistaken. They made it to the top 10 a few times.
I swear they were
When
uncon.
do
They were
perform
uncon. Yeah, I
well,
thought so.
They've gotten fourth, third. But a lot of games, they're also getting eliminated around 20th. So they're kind of just lacking that, you know, consistency of constantly making top 10s, but it's
He created the
balanced out
prime?
enough
Yeah,
to put them in
Condor's
10th going into
season,
this match.
unconning
The
grands.
issue
That's
is
right,
you
yeah.
have top 7
Oh, the
if
8th
you
was
wanna qualify
crazy
for the
impressive,
global
man.
championship,
Panzer
so
put on an absolute
they're gonna
clinic,
have
that
to do
FNCS
a
grands.
little
That was
better for these
crazy.
last few matches.
Panzer's stats were nuts.
And I know in Major 1, these guys were given that, you know, shock the world conclusion because of their 5th place performance with their first time finals appearance as a team. But even if this major doesn't pan out how they would obviously be hoping for, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. Those guys still have such
Did
a
Veno
high
die? No, Veno
skill
won, bro.
ceiling that
Veno
they can
won.
keep trying to push towards. I mean, the coach like Sven behind them. wouldn't be surprised to see them reach that threshold.
Hands of the future. Definitely one of the ones to look out for. Yeah.
Rate.
All right, one sec, chat. Now I'm gonna make my suit. I'm
Teams
waiting for like
Hardy
finally like a
saying
lull
they
when
already
nothing's
know
happening. 1 second.
what it takes to be in those winning positions, and it's going to come a relatively difficult way for them because every other team has the same strategy in mind. We are looking for our surge bases.
There's a lot of them around this side of the map. It's one of those clusters. I mean, we talked about it, minimizing risk, but at the same time, it would be nice to see a little bit more close quarters combat. This is good, though, for Vanya, Marius, and Pixie. They can keep themselves safe, looking for damage when they, you know, see the openings, and even beyond the uncongested side if Zone continues pulling up north. Vico Venoflixie's still at the same spot. They dropped that. They did have Island spawn close to them as well, which is pretty nice.
They didn't really have a reason to leave Lone Wolf considering how the zone pool, but Queasy, Mrsavage, Swizzy possibly in a spot of trouble here, dealing with Trulex and Noah Riley. Health advantage in their favor, though. Trulex not wanting to get stuck between Swizzy, but Rock in a hard place. There's nowhere left for him to run. Trulex will be eliminated. Noah Riley could be next. Swizzy certainly hunting for it. Mrsavage gonna take a moment just to replenish his shields. But with Swizzy and Queasy playing backup, Shxrk is just forced to retreat. Two of the fraggers, though. That's probably who you'd want to be left in a fighting position out of Trulex's team. They could make something big happen here. It could also pose a huge problem if they do find another knocker elimination onto Queasy's team, and Queasy's team, they know better than to stick around for it. They already got what they were after in terms of damage. They want to just start rotating out now because the lobby has started to take notice of what's going down on this mountainside.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. They weren't able to do their normal surge route, so opting to kind of needing to take a fight. It's a good idea to do now before you're in desperation being low on surge. Pablo, Fred, and Chino now in zone. We saw they got those 6 eliminations early on, so they're more than comfortable enough here to not do anything too crazy.
Peony died to Shogun? No, we got the NPC group. All right, we're going to check the bingo board after this because we got some good ones.
It's exactly where they want to be, and they're not caught in the heart of some of the congestion that's actually building inside of Flooded Frogs. So many teams just looking to try and leverage some of the natural landscape. Thomas up on Panzer. Also a little bit
Another north zone. Yeah, it's worth pointing out, chat. I did mark down the north zone. So if you guys just got hit, chat, these are our zones. Yellow is day 1, red is day 2. Feeling really good for Shogun Solitude teams, for sure. They're loving life right now. Loving it.
Teams that have a slightly elevated point of view and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they don't really mind to kind of stay in zone here. They know it's very likely that people rotate through, especially the Magic Mosses area. You can see with the drone shot, the trios that are going to be choosing to do so as well. It is kind of a waiting game for now, though. They even pulled zone. Not bad at all. See them moving around. They're like, hold on a minute. Wait, we already got a base here. We can just kind of take it over, make it ours.
Yo, knock it. Thanks for 10, bro.
From that pull, but
you still going?
This is good.
No complaints, though, either.
Still blessing up? Think you knocking?
A nice spot to be in. Just repurposing.
Think you did?
Some of these pre-existing builds, but some real big powerhouse teams off in the distance that could definitely be held here by Thomas's trio. And Queasy, though, everybody always commends his IGLing, and for good reason. He knows better. He knows that if they try to just white line into zone, they're only going to be.
He said 240 is a win number.
They're going to do a complete
Think you knocking?
Through Magic Mosses. Swizzy does have a couple of med kits on top of the med miss grenade. So the
nice deft up.
Enough to sustain them through.
Hopefully like a few days to a week, bro.
With the damage threshold too. So waiting things out could end up saving them from being eliminated too soon.
This is the last zone that can kind of do that, though. It goes from 1 tick to 2 tick in this zone, and after it, it's going to be 5 tick, the damage that they receive from being inside the storm. So kind of want to start making their way closer and closer to the zone to prepare for that 7th zone when it does start doing 5 damage per second. Thomas, Uppel, and Panzer, though, great job holding on to the base. As it looks like Vico Venoflixi opting to a similar strat.
Yeah, just such a tough spot for Queasy's team because it would look like it was going to be a nice wraparound. They realized too much commotion still coming through Flooded Frogs. We're not going to be able to go that way either. But Veno's team also, the benefits.
Did Peter Bob picked up the Sub-Zero bat yesterday? I think it's because he has the medallion. So the medallion already makes him as fast as his teammates, and the Sub-Zero lets him like jump ahead to start pre-topping.
No success.
The Sub-Zero is also technically safer for full damage because you can pop it after you get chopped, but
between these 3 trios.
I think it's most just because he has the medallion.
Though, they just don't want to be sandwiched. They're not interested in being the middleman for this conversation. They don't necessarily need to fight right now either.
It's quite unfortunate because they literally pulled zone all the way and flooded.
Oh, nice zone pull.
So getting the focus on them is not what you want happening. But they aren't going to choose to kind of elevate themselves yet. They're just going to stay in the builds they already had. Surprised Marius is at 0 metal at this point, having, you know, to not rotate that much throughout the match, but it is the most scarce resource. Just kind of camping to see in case someone goes through the porta potty, but for now they're good.
Marius is just waiting for the green light, holding out that splash. He knows they've got to move ahead of the lobby. And Thomas just doing what Thomas does best with that mythic drum gun.
What's up, Cry?
Spraying and controlling the flow of the teams outside of where they're currently based up. But Panzer, just sliver of HP.
1 HP for Panzer.
To finagle his way back to his team. But this is a troublesome spot. Everybody that was shooting this direction bound to know how incredibly hurt Panzer is. And sure enough, they're not letting up the pressure. Panzer completely dropped now. Seti, Hari, Cammy overtaking the high position that Thomas once had moments ago. But the double revive will at least work out. They've got to get out of this spot, though. They don't want to get caught waiting just one
Bro,
step
it's been
too
such a
long.
like
They're trying to clear out a path
such a fun,
forward.
exciting
They're trying
grants
to
for the top of the
force
leaderboard. I
teams
keep
ahead of
forgetting
them
5
to
spots for
move to
land.
a
I keep forgetting
separate
that.
spot. But everybody just trapped right now in edge of zone.
Yeah, I mean, not only did they lose a good opportunity for or a good position, but also just the opportunity for those tags. For Doxy, Pablo, and Chino, though, luckily enough, don't have to worry as much about that, and even have pulled 8th zone here. This is massive for them. They're going to conserve so many materials.
Great zone pull for Fred. Come on.
Players around them.
They already got 7 kills too, man. They're playing great.
Those hard builds, getting ready for what's to come. Mrsavage, Swizzy, Queasy, though, are below, getting ticked by Surge. Put them
Oh no, one below. Come on. Spin on him.
Shot. Obviously, they want to be above as much as possible, but
probably stop saying that.
Bullet is all it's going to take to stop
Breathe
losing
on
HP here.
A literal single shot. It does seem like they finally managed to find it, but still only 8 above.
8 above. We're chilling.
Now trying to barrel into their builds, but that's the hits that we need, and Mrsavage gonna find 2 back-to-back eliminations. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Why do we just turn around and take it? Like, what?
Going to make it easy for him to.
I don't know how to make this not sound sus, but why do we like not even like what?
And Swizzy, but still a lot of congestion towards this backside of the zone. But with that additional damage, they now feel confident.
Like he just turned, like they just turned the other way. Like why do we just like? I can't make this not sound sus. Why do we not like? What?
Their next position.
Yeah, exactly. As Taco said on the broadcast last year, like why are we taking back shots?
Up above.
Oh!
It's gonna be.
Oh, I thought they died to fall damage then.
Did not take fall damage.
Yo, Veno. Didn't realize Veno was this healthy.
Which is good. Vico Venoflixi, on the other hand, trying to be the first ones here to rotate towards this side. Will they see it as an option to build up?
Back shots onto Queasy.
And keep on building into zone. We've seen them do high takes quite later on in these matches. They're not so focused on doing it early if the zones aren't in their favor. But Mrsavage, Queasy, and Swizzy are going to be the ones that are looking to hold it.
Okay, Mrsavage on a bit of a roll now. 4 eliminations, and he
Come on, Queasy. Oh, don't chop.
In the past couple of minutes.
Then I 12 chucks. I saw, bro. Yeah, bingo. We got a lot of bingo boards to tick off after here, bro.
He gets knocked along the way. Always a bit of a risky maneuver, but Mrsavage, he doesn't care. He knows it's just time to frag out.
Nice.
Queasy too finds Seti on the rotate. That's going to sabotage Poland just a bit here, but Swizzy, if he's not careful...
Who's on the high ground? Who's on the high ground? Queasy died? Yeah.
Yeah. Tag along with Mrsavage.
Commentator curse. Wait, how did I curse that? Wait, what? How are we putting that on me?
How much more do they have to do?
You guys say curse to everything now, bro. It's making it unfunny.
On the low ground, and for Doxy's team, they are based in a pretty set mid layer. Looking down at the front side low, Chicho and Tayson, they might have to deal with
Oh, Vanya, Pixie, Marius. Wait, Fred's still healthy. Veno's in this healthy. Wait, is Veno's healthy? Veno's healthy. Oh my god. Bro, this Grant is a spicy one.
To see if they can claim low for now. A lot
this is fantastic.
That are up and ready to go. Cringe Volko on the side.
Takes down the Davis, still going too. Wait, go. Tayson is popping off. Tayson, this Swizz to Kappa uncon man, he is surging up the leaderboard. I should have picked Tayson yesterday, bro, for the 50 gifted from Solo. Tayson is dominating today.
They are just trailing through this front side low. Chino on the other end of the wall. Chino will manage to escape, but Vico, he is looking for the Elans wherever he can find them.
Apple not looking too hot. I'm kind of rooting for Fred. Man, I'm so happy with so many of these wins at the top of the leaderboard right now.
It's eaten alive. Marius, Pixie, Vanya, though, this is a nice spot to be. They've got the high ground.
This would be good for the Tayson rep.
They are low on mats. They're just trying to spray and prevent any teams from challenging the height takeover.
This could be what, their third win of the weekend? 3 wins, right? Come on, Marius, let's see what we got.
Chops are coming through. They're doing a good job maintaining.
Oh, Fordoxy. Oh, the med miss grenade is big here. That's so much value. Oh my god, there's so much value in this med miss grenade. We're back all to full health.
For a single refresh for a majority of this end game, but now's the time.
Pablo whiffing. What's happening? It's working though. It's working.
Is gonna get knocked down. Nebs falls shortly.
What's like the Vamos of Danish? It's probably like Laka or some shit.
From teammates to enemies.
What's like the Vamos of Danish, chat? Like what's let's go in Danish? I probably cannot pronounce it to save my life.
But Veno,
I was fucking right! I was so close to my guess. What is that? Louder. I'm still sure this is not a real language. There's no way this translates to words. Kom nu?
Flixie Vico, they are just steadily so tightly knit. And for Doxy, could be in a world of trouble here. But Veno, he's just trying to break through. Darm, Demas.
Comnu's not too bad. I can remember that.
Still a trio, but for how much longer?
Oh, Vico, nice.
Flixie, Veno, they chop them down. And that's going to be the first elimination onto Darm. Flixie having been returned 5
teams, 12 players. Come on, Flixie goes down. Fred goes down. Top 5 goes good, but Vico, 7 elims. Double chuggy, baby. No. We have so many meds. Big for Marius, though. Huge for Marius. 3v3. Tayson again. Bro, Tayson's going crazy today. Can Tayson get a land spot if he keeps doing this? I gotta check the leaderboard, bro. Tayson is surging.
6 players. All they need to do is close this off with Pixie.
Oh, Vanya's got such good heal off, though. Vanya got that heal off, baby.
Is going to be enough to win the heal off.
I mean, oh, they're chasing him. Briss is on him. Show us. Broadcast, show us. I don't give a fuck about the tree.
If I don't find this final shot,
why would we? It's fine, whatever. Oh my god, triple chug.
But Vanya, he's managed to find a plethora of whites, another Menmis grenade, another Chug Jug even. Sure, they're just remnants, but it could be the difference maker here.
Tayson, Tayson doesn't. Oh, wait.
He's just trying to find Vanya.
No, that so close. Oh my god, Tayson almost did it. Yo, Tayson's still the fucking goat. I don't care. We were so close to winning that. What? Oh my god, that was so close. What?
That they were able
to capitalize on. Yeah, all right, we've already had Vanya be the giveaway a few times. We've got to make it Tayson, chat. If you want to win some V-Bucks, Tayson. I'm excited to see his leaderboard. I'm going to wait. But I think, is Tayson actually going to maybe make land, bro? He is surging up the leaderboard. I think that's like a 4th, a 3rd, and a 2nd in 3 games or something. He got uncon Kappa and he's just dominating.
He managed to start that heal off. He closed
W.
the gap when Tayson pushed in.
Bro, what a tourney, man. What a day 2. This is going to be a good one.
This is going to shake up the leaderboard.
Thank you, Sola, Nil, Sharpie, Gregson, Callan, Cosmical, MRI, Jax. Wavy, Gabriel, Expo, thanks for subs, chat. Appreciate you. And the follows. Thank you.
Respect to Tayson. You've got to put some respect on Tayson's name for trying to run him down at the end there.
Oh, Tayson almost got it.
That took place here in Game 9. So, Frankie, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got the feeling that Tayson remembered that
this is really messing up my Preds, though.
Major final, and so he was like, oh, yeah. I'm always in those.
I'm always in those.
Fantastic second place for his trio, onwards and upwards for those guys. However, it's more of the same from Marius, Pixie,
all right, 10 more seconds, chat. Type the word Tayson in chat.
Victory Royale.
Control the winner.
I'm not going to question Vanya's hunger ever again.
Yeah, wow. I mean, we talked about it going into that game, how important it is now for them to step up to the plate and really just keep applying that pressure onto that sort of top two that are battling it out right now. And they've just done that with aplomb right there. Really great work from those guys. What I liked about that,
all right, chat, we'll call it there. Thank you for entering.
Individual moments in those highlights was every single teammate, every single player in that trio had an impact. We saw Pixie.
Oh, dudes gets, let's go. He was 1 HP. I know, so close, man.
Or the new movement, I should say. We saw, of course, Marius jumping into the box.
I thought it was like 5 HP. It was 1. Was it literally 1?
And then, of course,
Van, you got the 9 tick? Oh,
5 HP.
second, fourth, second, bro. Go Tayson.
That's what that trio is so good at.
Once again, Miniman are just summing it up perfectly, right? I mean, you look at... No, genuinely though, but it's spot on. They have been so relentlessly good at all having a big
5
impact,
HP, okay.
right? And I think that's one of the things when this team first formed. I think when you looked at, you have 3 big names, 3 talented players. It's like how.
Oh, yeah, the Preds. Wait, did I call the Pred? No, I didn't.
Excellently, but games.
Oh,
like this
Tayson wasn't on there though. No, I'm gonna put Tayson on there then. So who was it? So that means it was Vanya. Oh, yeah, Vanya won. What am I saying?
They are a team again that has to be considered in that.
I put Tayson on the prediction though.
Before the game, I said, look, it's a 4-horse race. These guys are in it with another good game,
right,
and
Tayson
straight away they come through and win the next game. So you love to see it.
Wait. Why have I forgotten Tayson's teammates? Skivvy and Hriss?
Now, Frankie,
or is that who's Chap's playing with? I've actually forgotten who the fuck Tayson's playing with because they switched so many times. It's not Hriss.
You know, of course, we're looking at the race.
No, it is Hriss, but it's not Skivvy. It's Chicho, right? It's Chicho and Hriss? Yeah, Chicho and Hriss, yeah.
A lot of those teams were in
I got there in the end.
It's really heating up in the back.
I got there in the end.
That top 10
I was like, no, Skivvy's with
full of big
Chap.
names you would expect to make it to the Fortnite Global Championships, but we only have 5 spots for our trios tonight.
5 land spots, 5 land spots.
Who is going to be edging ever closer to Leon after this break?
Oh, I'm excited. All right, leaderboard time. Yo, is Tayson actually making a run for LAN? Where is he? I'm fucking blind. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. 6. I am fucking blind. Oh my god, we're making a run for LAN. Tayson's crazy. 2nd, 4th, 8, 3, and 6 elims. We're doing it. We actually didn't have that bad of an end to yesterday either. We actually had a good finish to yesterday. Bro, how the fuck did we get Kappa unconned? How did Tayson roll up to a PY that someone else had and was like, all right, get the fuck out. All right, pussy. Like, why did Honey just leave? Yeah, all right, I gotta make my land real quick. Can you, like, fuck off? Like, what? Why did we leave? I mean, I'm happy, but, like, what the fuck? All right, we got Chino, Pablo, and Feroxy in first at 5-4-3. Vico, Veno, Flixie in second on 5-1-9. Vanya, Pixie, Marius on 5-1-4. And then a bit of a drop down, though. Our top 3. Pretty close, though. This is going to be a very, very exciting finish. Pingwox, Malibuca now in 4th after starting. They started today with a 120-point lead. And in 3 games, they're now 80 points behind. That is an insane swing. I mean, we obviously know why Veno's taken the fight straight to him. But, like, damn. Swizzy now in 5th. Hriss, Thomas, Pink, Seti, and Pix for the top 10. Oh, my top 10 still looks decent. Oh, yeah. Bingo board as well. We got a lot to tick off the bingo board. I'm going to be gassing myself up here. Non-subs, here's your chance. Let's see what we got, chat. There was quite a fair bit here. So we had the Twitter rant for sure. Rezon was, oh boy. Endgame heal off, definitely. 12 gold splashes. Not a double win yet. Emoted on. We had Savage getting danced on. NPC got a kill. Fuck me. This is a lot. I think that's it. Pablo's solo win. You know what? I will give that to Pablo. I will call the solo win from earlier. He wasn't quite a solo, but he was. Yeah. That was crazy. I think that's it. That's it? Beam in the sky for Flixie. Oh, yep. Flixie got fucking fried. Yep. Man, this is just like, man, NA ain't getting any of the gifted subs, but this is all EU. I think that's it. So what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. 1v3? Nah, it wasn't a 1v3, chat. You guys' definition of 1v3 is so odd. I don't understand. I don't know if Fortnite kids can't count, but I don't get what, like... Damon's got an endgame res? I didn't see it, did he? Damon's got the endgame res? Alright, fine. I'll trust you. I didn't see it, but I'll trust you. There's enough of you saying I'll trust you. I'll trust you. I'll trust you. Alright, so that means now it's 10. Another 10, not another 5. Alright, there you go. Thank you, Dem, Massa, Fika. Thanks for the gift, Fika.
Europe Major 2 finals. We have 3 more games before we find out.
Hopefully some of y'all got that who are here.
The Blade of Champions, and it's getting tougher and tougher at the top. So we should take a look at the leaderboard.
WB, oh my god.
In pole position, because this is such an interesting
one. Hey,
one.
almost 2,000 subs in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, you got one, Chris. Let's go, bro.
Level of ferocity.
You are more than welcome, homie. Thanks for watching.
Mini Minor. It's interesting to see Vanya, Pixie, and Marius.
Clicks one. This is a new day, bro.
The reason they're not currently number 1 is because they didn't necessarily have the best day 1. But do you think if they can continue on this trajectory, they'll be challenging for that number 1 spot?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a team that, as we just broke down right there, they have all the ingredients for success. They're just outside of that, you know, sort of top 2, so they're not necessarily going to be focused on by maybe Vico, Veno, Flixie. Who knows, that might change. But yeah, really great stuff from Chino, Pablo, and Fredoxy, who...
How's the last chance team placing first is insane. To be fair, Vanya came 3rd last season, and they were the last team to qual too.
So Vico, Veno, and Flixie, let's talk about these guys. Still sitting in 2nd position. Oh, sorry, let's talk about Chino. Why not? Let's talk about Chino, Pablo, and Fredoxy 11, because, I mean, it's just...
Veno actually could go back to Master. He could.
Fragging movie every single time we watch these guys.
Absolutely. I think the key thing that we have to say about this team now is going into the back end of the tournament. They've been so consistent that really and truly, there isn't going to be something that sort of, you know, becomes a problem for them and stops them from, you know, getting to end
Fred in first? It's crazy, man. Hey, apparently qualifying to EU FNCS in game 3 of last chance is just a blessing.
We were all saying, unless someone lands on them, they're just going to keep on playing these games out. Their surge plan is so ironclad, they're going to keep making it to end games. Similar thing can be said now for Fredoxy. So unless, you know, Veno's Trio, which we obviously know they landed Master Meadows this season, decides, hey, we're going to land on you guys. I think it's going to be hard for anyone to almost overtake them. They're going to keep making it deep into these games.
Well, I feel like the obvious thing to predict would be Vico, Vano, and Flixie. They destroy Malibuca's trio again at Lone Wolf Lair, like they did in game number 9 that we just witnessed.
And
stop.
Then
potentially
the prime
they
dude?
do set their sights on the guys above them, 11. Do you think that could be on the cards?
Yeah, and I have to say, we really...
No, Taco's always been the best Taco. Taco's always been the best Taco as her full branding, but they shown as just Taco for the broadcast.
So quickly. Like, that must have been so demoralizing for Malibuca, Wox, and Ping. And this next game is going to be a...
Oh boy. Being DQ from Middle East FNCS Grand Final, duplicating Bob. When Malibuca does the same thing, nothing happens. I mean, I don't know, like okay, I haven't watched the clip. Fuck it. I hate drama, but this is actually super relevant for the Grands. Are we like deliberately doing it? Because like it can just happen, right? Does this look like he did? Like, did we deliberately do it?
No, there's 2.
Because like it does happen accidentally all the time. Like I've done it accidentally like 3 times.
Now there's 2. You see? He did something against the wall, and now there's 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I'm not gonna try and fucking... I'm not gonna try and... Yeah. I mean, I don't even know, Reed. I actually don't know how you deliberately do it. So yeah, I guess so. But yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see what Epic does, bro.
You said, because if you do think
like I did say earlier, when people used to do this with the guzzle juices, they did get banned. So it's like... The logic is always like, it's a bug in the game. Fortnite, you should fix it. But like, deliberately duplicating stuff has got people banned in the past. So I guess we'll see, bro.
They're comfortable
Damn.
Will they make another change? I don't know.
Remember, if you get the gun...
So if you guys don't play Fortnite, I don't know how it works, but sometimes when you like pick up the water sprite, it duplicates. It does happen accidentally, so I don't know if like, you know what I mean? But I don't know how to do it, so I don't know what to do to make it where it's deliberate, like you're like deliberately doing, you know? Are you Venus?
I didn't see someone. Did you see someone?
No.
I saw someone, but I don't know if he's going here.
If he got banned, could he still go land? Yeah, he would still go land because of his last qual, but we'll see, man. Our game is broken. We're going to ban you for it? No, but okay, it's fine, whatever. That's why I hate talking about bugs, bro.
Contested and can continue kind of with their first place wrath.
Chad, if they vaulted the bobs, then everyone would have complained as well. So it's like, it's a rock and a hard place, man. This is a very, very complex game. Things are bound to break.
And knowing that there is no point multiplier has been a real separating factor here. These
that's what it was, Nibwit. So Tayson switched to Kappa game 4 and 5 yesterday, and that's why. Okay. So Huddy decided to leave today. Okay. Oh, we going back to Lone Wolf. We sticking to Lone Wolf. Oh shit.
Vico, Veno, Flixie, they just continue to try and brute force Lone Wolf away from Malibuca's trio. If they have the same success that they did in Game 9, Takata, it would mean disastrous results potentially for Malibuca's team because everyone else on the leaderboard also starting to play catch-up.
It's like, once again, perfect drop for Vico. Looks like the same for his teammates once again. Last time they were able to finish this fight up quickly. You were mentioning it, but it's easier said than done. That Sentinel shotgun.
Oh, nice loadout for Vico. Oh my god. Vico.
Huge.
Great RNG. Oh, Cam, sorry, Chad, sorry.
They start aggressing.
I might just say,
Vico wants to be
I might say fuck it and not move my camera during the middle of the game, Chad. Who cares? You know what Frankie looks like.
Sentinel can be, but Malibuca, he wants
That's what I'm saying, Rezix. I swear the way Mali's playing this is just, I don't know.
Veno has been doing to his team's odds for wielding that blade of champions. They want to actually get the ball rolling.
Cammy goes down a Troll X.
But if they don't find a conclusion to this fight, it could also mean that third party
even trade.
Overhead.
Even trade.
Even exchange. So far, Vico trying to use the thermite now to break open some builds. Both of these teams incredibly low on materials, haven't really had a chance to farm, but Wox, he might be the first one counted out. Ping.
Oh, Gripe's coming over faster, Chad. Gripe, the third party's coming in quicker, I think.
They're taking too long.
They're taking too long. They're taking too long.
Again, not a single
this is how I thought the first fight would go when Malibuca, and I said it wouldn't work.
I wonder if they're ever going to make that decision after this fight. You know, is it too late? Once the third party's actually
This is how I thought Malibuca would play it when Veno dropped on them the second game. This is how I predicted it would go.
Take this fight.
And both trios with the prime? T1, sorry?
Engage with not a good amount of loot. And so far, it's looking like it's going to be a slow one.
Am I weird for not wanting Fred to win because Savage is in grief like he is? Yes. Yes, you're weird for that. Because it has literally nothing to do with Frodoxy.
So you have to be a little bit.
Bro, Frodoxy literally coached Savage on how to play his PY to help him make grants. Like, why the fuck would you want Fred to do bad because Savage is doing bad?
The third party, sure, they're hovering the vicinity, but they don't feel quite.
You captain with that T1 15, thank you, bro.
Just yet, and for good reason. But Malibuca just continuing to play the stealth game, continuing to try and gather whatever builds he can. Flixie, heavy duress. He's got to bail out. Malibuca trying to cut him off, but Veno, he'll be the
How is Gripe not here? I'm so confused. Why is Gripe not pushing this?
Try to keep Malibuca's team at bay, and Veno also keeping tabs on the surrounding area, fully aware of the fact that
Pete do this to Clicks. If Pete is first place at the end and needs to just make sure Clicks does poorly, yes. Yes, he would. Well, I actually don't know. Probably not. I think Pete has more confidence in his mid-game fighting ability over Clicks compared to the potential RNG of getting outdropped or having bad gun luck. So no, I don't think so.
Fully scouting beside Lone Wolf yet.
I think Pete would just grab the loot off Crime and then instantly push over. Kind of like they did with Acorn, but
just that back and forth.
They would get him much quicker.
Looking to see who can get the bigger trade. Shots come through, nothing connecting.
The problem though is that Veno's team has funneled everybody from Malibuca's into that vault, and with the loot differences, Veno, Vico, Flixie probably gonna have to back off temporarily.
Pete doing a point last season and lost. The day made the same mistake again. Very different scenario, bro. I think a lot of you guys pretend like the scenario is the same in those kind of situations. He's literally at the PY next to Clicks right now.
It's also, like many mentioned, a matter of pride and confidence. You don't want your confidence to start to waver, and if Malibuca's team can't find some kind of winning conversion factor here, it's always going to be
cookies.
It's on the players.
Fortnite's a complex game, man. Fortnite's a complex game.
as they don't want to take that kind of back and forth right on the borderline on the doorway. Both teams just getting.
Hey, I'd rather watch this than people search trading this. I'll take it, man. I'll take a stalemate fight just for the content, but
doing something, even if
definitely not good for either of these teams.
You're constantly farming. You're constantly doing what you can to give yourself that upper hand.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Prodoxy's stocks have been pretty low, though. Fred has not had very high stocks, but now he's won the solo victory cup, and this is helping a lot, too. You know Zrul? I do know Zrul. I love Zrul. He's a great guy.
It's coming soon.
The Lone Wolf Mansion has been absolutely gutted.
He's probably loving life right now with Prodoxy.
Everywhere. Floors just missing all over the place.
Oh, shit. I forgot to fix up the last zone. One sec. Let me put the last zone on there.
Was clearly trying to make use
Dollar
of
sent me an image of it as well.
Walks.
W Dollar.
They know better than to separate. They know that could be the differentiator.
All right, there you go, chat. There is our zones for the last 9 games. Yellow is day 1, red is day 2.
Vico just continuing.
Definitely not feeling like a coincidence.
Venom clearing out even more floor space. They want as many angles as possible before they make this approach. But this fight has been going on forever, Takata, and neither side really getting enough damage. Other teams, even if they don't third party, they're still handling their search strategy. But these guys are going to be...
NA, we'll do NA zones later, chat. NA zones were like 4 on Magic Mosses, but then the other 2 went a little bit different.
Far, or even it can stay
yeah, I think it slays.
Either option.
It's until I don't open. Nah, sorry, man. I don't add
Venom,
for donos, bro.
Flixie have decided, okay, we got to, you know, we already farmed up all we can here. We've done what we could. I guess we got to start, you know...
Holy shit, this is a tall base.
Productive things, so... We'll see how it plays out overall. The fight isn't finished yet, I'm sure. But for Doxy, Chino, and Pablo, though, they have been kind of leaning towards third-partying, hopeful when it gets stuck.
Chino, Pablo, and Prodoxy are one of only 3 teams who haven't been hit by Surge.
Around it is going to be a Surge base.
W investing.
One of just 3 teams that haven't.
We got some Nvidia stocks going, baby.
Surge damage ticks.
Thank you, Darryl, with the Prime.
The reason why too.
Some OG Bitcoins.
Surge-based methods on top of their challenges at Hopeful Heights.
I am Krish. I'm a great grand stream, man. Thanks for asking, dude.
From inside the base, they take matters into their own hands. They're willing to go that extra mile.
Okay, so chat, what ended up happening with the Bermuda Triangle? So when I was growing up, the Bermuda Triangle was like all like mysterious and like, oh my god, boats go in but don't leave. Did technology just improve and we just realized that it's like not special at all and now no one cares? I know we're making jokes about the Bermuda Triangle in Fortnite, but it's not really a thing in real life anymore, right?
Vico and Malibuca's teams are inside of the top 5.
It's still kind of like that? Oh, okay.
Drop an extra couple of spots.
Apparently it's just wind. Wind and pirates. That'll do it.
They don't want it to be close. They want to confidently be inside of that threshold.
Yeah, and I mean, literally...
It's just deep water now? Okay.
At 7th place.
Just got a lot of storms?
I mean, it's not going to feel bad, but it's not going to feel great, right? Like you said.
So, chat, you guys know, Bermuda Triangle is a place in the real world on Earth where it was a triangle where ships would mysteriously just disappear. So it was like very like
off, as always in terms of eliminations. I mean, he's literally leading the pack in the lobby at 38 elims, and second place has 23. So it's not even close for this trio. I mean, it can
Science shows just winds and currents colliding. Oh, cool. Oh, and planes disappearing there too. Yeah.
This whole weekend, different drop spots, constantly looking for third parties, and obviously
Savage pulled zone. Let's go.
Games.
South zone. Savage unconned with the South zone pull. Let's fucking go, baby. The vibes must be amazing.
Just on Savage reason. Who gets got rebooted? You gotta look bottom left reason. You have white boom.
Yeah.
They're ecstatic.
That they're going to be capable of winning out every single event. You have to have that confidence as a player because there are going to be moments where you can't look to cruise. And this is one of them for sure.
Oh my god, it's a full South zone. Oh my god, we're going to Shogun.
Wasn't content with how day 1 worked out for them.
Who's this good for? This is bad for Malibuca and Venom. This is good for Prodoxy, I think.
They were willing to just let Malibuca have his way.
Not good for Vanya.
Looking for
it's kind of okay for Vanya. You can go straight down west, but
those immediate challenges, it's something that
it's not great for Vanya.
A lot of these other teams are probably going to start setting up for Takata because they know if they are.
Hey, I'll take a Shogun endgame, chat. Big ass mountains, ocean. I want some variety, man. Give me some spice.
We are past the halfway point.
Sick of looking at green hills and big ass trees that I'm looking at right fucking now.
You're out.
Never want to see this PY in my life. This is my new Coral Castle, bro. Magic Moss is the new Coral Castle for me.
Shots here on Marius. You don't want to be going out this early. Venya, Pixie, Marius instantly gonna box up, take some shots.
Why would we not third-party Venom Malibuca, but we're gonna straight rush Vanya?
More than just a few
Group A, what are we doing?
Said we don't want to do the AR shots from afar. We want to get up close and personal. Take these fights for Surge. They see the shots come from afar. They see the danger potential.
So confused.
And decide, okay, we got enough for now.
Group A getting lit up from Lone Wolf Lair because Malibuca's team is still in control of that position. And them being forced to reconsider their approach. That's definitely a pretty tough spot to be in. But it's not like they can't circle back through.
Go Queasy. Come on, Queasy.
And Queasy.
My Queasy win prediction has not gone fantastic, but hey.
A relatively volatile day 2. Certainly not the kind of day 2 that we might have anticipated based off how
We can experience color.
Day 1 went for Queasy, Swizzy, and Mrsavage. But the way that some of these teams have made their adjustments, it's been very difficult for these guys to kind of.
Wait, so wait, what was Let's Go again? I gotta remember that.
To be fair,
so it wasn't what I said, it's what you guys said.
Quite similar
it was
to
like
yesterday.
something
If you just take
or something,
they
come
never
something.
won that match. Their placements aren't
So
too
what was
bad.
Let's Go in
The
Danish
8th,
again?
The 5th, the 15th. They're getting.
So I can
those
actually
late
pronounce
games,
that
but
one.
They're missing that big game. We know how often they kind of play for those big matches with the height. So I'm sure we've got this match, another 2 after it. At least one of them. We can hope.
Do you have the visual anymore? Come. I'm gonna splash this. We're gonna run at him now.
Yeah. You take the big or the blob.
The blob.
It's closer? No.
I think they use hands.
Who's in first? For Aussie, man?
Right here, bro.
Yeah, he's using hands. Yeah,
I think he went down, right?
We've been live for 27 hours now, bro.
We can be mad.
There's a different come in the bush.
We're gonna change base, brother.
He killed one. He look.
We can let them fight and then we
I
can.
don't have splash, but I just, you know.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine.
You can just sit in this bush. This is a good position. There's a different team behind, no? No. They're just sitting on top.
Angles.
We could kill one with triple spray easily. Oh, you have still collateral, bro.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's going.
No reason.
It's fine.
Yeah, then we have to fight them. We can't triple spray.
Just wait. Look for void bin, yeah. Just wait and look for void bin. When someone dies, they will go.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think they're literally just spraying their mats out.
We need to look around a bit, see if there's another team trying to
they're
kill
so scared.
Yeah, they found their next target. It's Moneymaker.
Oh, Veno taking the fight against Money.
Struggling a little bit here. Another team potentially pointed into the mix, but Vico, Flixie from overhead, just steadily cornering Moneymaker's trio. Veno now holding down another angle. Vico and Flixie pressuring the front side.
Come on.
Moneymaker
Come on, Vico.
get a little bit isolated, and that's what
It's
Vico's
them, yeah. I think this is the fight. Yeah, this is the fight. Savage. Yeah, this is Savage over here. Savage in the bush watching Veno.
Turn and burn, faded him for 9.
Oh no.
Oh.
Moneymaker had them distracted.
Oh, here goes Savage. Savage coming in. Savage coming in. Savage third party.
Is now completely turned
Oh
against them.
shit.
Savage, Vidil, and Reason now gonna enter the fray.
Money is 500 below with 4 kills. Okay, never mind.
Forced to just
Surge
try
bug.
and escape
I was like,
here.
what?
But Moneymaker.
I was like, in what world?
What a bite back.
When you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Damn, Vico Veno is a duo.
After your teammate goes down.
The Lone Wolf play is not paying off. It's just griefing both of them.
Especially, as you can see now, if Savage takes on the fight with them. But, I don't know. They're just going to be in such shambles after this, even if they get out. Another duo, potentially full trio, also rolling in from the sideline. This is just going to be so tough to get out of. But, I mean, we saw what Malibuca did in the last match as a solo. Even more shambles than Veno and Vico here, so...
Mally took down Seti too. Mally's bringing it back.
This is gonna
well, Mally got the majority of the loot at Lone Wolf.
Savage's team doesn't really want to allow for that to just play out and both teams to kind of disperse. Walks, Malibuca, Ping. They've created a whole world of trouble, though, for Seti
so they
and
watched it in
Cammy.
real time, M. Fisher, and then they put a delay on it before broadcasting it out. That's why you see, like, Levin in my chat when technically he's on stream and stuff.
So where Veno is
Because you don't want to be
struggling,
casting on a
Malibuca
delay, because then it can be
certainly
spoiled
on
for
the
you.
come up. Queasy, Swizzy, and Mrsavage, they could also be in a spot of trouble, but
This is how I saw it playing out earlier today when Veno kept going Lone Wolf. I wonder if he stops now. Because it's like, it's clearly not working now. I don't know.
Move out of here.
Because now Malibuca's dropping down the leaderboard. Like,
the fact that Vico and Veno, as a duo now, sure, it's possibly still a fight that they can take, but even if they get a knock onto...
you Swifty with the prime for 18, think you did?
They're still going to have to deal with Savage or Dylan Reason. That might even be what Reason's trio is waiting for. They're just waiting for this fight to pick up again before they jump in. And
I think he was trying to skill. The thing is he can't. That's what I mean, though, Avi.
Savage finally pulled the zone, though. Let's see what they can do with it. Wouldn't be surprised if they get a big game here.
So we're 2 out of 4.
That's what they're looking for. They need to push themselves back up the leaderboard. So.
I guess, with Veno, you can never count like the 20 bomb, eh? That's kind of like the potential they have.
Moneymaker, the 9, doing
It's a good point
to kind of continue with this fight.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, either
it's crazy. Like, think that's a potential. Like, he could just have a fucking like
looking back at you
150 point game.
It's gonna be tough.
Moneymaker's team's just crouching around. Veno hasn't been spotted just yet, but Moneymaker's gotta be careful. For 9, gonna be the first
scrappy fight, man. 170 below. Come on, Vico. Come on, Vico.
They're gonna have to convert some of these shield attempts into full knocks and eliminations. They want to extend things much longer because they are below the surge threshold.
Oh boy.
At Lone Wolf Lair.
Veno looking very weak. Veno looking dead.
Forcing them into such an awkward situation.
Veno looking dead.
Here
comes Savage again. Savage coming in for round 2. Savage cleaning. Savage cleaning.
It's only Vico left standing, and this leaderboard.
Damn.
That's going to put a big smile onto Malibuca's face if he's watching that elimination feed.
Oh.
And Vico,
Savage
sure
gets
enough,
the finish.
Can't withstand. Reason's team has re-entered the combat.
Oh, and zone pulled down here too.
Moneymakers had started.
Yeah, you called it. They were just waiting for them to take that fight. Capitalized on the situation. Now our second place trio is out of the game.
Savage here just surge, man. He needs surge.
And the whole
oh, Fred's taking a fight. Oh, against Thomas. Some Dane on Dane violence. Up on Panzer just here for the ride.
It was up against Thomas and his team.
Ew, Chino's a rat bitch. Now I want them to lose.
They're just going for back and forths. Do they want to fully commit to this?
I have to commit to my hatred of the rat bitch.
Far away from the zone, so yeah, it looks like they need to 190 below 215.
Oh,
now.
Thomas is the one who committed to this fight. Wait, if Fred gets the drum gun. Oh my god, Fred wins it! Oh my god, Meds, splash, throw splash, Fred! Oh my god, it might have got siphoned. I was shitting my pants, it might have got siphoned. I didn't realize that was his siphon because it took so long to start. Oh my god, that was so close, but we are so healthy now. 5 elims and the loot. Yo, Fred is clutching.
Gino, Pablo, Fredoxy.
Big clutch.
Their work cut out for them here in day 2, but they are delivering in these lobbies.
Bandage, bro. Pop a bandage.
That's a tough
Pop a splash, Fred. Pop a splash.
On the borderline of qualifying to the global championship. Thomas HC, Panzer, and Upbull literally 7th place now. Getting forced to fight, taken out of the game.
Oh, that was a very awkward one. Oh, we took a fight on Frantic here too. Bro, we are fighting for our surge. We are straight up just fighting.
Amazing job getting
Fred FNCS when he's looking great, man.
Not just looking for tags from afar, but actually being able to convert these fights into good amount of damage, full refreshes, and those extra eliminations.
Red 6 kills. I mean, Savage 6 kills still below, but once Savage's kills like off spawn and then like just finishing off weak targets, like.
Options though for Thomas, they were gonna fight whoever it was, whether it was Fredoxy or anybody else.
Think Venom will drop on Fred?
What happens when you find yourself underneath
They're in second, so yeah, maybe. I mean, you can't put it past him, bro. Veno's on a warpath this weekend, man. He's making no kind of friends.
So low, they heard the shields crack, but they want to stay ahead. They don't want to get caught in this swarm of players approaching on the backside of zone. Marius.
If Chino wins this, it'll be another teammate that dropped Pink that went on to win FNCS. That is crazy. Pink might just be like the God Scout, bro.
The fact that they want to make sure that they are maintaining
either God Scout or he just develops really good players.
You can see just how many players are rotating from this side of the zone. Malibuca walks in paying that. It's a tough start. Not having a huge opportunity to, you know, take their original route, get all the loot they're used to, but you can see from the 6 eliminations they've racked up that.
Oh, Mali's doing well.
Refresh that they just picked up now as well. They are more back than ever, and based on the consistency from yesterday,
I have no idea what's happened to Mix and Blaha and Combat though. That's the really weird one for me.
3 almost every single game, so they need that big game today.
Also have to remember how dominant they looked in the low ground while doing so. Sure,
Come on,
the
Pink.
early
Come on,
game
Pink.
Plan was all about surge basing and how accurate they could be.
No,
with
I
those
didn't,
assault
Charinator. I
rifles,
wish I did, bro. I
but the way
picked
they
Mixon.
controlled
I didn't realize
Flexible
Taysom was switching his jobs.
so
Otherwise, I would have actually
consistently.
picked Taysom.
Yesterday's lobbies was definitely impressive. Pink opened up for a peek and instead has to wait for the
What is this
double
zone?
revive.
Outside of Outlaw
Thankfully,
Oasis. What the
actually
hell?
not close enough to be able to actually break through that wall, but it is going to force them to pause for a moment.
This is a weird zone, bro. This one's definitely out of the ordinary.
He's trying to make something big happen here on the low ground. And with the way that his team's been playing all day, it's got to be a massive momentum swing after that last fight. And Savage just added to the tally.
Come on, Fred. Let's go.
One
5
more
elims.
elimination, another one
Oh, it's
also
Savage.
here in Reason.
Damn, wish it wasn't Savage we're
And the
killing, but...
deal left just trying to figure out where to go next. Pablo,
You asked for weird zone? Yeah, I'm loving this. This is great, bro. Bit of variety. I'm glad to see Fred doing well on it, man.
His control of the low ground.
8th zone is going to pull towards the shore as well. You got to think to yourself, is it going to, can it even double pull towards the zone or towards the water? Sorry. Is it worth it to kind of play on the land side here?
Everybody's Preds are so cooked. Yeah.
Storm picks though. See that as a perfect opportunity. Malibuca.
Oh, Mali going up.
elevating themselves.
Mali below surge too.
Needs to have a good performance here. With Thomas HD having gotten eliminated, the one trio that's above them, they cannot afford to go down here. It's their shot to put themselves back in qualifying range for the global championship. As Malibuca's forced to drop down, gets cracked, but he makes it out alive. Just
Oh,
32
Wox
above, though.
still looking pretty
They
healthy
define
though.
damage.
Pink following suit though, and Pink is incredibly low, just behind Wax, Malibuca, and Pink. He's not careful. Wax could be looking for the closing blow, but it won't come to fruition just yet. Malibuca.
Oh,
Pink,
Vanya
Wax
Pixie is a duo.
now gonna just
Fred so
try
far
to
holding up the best.
run
Is
forward.
Tayson still going too? Tayson locking in the land call, maybe, bro.
They've been spotted and focused by the lobby. Cruel as ever for Doxy, Chino, and Pablo. on the
Tayson
other
doing really
hand.
well.
Very nice position. Just looking back and spraying other teams on low ground. Trying to wait for a created opportunity, possibly. And Wax, Malibuca, they've been so pressured.
They've been in this game Lone Wolf again, man, but it didn't work too well for him. Malibuca's dragging out the Lone Wolf fight, which is going bad for Veno and good for Malibuca, it looks like.
The lobby isn't thinning out as quickly as it needs to be for them to stop being threatened by it, but it's going to be a big opportunity.
So there's 5 spots for land, chat. So if Veno and Malibuca both get top 5, it rolls down to top 7.
Up above, we said they needed that big match. Can they make it a reality here? Pixie Vanya left as a duo. One
6
of the top
builds, no
contending
shield.
teams to take home this whole tournament. They need to get at least a decent amount of points. They don't need to win this match. They just need to stay up as long as possible. At least use up all their materials. But a refresh here is truly what they're looking for.
I'm excited to see the kin stats of Fred's team.
Oh, the bush wasn't enough to fully conceal. Vanya pays the price. Pixie
Cheating's there
forced to
too.
separate now. Maybe hoping, optimistic for a drop from either Cheating or Robin that he might be able to get a straight tag onto someone for a refresh, but as a
Pablo with the 5
solo
elims
in the
right now,
low
though.
ground,
Nice.
It's always gonna get messy. Pablo, Chino, and Ferdoxy, though, they've started to elevate themselves just steadily higher. Still not in control of height, so that's gonna belong to Swizzy, Mrsavage, and Queasy. But if they can work their way through this mid ground, and they might be able to just take over and make something
64 above, though, Malibuca.
Doing a great
Never
job.
mind.
This is what we love to
No
see
more
from
surge.
King Walks and
30
Malibuca.
alive.
Their chemistry was at an all-time high yesterday. Can they continue that forwards? As Pablo is running into a bit of a panic here. He's lost Ferdoxy.
Ferdoxy goes down.
With Chino. They need to clutch out as many points as possible.
12 alive, 12
Although
teams.
Vanya's trio is incredibly
Nice.
low, they still have to put on a performance.
Finally
and
get the
even that
cone.
refresh that they need. The chase goes into zone.
Oh, what?
The shot is not able to connect.
No.
He might have just trapped himself. He goes down.
23
On the
bills.
hunt,
He had
leaving
meds,
Chino
but
alone.
storm sickness.
There weren't any
No.
other options, though. He just needed to break
I'm not gonna
through.
lie, that was a bit of a
Chino
sell.
Now is a solo.
I didn't know they had
Every
storm
placement
sickness,
counts.
active storm sickness. We
He's
can't be
trying to
wrapping into
build
storm.
as much of a lead as possible, but he knows
Just
there's
lost
so many
focus.
teams
Come on,
that
Chino,
are
what do you got,
swarming around
son?
His current location. And Chino down to his final build. He's just trying to play backside. He's
Payson just went down as well.
praying
This
that
zone is
somebody
really
runs out
messing up
of
our big
illusion.
teams.
Come on,
Nice.
Sandy.
Go, Chino.
Picks up where he last left
Oh,
off.
he gets the
Sandy
bob.
will
Siphon.
finally be eliminated here, but Chino.
Nice, Chino.
Has to just keep it pushing. He doesn't have a chance to really sit back and wait. Finally going to be able to utilize that.
Come on,
water
Chino.
spike, but
9 builds, 4 wood though.
trying to stay hidden for as long as possible.
Walks goes down now. Malibuca's solo as well. Bro, a lot of our big teams struggling with his zone.
Doesn't fully take the fight yet. Just 4 builds remaining as he runs lower and lower.
Double solo clutch.
Now find these players that are staggered. But
Oh, Malibuca takes down Focus.
That is a huge refresh now with the siphon mats. He can get a little further, but with the full trios looking back, it's just making it
Swizzy getting a lot of elims. Damon's still going too. Bro, they're both clutching. Chino got a top 5 out of this. Bro, Malibuca, he misses. No. Chino misses the big shot. Denying the points there for Malibuca would have been big, but what a good solo clutch by Chino. Beautiful plays by Chino. Come on, Queasy win. Come on. Been too long without one. Mustache and Queasy's a duo though. Swizzy goes down. Oh, Pix and Damus getting the res. They got the res. They're a full trio. No way. The 12th zone res. That's bad for Mustache. Wait, Pix, Dom, and Damus clutching hard.
He's going to be forced to pause. It's up to Queasy, but
Oh.
from behind, Cringe could cause a serious issue, and Mustache loses track of what's
Oh,
in front of
Queasy
him,
with the
but
beams.
Queasy up above,
Get him,
he's
Queasy.
made sure to maintain height down to his
Come on,
final 2
Queasy.
builds. He'll be forced to drop
Oh.
and join the rest
Oh
of
my
the
God,
row.
Queasy.
Dog's gonna fall.
Oh my God,
Queasy can do
Queasy.
it. He needs to just get this
No,
final shot.
damn, the old man almost had it.
Save
Oh my God, Queasy still got it. Holy shit. No, if he had some more builds. Damn, Queasy with the disgusting flick shot.
Close.
So close.
Incredibly close.
Oh, what a
Queasy has
game,
been
bro. What a
playing
game.
So well, to be honest, throughout the day, they've been getting to those top 10s, but
All right, chat, we'll make this one Queasy. Only because Queasy popped off. All right, chat. V-Buck giveaway Queasy. W clutch, man. Hey, shout out to Chino getting the 5th there, too. Wow. One second, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. So I need to. Make sure you spell it right, chat. Yeah, you guys spell it right. Sweet. One second.
In those last moments of the end game, they've got in 4th twice today.
That in-game res to clutch the win.
And now they've secured that victory royale. They were not in qualifying range to the global championship going into this match, but now I can almost guarantee that they put themselves in a spot to do so. Frankie, that was insane.
That was absolutely insane. Pixstar and Demas, listen, we love having them in a major final. I've been slightly disappointed to not see them on form so far, but now they come and make a moment we won't forget. Queasy in that 1v3 tried his hardest. It was so close, but you've got to give it to the Polish boys, Mini-Miner. They delivered.
Yeah, really nice day too for these guys so far. I mean, you know, going into this FNCS, so much expectation on their shoulders. People were talking about top 3s, people were talking about wins, but they're clawing back into it after a really rough start, and that's what a great team will do. Now they're going to be higher up in the standings. Of course, now their scope's going to be more focused on that global championship spot, but this is a team that we haven't really seen too much of over the weekend 11, but for today, they've been doing really good.
Yeah, look, they've been sort of petering them around that line of the top 10, right? And so, like,
all right, 10 more seconds, chat. We'll call the giveaway.
You mentioned that game catapults you into a position to now compete for a global spot, which I think many people expected them to be doing for more of this weekend. And it's better late than never, I guess.
Right, 50 gifts on the line chat for EU and NA, who I think would jump up the most. And I picked Blaha again because I thought there's just no way they have 2 bad days. I should have picked Pix, man. I should have picked Pix.
An absolute animal towards the
I'll
end
call a
of that
giveaway there.
fight.
Oh, Pred, sorry, yep.
Hit on Dom was just mental.
Did I have
Like,
Pix on the Pred? No, I
was
didn't, so
expecting
it's
that
Queasy.
But Pix does well there. He has the edit, the composure, gets the job done. Finally, good to see this team making more of an impact in this lobby for sure.
It was
I doubled down. I know I doubled down on my bad Pred.
Hey,
you mark the rings?
My green screen, my background nearly
You Fortnite, MX, Harvey, Fear, Niels, Diego, Star Wars, Swifty, Brazil with the 500 biddies.
We're going to head to the break. When we come back, we've just got 2
There's 1,000 biddies, Brazil. I live in Bermuda and nothing happens. It's just a myth for tourists now. Oh, there you go, Brazil. There's 1,000 biddies, bro. Good vibes, kills, exotics, again, Dara, Emos. Thanks, sub chat. Appreciate y'all. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right, let's look at our leaderboard, chat. Let's look at our leaderboard. We have, going into the last 2 games, ooh, Chino, Fred, and Pablo. Nice little lead building here. Not a big lead, though. 65 points for a win. Each of them is 4. This is not a comfortable lead, but as long as Veno keeps making aggressive plays on Malibuca. But If Veno sets his sights on Mars Meadows, things could shift very quickly. So we got Ping walks Malibuca second. Vanya, Pixie, Marius. Again, not that far behind in third. Veno still in the running in fourth. Tied with Queasy. Then we have Pix. Oh, Pix jumping up. Nice. Chris, Thomas, Pink, and Seti. All right, so I'm pretty proud of my Preds then. Outside of Blaha, my Preds were amazing. I got 9 of the top 10. No, 8 of the top 10. Because I didn't pick Taysom, but they switched. I didn't pick Fred, but they were uncon. This is crazy game. It's crazy, bro. Fred won't lose on spawn. Yes, but the issue is he might not have a good game, though. He might win the spawn 5 and then go on to do worse in the game, and then Malibuca can overtake, for example. So Nordic countries dominate whole of EU. They're doing well, man. Veno and Menace was FNCS performance. I mean, a lot of people have, a lot of people don't like Veno and think he's arrogant and stuff, man. But God, he puts on a show. And also the balls it takes to play like this, man. Just to really just go for it. Same with Veno and Queasy dropping on Cammy and Seti at Globals, man. There's so few pros who in that situation would actually make the decision. Like, it's a ballsy one. Thinking Dark with town for Ain. Surprised Walks didn't run away with this. I mean, have you been watching today, bro? He's getting conned by Veno, man. Think Click's gonna get Pete back? My honest opinion, no. Pete's team are just the better mid-game fighters in general, but I think a large part of that is Pete has far less to lose. Pete's already in land. Clicks isn't. That plays a lot into it. The nerves, the pressure, and also just generally like how do you play it out. Clicks has a lot more to lose, so it's a lot riskier for Clicks to make plays on Pete than Pete onto Clicks. But we'll see, we'll see. They might, man. Also, I think all the memes of like, oh, don't tell Higgs it's Pete, he'll get nervous. I think those memes are gonna bite them in the ass now, because it's gonna be a bit of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like Higgs will actually get nervous. I know, Oro, this might be Fred and Chino's first ever top 10 in a Grands. Well, it's going to be their first ever top 10 in a Grands, but they could win their first ever time in the top 10.
Games remain
Crazy.
In the FNCS Europe Major 2 finals.
5 spots for land, though, chat. 5 spots for land here.
Bangers, so stay tuned as we discuss what happened in Game 10. We've got to look at the leaderboard, boys. Things keep chopping and changing, but for Doxy's trio, I imagine
Troy with Brian.
And there you go. It's crazy to imagine how great a performance we've seen from these guys.
I know. Oatley was 1 spot off land, bro. He did well. He did well.
Through
OC looked crazy, though.
Qualifiers, and now they're terrifying everyone in the lobby 11. It's crazy.
Nah, 3 spots for
This
NA,
fight
5
here
for
was
EU.
crazy. I talked about how it doesn't feel like anybody can really stop these guys from getting to endgame. Thomas HD's team tried and failed because these guys just would not.
That's why I didn't say Pablo Alonso. Said Chino and Fred, man. But yeah, Pablo and Baby's had a good FNCS performance, but Fred and Chino have never got top 10.
Chino to try clutch it up. He was in
I think immediately with the offer 9.
He clutches a top 5 mini. These guys
Chino clutched so hard here, bro.
And they want it bad. They are playing out of their minds right now.
So good. I mean, so confident as well.
Steve's asleep right now, man. It's 3:42 in the morning here, man. So Steve is still asleep.
And they do more often than not.
Hey, Dylan with the 2 for 8.
So well for them. You mentioned it, the Chino clutch, absolutely fantastic, and that's what you need from your fraggers in the trio. You need them to be making those plays and keeping yourselves afloat at the top of the leaderboard. It's now just about whether they will stay uncontested. That's got to be the question.
I wonder if Vico, Vanny, and Flixie are going to come their way. But I mean, the fact that those 2 trios that are currently heading to Lone Wolf Lair are constantly contesting each other and kind of getting
Savage uncon. It's just flip a coin, bro. Some games he's con, some games he's uncon. I don't even know anymore, man.
It will be interesting to see if Veno decides to change track. We've got to talk about Marius, Pixie, and Vanya, though, because this is a trio that really need to kind of, I guess, try and maintain their consistency in their endgame to try and maintain as high a placement as possible. They lasted until the 13th the 13th spot, I should say, 11. Sorry, the pressure is getting to me. I don't know about these guys. Do you think that they can have another great game? Is it in them?
I mean, yeah, for sure. This wasn't their greatest game, though, right? As you know, we've seen them have plenty of better games. They've won so many games this weekend. but this one wasn't their strongest, and it's tough that it wasn't their strongest because their biggest competitors now sort of came out and really had a great game in Chino's trio. This is the team that we sort of have to look at. If you're not supporting, you know, Chino's trio to go and win the whole thing, right? Like, you're looking at Vanya, Pixie, and Marius as the ones, because yes, Malibuca's trio is above them, and yes, Vico's trio is right behind, but we know those two teams are fighting against each other.
Sure.
Really and truly, when you're looking at the two teams who, like, you know, have a, you know,
bro, Pixdom and Damus are pushing a land spot right now. They're doing really well. This comeback's been huge from Pix. As soon as Veno stopped contesting them, they're popping off.
Points away, right? Slightly less for Vanya's trio mini. So with 2 games left, it's not impossible to close that gap, but you know, it's starting.
Imagine
to
there was a
look
multiplier.
like,
I know,
another good
yeah.
game for Chino, and they might just wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's also looking like many minus. Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to discuss Malibuca with you quickly. I just mentioned it's kind of back and forth between him and Veno's trio.
Top 7's globals. If Malibuca and Veno both get top 7 as well, yes, it'll roll down.
That consistency.
You can paddle a tier 1, thank you, bro.
These last 2 games.
Yeah, much different complexion to this off spawn as well. We saw a little bit more of a stalemate. We saw
you turned red with the Prime for 6, think you did.
Vico and Flixie disengaged, leaving the drop spot for Wox, Malibuca.
Fred guaranteed win now? No, definitely not, bro. No, 100% not.
Going to want those sort of quick fights.
There's a lot that can happen in these 2 games, man. This is very close leaderboard, dude.
We saw it throughout the entire day yesterday, 11. So there's no reason why they can't do it when they get to the end game. Ultimately, though, we've spoken about it all day. It's just making that off spawn work, making it count, and then making it to end game as a trio.
I want to ask a quick question, Levin. If Veno's trio were not contesting Mali's trio at Lone Wolf Lair, would Malibuca still be in the #1 spot?
Oh, I think you'd have to say so, right? With just how well they played yesterday and how they've still been able to get something out of these games where there's been a stalemate or, you know, things haven't quite gone their way. And it's still close, right? With everything that they've gone through today, it's still close at the top of the leaderboard there, Mini.
Yeah, I mean, they had a 32nd and a 30th today and a 15th, and they're still not that far away from first place. So, you know, if it wasn't for the consistency of Fred Oxy's team, we'd be saying this is a team that definitely can pull back that lead. But, you know, can they do it? Will they switch drops?
Why is he always so close? It's so spicy, man.
Well, we don't have to wait much
longer. He brings the hype, man.
Game number 11.
We are right here on the cusp of determining who's actually going to be the team wielding that Blade of Champions, Takada. And with Game 11 on the horizon, so many of these teams...
Imagine that guy didn't crash in LCQ. True, you're right. We're talking about the odds. Like, we're talking about what it took for Fred to get here. But we forgot that, yeah, someone crashed while playing the heal off against Fred, which is why Fred qualled and why he's here. That's insane.
I'm also thinking, okay,
bro, that is actually insane.
Landing on Malibuca all day. First place is now for Doxy by a bit. Will they change it up? Well, let's see, because Game 11 is ready to go.
Nah, you're all good, Reet. You're chilling, man. That's why we did it, dude.
And
all right, chat. I wonder if Malibuca's going to win this game. It's about to be crazy as shit. Oh, my God. I bet Malibuca wins this spawn fight. I bet Malibuca wins the spawn fight.
It's been going so well for Doxy's team. They leave open Lone Wolf Lair for Malibuca's team to then prosper off of. So for them, they're likely just going to commit to that off-spawn contest, but they know without a shadow of a doubt in their mind now, if they don't confirm those early elims when they do go,
why would we not show? Oh my God. Yeah, chat. Apparently Malibuca didn't load in. Sorry, I was wanting to actually show the Lone Wolf fight. I know. There we go. Oh my God. Wait, where's Malibuca? Why is it a 3v2? I am shocked by this turn of events.
They're going for an all-out pickaxe battle.
Vico
is going to be the loser in this case. Veno, Flixie. Now
wait a second. But yeah, chat again. We're on a delay. Please don't spoil in the future, chat. It's very annoying.
Trio clean this one up quickly.
We're obviously going to find out that he didn't load in, but like I'd rather like watch it and see the fight and stuff, you know?
Provide a little bit of cover support, but Ping
doing
what he can.
Vico, I don't know what that was.
Double revive, still it won't be enough. And Vico actually did get some of the goods.
They got to close this out quick, man. We can't be we can't be stalling a 2v3. Because this is Veno's chance to get like the 15 kill win and skyrocket back up, you know? We got to make this game count now. This is so shitty for Malibuca, though. I feel so bad for him.
The fact that they had to forfeit the high ground, though, inside of the mansion. Walk's going to drop the Flixie's level, but won't be able to.
Wait, is Tayson getting conned now as well?
Veno kind of lurking on Walks, creeping up the stairs, opens with a shot. The infiltrator doesn't bring him knock damage he needs.
They know it's a 2v3. Veno might know. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell when flying in, though. I don't know if they'd know. Yeah.
Very awkward approach here for Ping. Doesn't want to get double teamed. So he's opting to just fall back.
Interesting start. To be fair, I mean, it looks quite even now once again, but they saw what happened when the match took a while to kind of, well, I guess the battle took a while to conclude.
Just Malibuca say didn't load in chat. That's all the information we have.
Malibuca's trio actually getting 4th, so they could just try and play it out slow once again. But the difference here, Taco, as you just saw,
second place going 11th game. Joke of a company. Yeah, he just didn't load in, bro. He just got this bug. He got the matchmaking error bug.
Ball control is just going to be a nice swing of resources for Flixie, Veno, and Vico, but Malibuca and them might decide to just hold them inside of the vault. No, they have other intentions.
Walks and Ping are running. They might be able to do something with it. We'll see.
Not a part of Lone Wolf any longer.
Huddy's going back to conning Tayson. Oh, damn. No, it's Cade. Wait. No, it was Huddy. Tayson killed Huddy, but now he's getting thirded by Cade. No. This could be grief in Tayson's land qual, man.
So can never really count them out. Chicho, Atris, Tayson probably regretting taking that launch
Oh, we're
pad
definitely
just
regretting taking the pad.
bail out of Kappa,
Oh, no.
Now they're just going to be chased down. Chicho doesn't even have any materials, really, so these teams just focusing him.
They started off so strong, too. They got 4th place in all 3 of the first matches. Not 4th place, but top 4 at least.
Tayson has a whole split uncon now. No, this team is pushed from the split over, I think.
And now if they fall once
this team didn't land at Kappa as well. It's not a triple con Kappa. Chicho? Maybe imagine the God Clutch from Chicho?
Do you not win?
Wait.
Chicho is now left.
Maybe the God Clutch from Chicho? Wait a second.
He's got a bit of mats.
Wait a second.
Is it a possibility, though, Taco? Can he make a dream come true?
Yeah, I don't know how he just lost that. That was bad.
Correct, and Chicho, that put down onto Ivan.
Come on, Chicho. Come on, Chicho. Come on, Chicho.
But 2 versus 1. Surely this goes the way of Cade and Aryan.
Zero builds.
Chicho not making it easy. Working his way around these builds.
Bruh.
He's got both of them in his sights.
Okay.
But doesn't find the immediate knock. Maybe if he'd gotten one of the 2 from that last shot, there might have been a glimmer of hope, but
oh, Fred's loving life right now. Fred, I mean, actually, Veno now with all of Lone Wolf Lair is going to be,
they're going to have to wait out for that Gain 12 battle bus.
KK with the prime. Yo, caught fish. They still 20, bro. Zabe, turn red.
I had faith, to be honest. I had faith. After that first deal, I was like, okay.
Thanks, Liam.
I'll see you. As we go back
paddle, NK, Dylan, Aim, Meanie.
Luckily enough, they are uncontested once again.
We're pushing Savage. We're pushing Savage.
To continue with their lead for first place. Savage, Vidil, and Reason. They were able to pick up a bit of eliminations in the last
We are having a South Zone chat. We're having a South Zone. It's looking like a Mars Meadow Zone, actually. Fred's loving life right now if he gets this damage.
It's going to be tough. Savage is completely alone here.
Oh,
if
he
Pablo
has no
gets a
idea.
beam, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I hope you make the right decision on where to walk to next here, Savage.
Oh, he's
playing
Mr.
safe, though.
Savage. Please. You don't want it not like this, right?
Bro, he's
not
had
like this.
the
This
vibes
is
are going to
not
be
the way
so sharp,
that we
man.
want to see.
Oh, they got the beams off, but he's running. They got the beams off, but he's running.
Seemingly unaware of the dangers.
Okay, so Savage is
that are
slightly less
directly
late in the
next to
broadcast, but
him.
not by much.
Chino,
I thought he was
Pablo
dead, though.
Creeping, slight sprint, then back to creeping up onto Savage's current position. You can feel the 3-2-1 building. Savage.
Damn, good reaction time for Savage. Holy fuck. How did we not die there?
Trying to scurry on out of here, but Chino with the cutoff.
Oh,
that Sub-Zero kit.
The cone.
Huge favor. Now jumping immediately.
Yo, Savage is alive?
Savage's head and Chino. He's just trying to make sure
Never
that
mind.
he can confirm.
Oh,
sure enough, Savage will fall. Reason and Vidil.
Pop on the mountain and just tag them.
I mean, it's a good ass play from Fred. It's just, bro, what kid, like, Savage just getting. Oh, my God. Like, it's a great ass play from Fred. You can't be mad at Fred for doing this. They just now got the van loot and surge end points essentially for free. But fuck, man, Savage just going through it, dude. Like, it's actually just crazy. He got rebooted at least.
Now they've picked off one. They can.
But my God, man, Savage can't cop a break. Wow, is he alone though? It's this split, bro. That's the whole point. You have to be alone on this split.
As you can see, is making a bit of a statement here. And hey, come on up if you want, but
you can't loot. You want them to hold hands throughout this whole split, dude? There's gonna be like 7 years before they get the loot.
But he has to spend so
and then
much
zero
time
surge
waiting, and they will get the reboot off almost immediately.
Really good for Frodoxy, though. That's great surge and great loot for Fred.
Invested a decent amount of the early game towards looting up that armored van, trying to get some materials from Southern Pines area, and right back to square one from that jump scare that Pablo, Chino, and Frodoxy decided to produce.
Yeah, it's tough. That's honestly tough.
Finn, he's 5 for 9, dude.
Like a loot llama there in the end. Have to do it all over again, but hey, at least, you know, they're back in the game and they can... Could be a lot worse, right? We've seen worse.
Vanya Pixie managed to dealt 25,636 damage. Holy fuck.
Battles, still being able to make
God damn. How many meds are on this fucking map, man?
Have been
maybe
contested.
Maybe we shouldn't have like near infinite amounts of meds on the map.
Heavily. Also, you know, their north zones might have helped a little bit, but
you know, maybe
they're still not in that first place. Not only do they want the qualifying spot, but being in third right now, they want to see what they can do to hold that. And
how much have they taken? Probably a lot.
Past the Malibuca there for Doxy.
Probably taking a lot of damage back.
Big game if they want to get first. With the amount of points that now for Doxy, Pablo, Chino are leading by, it's going to be a lot more difficult to catch up to them.
Take a look at what's building in Magic Mosses, though. Veno's team likely just trying to get control of this black market. It's located nearby. They'll have to deal with Sandguild first, though. It's threatening. A little bit further north of where Veno's team is boxed. And they're not the only ones either. Plenty of traffic surrounding Magic Mosses right now.
You Farrett with the prime for 6, thank you, dude.
Keep a lookout as best as possible. But
so the zone's actually bugged north yesterday. These guys zoned so far, so they were still pretty bad today as well. We've had one outlier.
Not bargaining for.
Outlaw Race has got one random zone.
Scrappy team, and they're a team that knows how to close those fights too.
And over once again at the Pablo, Chino for Doxy versus Savage for dealing a reason.
That I did.
Personal once again, trying to get the back-to-back, the 2 times. Sneaky play. Be difficult to be successful again. I mean, hopefully Vidal, Reason, and Savage are kind of looking out for that.
They've definitely got their surge bases on top of the mountain span, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be completely safe.
How's Fred been doing the Div Cups? Not fantastic. Like, all right, I think he got top 3 in one of them.
Crouch walking all around.
He just kept getting conned in a lot of them.
This tunnel area. Certainly being cautious, though.
Vico's team has over 2,000 more shotgun damage than any other team. Yeah, it makes sense.
Their primary intention. And now...
That'll be the short, Patrick. Reese Hub will do a short of like how this event ruined FNCS. But then like he'll probably do like a full-length video on like trading and zones and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, dad joke? Hopefully.
It's all good though. At least they're still up. Thomas Panzer
and they robbed the car, bro.
Apple have been having a bit of trouble.
Thanks, Reese. Also, shout out YouTube. Thank you, guys. My first grand stream on YouTube. 10K viewers. I love you all. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're enjoying it.
Although Walks now is going to pick up
you Bloodbeard.
An
35.
Here.
Oh, Walks and Ping still going, bro.
It's actually crazy how easy he made that look. Against Shxrk of all people, it just goes to show. No, Riley, True Legs, Shxrk, they were not anticipating to have company this early on here at Foxy Floodgate. Ping and Walks still lurking, though.
Gotta feel bad for Shxrk? Not really. I mean, Shxrk is so new to the game, bro. This is all just experience, bro. It's just reps in grands. I don't know why, like, I guess I jumped on the Shxrk hype train a little bit last season, but that was more on ZN and Zhu, but it's his second grands, man. He's not supposed to be dominating.
Of where Thomas's team is currently at, fighting inside of the storm now.
He's 13, bro. He's got plenty of time to develop, man. The fact that he's already got 2 grands experience is great.
Being a threat towards that top side of the leaderboard, and Panzer, good chunk of his HP gone now. I'll have to hope that Uppel and Thomas can buy him even more time. But Thomas is just slow and steady. Might have an
why are they only 2? So Malibuca didn't load in chat. Ping and Walks are a duo.
And Swizzy will be knocked. Thomas wasting absolutely no time now. Mrsavage heavily threatened. They've got the numbers advantage.
Oh, he turned 14 now. There you go.
Being hunted to hunters, and this is an ideal
Vico
situation.
down. Vico down.
Working their way through Kappa Kappa. Because
Damn,
they
Vico
can
down, and we
continue
also have
playing tag
Mustache
with
and
Queasy
Queasy now
when they go
duo.
for the reboot.
This
They'll
is
know
really
we
good
got
for
this
Fred,
trio
man.
right
Really good for
behind us.
Fred.
We'll just trail them.
A lot of our
and
top teams
continue
are stumbling.
applying damage to them every step along the way.
I was going to say, not again.
We need a really good game from Vico here as well. Like, Venom needs like a 15 kill win.
Match. Like I said, they haven't got top 10 once today, but because they performed so well in day one, they were able to kind of stay in that qualifying range for the global championship. But they do need a good match here. They're now in 8th, so they are not in that range no more.
Vico didn't get finished though from what I saw, so I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Might have been a knock. Pink's not normally taking super aggro mid-game fights either, so.
They're also going to have to find some white somewhere along the way. Thomas HG only has 90 left inside of this current Chug Jug. And it seems like they're still scoping out the vicinity, trying to figure out where
Wait, you're right. This would be the first Danish win if Fredoxy wins it as well.
If he's not careful,
Fred and Chino, never having got a top 10 before, are going to potentially pull off Denmark's first FNCS win with the likes of Thomas HD, who's come top 4 12 times,
Thomas wants a
but hasn't got the win yet.
means of rotation though, and Queasy unfortunately can't. Oh,
that would be crazy.
Right at the last second.
Your Gustav takes the raid, bro.
Good for now, but yeah, it's going to be tough to come
The
back.
impact, the Prime for 6.
Trying to see if they can.
What the hell?
Wox and Ping here, just kind of snug.
Yo, Wox and Ping, bro. Oh shit! What? The full trio wipe. They're doing it. Oh my god, clutching it up.
Amazing way to put themselves
without
in the
Malibuca
game.
as a duo.
They need this match, Taco, and
okay.
Favor.
The problem is this is like
to set themselves up.
2 elims is not a lot for Surge, sadly, these days.
It'll just be the 2 of them, so it's gonna be
Al with the Prime.
A rocky road. We've seen them manifest it from some
that's a big old base.
Before.
Oh.
Even in the last major.
Oh, shit.
Roxy, Pablo, and Chino, though, they are elevated at Shiny
3 elims? No, I'm just saying those extra 2, sorry. Because they didn't get the finish either. So it wasn't even like, if they got like the knock, max damage, max damage, then max damage, like.
Sky and
But bro, when you got teams doing fucking this, man, 400 Surge doesn't mean shit.
But things are relatively quiet right now at Shiny Shafts.
All the top 5 trios are still up and running. It's going to make it that much more difficult for the teams trying to push themselves in that cutoff for the top 7. Currently at 446 points going into this match, but
I don't know what IGP stands for in Production's name.
Nature is being eliminated, you know, it opens
Probably
up
something in Danish.
a chance for the
Bro,
other teams
Tayson going down. If
below
Tayson
them.
misses out on Land now because Huddy surprise conned him, like, well, not surprise conned him, like, came back to con him. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
And another one for Pablo.
And another one.
Hey, you gotta make sure that you're staying up to date with some of your balloon fights here. Okay,
Yeah.
Cringe and Kiduo though, they probably keeping tabs on what Pablo is up to.
Taco.
Storm and Demas,
Keep up to date on your tags.
surge up leaderboard after that victory.
Even Taco's making fun of it, bro. I like Taco. I'm biased, but I think Taco's been a great addition to the broadcast.
Trying to confirm their
I think
global
especially in the Fortnite scene, that, let's be real,
this is easily going to be one of the
quite misogynistic these days, sadly. And people just assume that any female just sucks at her job. She's fucking killing it. And I think has won a lot of people's respect. Clearly does a lot of prep work and stays tuned into the scene, so.
If you're not familiar with Pix, Darm, and Demas, they played in the first major finals last season, somehow qualifying. And not only that, they got 5th place.
Yo, Patrick, they still have 35.
The underdogs to now top tier competitors on EU going into today and even, you know, these major finals once again.
Yeah, she's doing great, Nitrous. Clearly does a lot of prep. I think most people just want to see their casters like do the prep work. Where like, you know, like they care enough to pay attention.
Would be amazing.
That's the main thing. You can when a caster like just seems like they haven't really been paying attention, it just kind of feels shitty. Like, and that goes for any esport, you know.
Royales in total across this weekend, Takata, and yet they are still in that 3rd place position on the
Back shots on the Queasy, and she gave us one of the best comms ever on the broadcast.
You just know that they want the extra.
Yeah, exactly, 100% refs card. Yeah, and that's fair. Like, I'll 100% always complain when it's just like diversity shit where someone got picked
3rd place when the top 2 qualified.
because they're like, you know, a woman or maybe like a different race and something. But if they're actually good for the job, man, like Taco is, then like fucking all power to you. Hell yeah.
they've been lacking.
I think that's most people's reasonable take on that, man.
Top fives.
Just hire the best person for the job. If they happen to be a woman, then yeah, totally fine.
Themselves in qualifying range.
She's been killing it. Kelly also excellent as well. Kelly's been around for a while though, so I feel like Kelly's been well accepted for a long time. She's been here since like DreamHack, online DreamHack, I think, when we first got Kelly. So.
But of course, they're not going to be the only ones.
The fuck am I looking at? Oh, it's the med mist on the okay. Dude, I've never seen that shit on DX12, bro. That looks crazy. And I swear it doesn't look that insane on performance mode. That looks so weird. Yeah, Frankie's been good. Frankie's the host, though. The host kind of like... I like Frankie's vibe as the host because she brings a bit of like dry British humor to it, which I'm a fan of. But the host never needs to follow the game as much, you know?
This game, they need to put
they're there just to like facilitate conversation and just like, you know.
Truly want. They want to win this major like the rest of
them. Milan with the prime? Milan?
Going into this, you know, second to last game that we're witnessing right now, they need
Kelly's
to put
been
themselves
awesome.
in at least second place. So they have
Kelly also just fangirls the West. I like the fact that we're getting more biased on the broadcast too. Having the casters have their favorites and be biased and like gas them up and shit is awesome. I hated when I was on the broadcast, they were really against showing any bias. And I'm like, you don't want to not celebrate when someone does well, but let me have my favorites that I like truly gas up even more. It just makes it fun. And then when they do shit, it's like, you know, the guy you said was going to do shit, you know?
A huge game leading into this match.
Oh, Queasy, no.
But now, potentially, going to go down early.
And Queasy is just chasing Glubshy. He wants this so badly. Anything to continue their run inside of that top 5 of the leaderboard. But Queasy, he's running out of time. He's running out of HP. The Storm's going to finish off what Glubshy didn't even need to
cursed him.
And Glubshy will be the only survivor from that exchange.
Are they not going to call land? Oh, you're right. Wait, Queasy's not in land. Fuck. I mean, he's 4th right now. Top 7 are most likely going to make it, but wow. That is actually crazy. We really got to start focusing on that A as well. Like the win is so exciting right now. There's so many big names in it. And Fred's first FNCS and Denmark's first FNCS. But yeah, I've said it before, man. If you don't make land this season, making land next season is going to be really tough. Because EU's going to have, what, 7 teams already qualified. NA's going to have 5. So it means that you're going to have to try to get like top 3 or top 2 from like a tier 3 drop spot. Or you have to con a team that's already qualified for land. It's going to be really weird, man. Really weird.
Yeah, you got to be careful when the 7th
You really want to call out of this FNCS. I know that sounds silly, but previously when there was way more spots for Season 3, it was better because only a few teams had land spots, lots of drops for stuff and grabs, like, you know, lots of people qualled. Now they've put so much on Major 2, like,
shoot the trios rotating on in a bit late.
It's going to be tough.
Close to them, no shield to his name.
No, I know, Reaper. Like, let's say all 7 teams. Wait, 8? Let's say all 7 teams next major get top 10. So it rolls down to like top 10. You still got to do it from a way shittier drop though, which is going to be so much more likely you get griefed or contested. Like, when there's 7 teams in land, 7 teams that, you know, you really shouldn't contest, it's going to leave so few good drops left for the rest of the teams trying to clutch land.
Eating a few tags, returning a few tags. Vico, Flixie, Veno.
We'll see. We'll see. It depends how much like off-spawn rep you have up.
To take over high ground and Nava Hollow nearly going down.
Pablo has slide bug? Oh no.
Stay standing, even if just barely.
Oh, we have another like far west zone. Okay. We're going the opposite way now.
Might not have shield, but
I'll take it. I'll take it. Bit of diversity. We're like far south. Oh, we're Shogun. We're almost touching Shogun. Go south. Do it. Bro, Shogun zones are so fucking intense. Go this way.
Come on, pull zone.
No!
They pulled it. Okay.
I mean, yes, Veno.
This is massive.
I just want the Shogun zone, bro, because that huge like crevasse is so fun to watch.
They pulled 8th zone here, but they're below. Please don't let.
Hey, it's not Magic Bosses. I'll take it.
Lead to your demise when you're so close to closing this out and pushing yourself up that leaderboard. All they have to do are connect a few shots. The issues from the early game led them to not have the best spare shields.
Come on.
They really need to do a bit
Come
of
on,
damage
Veno.
here. The odds have been in their favor
Cammy,
for this
peek.
match, but they keep on ticking.
Oh, bro, Wox and Ping, bro. Shout out to them not going down without a fight, man. Top 20 as a duo since literally the start of the game. Vox and Ping really did well to even like have a chance at this.
Sure, Veno's team just barely above that damage
Those 3
threshold,
elims could be the difference.
still have all 3 players. Vox
Veno's above,
has a
Veno's
solo
above.
down to his last small shield
Yeah, Vox is
potion.
dead.
Feels
Yep.
like it's only a matter of seconds before somebody takes notice of his current position.
Unlucky,
Sure
man.
enough, Vox will fall, but Veno, Flixie, Vico, they can't afford to let up. They're now holding separate angles on height. They're trying to apply whatever damage they can, and just like that, they jump.
Where's
well
Fred?
above
Where's
what they
Fred?
need for the damage threshold. They can't get comfortable though. They know that there's still teams underneath them. Could potentially be looking to chop them out. And they want to hold the high ground for as long as possible.
Go Savage, go son.
Just trying to get a bit
Oh,
of
we're
damage
getting
in on the players
focused.
rotating through. Savage incredibly
Where's Fred?
has to be careful as he gets dropped as well. Shot away from getting knocked. As we take a look at how they've been causing disruption here throughout this late game. Tidy getting knocked down. Quick
Where's
points
Fred?
for them. Where will this first moving pull towards? Is it going to pull towards?
I don't see him.
City Horror? Is it
Am I
gonna-
blind?
gonna
I'm
pull
blind.
Towards Vico, Veno,
Chat, did
Flixie,
Fred
and
fucking
yes,
die?
The double pull.
What's
from
happening?
This trio, they claimed it, kind of scared Cammy away, and now got the zone pullback. So
Where the fuck's Fred?
can they hold on? I mean, Queasy's not in the lobby. Vanya is though, and we know they like going for wins.
Poor Fnatic.
Right, I'm like, there we go. Hey, that'll be Fred. That's good though. So Vanya's looking healthy. Veno looking okay on high ground. Very weak on mats though. Spicy finish, bro. Spicy finish.
Just trying.
3 healthy teams here in the top 5.
As they make their
Ooh,
rotates.
little triple POV. Nice. I like this. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. Froxy versus Veno.
They've got to hold down this secondary height position instead. They can't look for a height challenge. Not even sold that they would even want to go that way, though. Their build's a little bit low. A refresh certainly needs to be found. And sooner rather than later here is Pablo.
Oh, nice. Good movement. No, Chino goes down, though, to Vico. Goes to Vico. Pablo and Fred is a duo, though. Oh, Veno's getting chopped, though, by Twy. Twy over Harlow and Noms.
And Pablo for Doxy.
Come on, Pablo. Come on, Fred.
A crazy performance here.
Oh, Vico's only got 5 builds. Vico jumps in on Twy, hits every shot, but still doesn't get the kill. Vico just jumped into the box of a full trio. I mean, I've seen Peterbot do that one time.
Massive play to come back here, but Flixie is going to be able to pick up
Damn.
one. It's
The way Flixie cleans up, though, so it might have been worth it. Honestly, worthy sacrifice. They had no mats. Honestly, that was genuinely worth it.
They're able to build on
No mats, and now Veno and Flixie can clutch.
They had to continue above.
They're full tarping out. Pixie, Marius, Vanya, they'll be able to get a revive off, so they're still
Yeah, that's worth, that's worth.
intact for the time being. But Pablo for Doxy, they're just
Oh, run, Pablo, run.
Refresh. They're trying to make sure that they don't fall to Poland.
Run, Fred, run. Bro, we're going to have such an exciting Game 12. Holy shit. Dude, this is shaping up to be an insane Game 12. What the fuck? Vanya's still going. Veno's still going. Fred's going down, though. Oh, my God. Wait. Wait, Ven. Oh. Yo, we're about to have absolute fucking cinema Game 12.
Talked about it. We know that they like playing for that victory royale. They have now overtaken the high
And it could be like this Veno drop on Mars to go back to Lone Wolf. Like, oh, my God.
Down as well. The whole trio being eliminated. Now's the chance for Marius, Pixie, and Vanya.
They can do it, bro. They can do it.
Themselves closer to that first place spot on the leaderboard. All they need to do is close out this match.
Takes down the Damon. Oh, Dom goes down, actually, as I gotta say that.
Suppressive fire as possible. Pixie, gotta be careful, but Tripburn has been knocked. Vanya,
This is gonna be Vanya's 4th win this weekend, by the way, if they pull this off. Great win from Flooded Frog. This is a fast South zone, and they're pulling it off.
So much material, so much to invest.
Great for Vanya to show they can do it on South zones, too.
Here in game 11, Takata, and they are just continuing to apply that steady
Fred's down, Chad. Fred's down.
Vanya, Pixie, if they
Oh,
find that
nice,
fourth
Pixie.
victory
Yo,
royale
Pixie
and
definitely got to start
start
getting some more hype, man. This guy is fucking crazy.
Gonna be the opening. Pixie with a massive
Been
shot
dominating
to
solos, too.
And now Seti just trying to avoid the rampage that Pixie seeks.
Oh, Cammy Seti Hari versus Marius here. But oh, Marius drops down and goes down. It's up to Pixie. Van doesn't have to heal off. Come on, Pixie. What can you do, son? Come on, Pixie. Frantic is weak. Does Pixie get it? Vanya takes it. Oh, Pixie's got to clutch up with not a lot of health and shield. Oh, get him, Pixie.
They're all so strong when they play together.
Oh, what are the meds though? Is Vanya got a med base somewhere? Has Vanya got something to drop back to? Nice block, Pixie.
Of mats to play with here, and Pixie
Come on, Pixie.
For that perfect shot. He's got to be as precise as ever, though.
Nice, takes down Cammy. Gets Cammy. No. Seti gets it. Vanya. Seti's running though. Vanya has the angle. Vanya has the angle. Vanya has the angle. They win. Oh my god. 14 kill win for Vanya. 4th win in 11 games. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh.
Just slipping away from them.
Vanya said, no heal
W.
for you. Get back to the lobby.
Nice.
Knocks him.
Yo, I think this leaderboard for game 12 is going to be insane. This is going to be such a ridiculous finish.
Trio went down, the second place trio went down, and Vanya, Pixie, and Marius.
Nah, chat, we'll make this one Pixie. We'll make this one giveaway Pixie only because Vanya's got a lot of the love. Chat, if you guys want some V-Bucks, type to a Pixie in chat. P-I-X-I-E. Pixie the GOAT, man.
Absolute tragedy, though, for the Polish here. But Vanya, Pixie, Marius, what a come-up in this game.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Marius could be the first Danish win as well. Ooh, the Danes. The Danes poised to break the curse.
Multiple victory royales with Vanya in major finals.
So chat, you guys want some V-Bucks? Just type to a Pixie in chat. Thank you, Bob, Brack, Milan, Hybrids, Flush, Zones, all impacting subs, guys.
Let's not dwell on that. Let's just big up
Crazy.
the fact that Marius,
Big up.
Pixie, and Vanya
Big up the fact.
are almost certainly going to global championships now, and they're proving why they are one of Europe's brightest hopes.
Yeah, 1 spot away last major. This major looks like
Yeah,
they've got
3rd
that
last
job
season.
done, but the job is not finished for this team because I think this is it. This is the contender. This is the team
Zach?
that really stands.
All right,
in
10
the
more
way
seconds, chat, and I'll call the Pixie giveaway.
Pablo, Fredoxy, and Chino. If there's
The
anybody
legendary?
that's gonna beat them and stop them here in game 12, it's most likely gonna have to be these guys now, Mini.
Yeah, the way they play this endgame was really nice as well. They had to pick up the revive onto Vanya, which of course this refresh gave them the green light to take height there in the end as well. They were just playing height just under.
Thank you, Void. We'll call it there. Thank you for entering, chat. Appreciate y'all.
There up on top, and they just took it really, really straightforwardly. And from here on out, it only looked like it was going one way right up until the end, when of course
Vico tweeted all or nothing.
On the low ground.
Yeah, that could mean we're dropping on Fred. We'll see. But Fred's not in first now. Do we drop on Vanya? Oh my God, Vico.
I was kind of confident in Vanya, but the way he did it was unreal there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, the clutch shots onto Seti as he ran away.
Yeah.
I mean, Seti's going to regret building up on that ramp and running. Like, he's going to be wishing he would have hidden maybe a bit more. Losing another.
We'll see, chat. I want to see leaderboard. Go see leaderboard to figure it out. Go see leaderboard to figure it out.
On Vanya, right? Because Vanya and Pixie, you know, remember in the group stage when we were talking about these guys, I highlighted the fact that last major, when it came to final 2 situations...
Yo, Zara, thanks for 5 gift bro, chat. We'll check the leaderboard and then we'll guess where we think they're going to go.
In set lobbies and won only like 1 of them. This season, they've been much better when it comes to converting in those scenarios.
Oh, your prediction as well?
Perfect display.
That's Vanya again for the prediction.
Very impressed by this trio right now.
Listen, boys, we need to talk some more. We just have 1 more game before we crash.
All right, chat, I got to see this leaderboard. I'm not waiting. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, wait a second. It's a pretty solid jump down. Wait, the Danes looking like they're going to finally break the curse. If you guys don't know, despite some of the greatest Fortnite players of all time being Danish, we have never had a Dane win FNCS. And now we have Marius and 3 Danes poised to potentially do it. Vanya in first on 658. Chino 652. Vico 561. Ping 557 and Swizzy 531. Remember, top, there's going to be 5 spots for LAN. Right now, Vico and Malibuca both in that LAN spot, so it'll go down to 7th. So right now, Seti Pix also in the running for LAN. So the prediction is going to be, where does Veno drop? Mast? Lone Wolf? Flooded? None of the above. Oh, spicy. Spicy, chat. You got 2 minutes. Where does Veno's team drop? Mast Meadows, Lone Wolf, Flooded, none of the above. Now, also, potentially, okay, I've talked about this a bunch, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but this is the first season ever where we've had the ability to buy reboot cards. Is there a world where Fredoxy, Pablo, or Chino, or 2 of the 3 land on Marius and then buy their cards back at back at Mast Meadows? There is very high potential that happens. You have guaranteed gold at Mast Meadows. You have guaranteed gold at Flooded Frogs. Either one of these teams could send shooters to try to drop on them. Not the whole trio, But if you send 1 or 2, enough to try to grief them and then buy them back at your POI. It's just feeding? No, it's not. What? Bro, 8 points worth of elims or a chance to grief their entire game, bro? What? Are you kidding? We literally saw a team do this and win a tournament this season. What are we saying? What do you mean? Even if you just hold them down and steal the loot and run away. You can do some crazy shit, man. Trust me, we've already seen people do it this season. It's a very valid strategy. It's a ballsy strat, and it's got some risk involved, but definitely not just full feeding. If you play it right, it can be very beneficial. Luckily or unluckily for both the teams, both their POIs, you can definitely see people flying in. You know they're dropping on you, and there's not really like the train, for example. I keep saying this with Peterbot. If Pete is in first or second going into the last few games, a team should definitely do this to Pete to try to make them miss the train. Because that would be very smart gameplay. Because you don't have to win the fight. You just have to make them not get the train. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Veno might triple drop one of these teams. One of them might hit a little reboot classic. I don't know. Send some shooters, bro. Either way, it's going to be fucking cinema. I'm excited. This will be big, bro. This will be big. So, chat, you got 10 more seconds and you missed it. All right, where do you guys think Veno's dropping? All right, we got the most on Mast, Lone Wolf, then... You guys went down the list. All right, so we got the most of you thinking that Veno's going to drop on Mast. It's a tough one. So Veno's team went Flooded Frogs last season, so they definitely know Flooded Frogs, but...
Europe, my friends, because
that is true though, Reed. You're right. If any of these players send their shooters, it leaves them open if Veno picked a drop on them. So it's like... I think the Veno factor is going to make neither teams want to do the reboot strat, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, Levin, they are... I mean, they're not looking good to take it just yet because there's just 6 points between
Fred said 1x. Veno replied, not yet. Chat, I'm not... Again, don't trust anything Veno says on social media. He's the rat, bro. He's been baiting us out all weekend. Why are we trusting anything? It's all mind games. Motherfuckers Game of Thronesing you. Don't trust anything Veno says. But I do love it. Veno is just full farming the content this weekend. It's great.
Catapulted their way into it. Look, both these teams have been fantastic this weekend.
Yo, and if either of them grief each other, the other one wins, like, oh.
The only player who's won an FNCS on either of these teams is Vanya, right?
I don't see what Pixie looks like before.
First, Marius looking to become the first Danish player to do it, right? So
come on, Marius.
For Danish Fortnite. I don't even know who I think is going to do it, to be honest with you.
I actually don't know either. I don't know. I can't pick this.
These end games consistently, Mini.
Yeah.
Now, chat, again, just a full warning again, please don't spoil chat. You will get permabanned. If you don't want spoilers, though, chat, I would just full screen. Just full screen, close the chat. I won't read any spoilers out. Kids are always weird. Just be warned. We got 40,000 viewers right now between both platforms. You're going to get spoilers.
They don't have the experience of being in this position.
Hey, you reek with the Prime for 2?
This is going to be coming down to a very, very close finish, and you have to say whoever does take it will fully deserve it.
We got a big finish, man. EU grades is always cinema, bro. Holy shit.
An interesting story for them, right? When you look at all three of these players and the trajectories they've been on, it's been so strange almost, right? You look at Pablo Wingu. Pablo Wingu's been around in EU competitive for a long time.
He has.
In 2021, right?
Pablo and
obviously he went to the Invitational
crazy.
2022, and that was really when I think a lot of people thought this guy is going to be one of the top players for a long time in EU.
I'm so excited.
Then, right? You know, a lot of people thought Pablo and Bevies had hit their
Wait, I've just realized, chat. I was gonna say I'm cheering on Fredoxy and Pablo for the Arcali win, but I got double Arcali win right now. We got Marius as well. Bro, sending the mouse pads to the Danes was fucking W investment.
He never quite again put himself in that category, and he just
easiest marketing of all time.
Make the major finals, right? And then you look at Chino, the young talent.
This Veno steals it. I don't think Vico got his yet.
And he's finally found.
He's still using his Mario mousepad. How do you say you'll land Mars? Chat, why are we letting people's impression farm you? What are you doing? Chat, get off Twitter. You're just all getting baited and lied to.
And boy, if
Aussie investing?
Playing with your friends, I think I would have played with my friends.
Actual investment though.
Right?
Yo, Diego, thanks for Prime for 27. Any coin? Any spider?
So, a big last game, a lot of pressure on all these guys because competing for a title in that final game, it is no joke.
The devil's advocate in me wants to say that these guys...
Chat, it will forever be Twitter. No one calls it X.
Meadows for free, and maybe if they weren't, there would be a different team in that top
What happened to Mali? Veno started landing on him.
Doxy's trio have been showing that they are one of the strongest off-born teams. They have earned Masked Meadows for themselves throughout this season, not just this weekend mini minor. Do you think that actually, even if they did have a team dropping against them, they would still be there?
Yeah, definitely. I think it happened in game number 2, right, of this weekend. They had a team sort of like contesting and rotating in nearby. So they definitely have what it takes. They rolled Vico, Veno, Flixie when they contested.
People IRL call it X. I cannot lie. I've never heard a single person call it X, man. You're rolling in the wrong circles.
Looking really, really good.
No one calls it X. People literally interview Elon Musk and call it Twitter because no one calls it X.
You have to do what you need to do with that loot. You can't just win an FNCS from just getting good loot. You have to make the most of it, and that's what they're doing.
Bro, what a finish on our hands, man.
We're not just talking about #1 here. We're talking about that top 7. We already know that 2 of the trios inside the top 7 have qualified for the Fortnite Global Championships in September, because where are legends made? On LAN. Every single one of those trios wants to make it to Leon. We're going to find out.
Bro, the fact that we've still got like such good storylines of who makes land too. Like Cammy's up there, Tayson's up there. Like this is going to be such a good finish.
Thomas isn't in the top 7. Tayson isn't in the top 7. Pink isn't in the top 7. There's so many of these trios that are not yet in qualifying range for the Global Championship. The desk set the scene perfectly. First and second place, head-to-head. Only one player on both trios has won an FNCS.
North America, we call it X in school and we use it. No, you don't.
These players, Taco, this last game is going to be sick.
You're some weird-ass school, bro.
And in general, looking really close, and we'll see who comes down with the Blade of Champions in Game 12.
Let's go, chat. Oh my God, come on.
It really all comes down to this. There's a few things we gotta.
Here we go, chat. Where's Veno dropping?
Frogs,
come on, observers. Don't let us down.
#1 and #2 trios have been landing. Vanya's trio in Flooded, Fridoxy's trio in Masked Meadows. They've been uncontested throughout the day going into this last match. Will it stay like that? We had Vico, Veno, and Flixie.
Oh, Flooded uncons?
Who were contesting.
Okay, Flooded off the list. Are we Lone Wolf or are we Masked? Or are we somewhere else?
Like I was saying, Vico, Veno, Flixie have been contesting. Malibuca down at Lone Wolf, so
come on.
It seems for now at least.
Observers, we get it.
One of our top trios.
Wox takes down Flixie. Oh shit, Veno went Veno went Lone Wolf, which means Masked Meadows unconned. Oh shit. And Flixie goes down, man. Flixie's been having a rough day, bro. Lone Wolf it is.
They're ready.
It's spawn fight time, baby.
Their outcome determined so early on. It's part of
Wait, Floxy goes down.
For Doxy.
Floxy gets beamed out of the sky. He's getting pushed by Savage. Oh, hell no.
Trying to roll through, paying him a visit after what went south for Mr. Savage in Game 11. Giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Game 12.
Here. And Pablo, Chino, they're going to be forced to just lurk nearby and pray that Vidil doesn't decide to commit any
Savage
further
keying it?
with the rest of his team. But
Oh,
Vidil, he's after
no, bro, wait.
The air.
Yo, Savage, Vidil, and Rezon are not making friends.
To fight this out. Has Vidil seen him?
Oh my God, sorry, chat, face cam, my bad.
In a very
my God
situation. He could be able to pick one off here. He needs to connect this shot. Everything comes down to this. If they get eliminated
Pablo has to pick one off if he's going to fight this. They're running. They're leaving Masked Meadows, bro. This is insane.
To go down.
Actually, really respect
Apple
that
and Chino are there too. Wait, Apple's there. Wait, Chino runs to Apple. Chino's fighting Apple. Chino takes down Apple.
But Chino, on the other hand,
no way.
Manages to find Apple. He was sat hiding in a bush.
Wait a second. Wait.
Be a huge benefit.
He camps. No way. He camps the porta potty. W Chino.
Trying to chase Chino, it appears.
Now all the Halo noms are coming in. Wait, what can Chino do to get back in this, though? How do we get back in this?
But that is going to allow for Chino and Pablo to get out.
That was insane.
So this is just looking amazing for Vanya, basically. Vanya's loving life right now.
They're in their surrounding range. If
third griefing fourth, and second just got griefed as well.
You know, close on in, look for a third party. So he waited at the porta potty, knowing that this was a potential outcome, and picked up an elimination from that.
Damn.
As now they are just doing what they can to survive.
He got the card? I mean, yeah, I don't even know, bro. Wait, Pablo with a reboot on a friend. Well, we're going to take Savage's loot now.
Basically,
little switcheroo. All right, you guys have Masked. We'll take your loot.
Areas. Fortnite will rejoin.
Outloot's going to be
Pablo
much
and
worse,
Chino.
though.
And when you factor in that
Outloot is going to be so much worse now.
It's a little bit.
Bro, they didn't even get the barrels or anything. They just insta-rushed off the pick.
This will at least give them the opportunity to farm up a bit, and then try to see if they can establish their dominance elsewhere on the map.
Yo, what's going on with the... Oh, Twi took down Savage.
Pablo, Chino,
wait, Twi's team taking down Savage after all that. Does that mean the Mars Meadows... Wait, we can go back into Mars Meadows and fight for it then, can't we?
Without getting knocked off the start.
Can't we go back in and fight it then?
Trio. I mean, Denmark has made 243 FNCS finals, but they are yet...
Veno disengaged out of Lone Wolf 2. Does that mean... Because Flixie went down. Malibuca could clutch this in game 12, man.
Are in third place still, but it's going to be tough to take home the second or first.
And that top 3 position is also a little bit too close for comfort. If you're one of our 2 leading teams, you've got a little bit more of a point gap between second and third.
This is going to be crazy, man.
3rd through 7th, all of that is within striking range of each other. And there's definitely some prize pool differences.
Here we go. Frodoxy and Pablo, they're fighting for it, bro. They want their Mars Meadows loot. This is it.
Know that you've got your guaranteed
they're leaving.
They're
going to try and take the South split.
Finals, but they obviously still want to be as high up
bro,
on that
if Fred
leaderboard as
clutches
possible.
this is going to be insane. Twi's team taking the Mars Meadows Black... I mean, Volt.
Global Championship. They just want to make their way on in, right? Being so close right now. You have to put on a performance in this match. I'm trying to think even if it's possible for... No, I don't think Malibuca can boop out of the top 7, so it will still be that to qualify.
Fred's damn pickaxe. He's got the double fucking ice creams.
In general.
Clutching for an FNCS win.
Not in
so much on the line, so intense. You got these 2 fucking paddle pops.
Pablo, Fortnite, and Chino had a bit of a hiccup to start this one off. They're looking better.
Pablo, Chino, and Fortnite, the biggest
How's Malibuca looking? How's Malibuca looking? It's crazy how we also still have to focus on teams trying to clutch land. We've got Queasy trying to hold on to land, Tayson trying to get land, Thomas is out of land. Like, bro,
taking full advantage.
This game 12 is just insanity.
What was never gathered in the first place since they didn't have the time to do so because of Reason's team. Mrsavage, Queasy, and Swizzy, though, coming out of Seaport, can never count these guys out either.
Who
they
wins
are nestled into that 5th place spot.
Fred,
heading into this
Vanya,
final lobby Takata, but
Mali,
they could still
Veno,
come up with
none of the above. There you go, chat. 2 minutes. Who wins grands?
I mean, in last major, they didn't qualify to the global championship by 2 spots. They were just 2 spots away, right under Vanya, Marius, and Pixie to qualify to the global championship. Although they were looking like favorites, ended up getting contested, and now uncontested. They're in qualifying range, but you know, they're getting close to that borderline, so they still have to...
Danish players have made 243 FNCS finals appearances before today without winning. 243 FNCS finals for the Danes and no win.
Has already claimed a few, but Pixie and Marius...
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Tipsy.
But see, Vanya knows what kind of nerves start to factor in when you are this close to winning. And for Marius,
here we go. Here we go. And we're fighting another Danish team, man.
Start feeling that little bit of hesitation. You second guess.
We're fighting Tripper, man. Tripper and Fred are like best friends, dude.
Really step up to the plate, really be a huge leader. And
the driving base is too much. They don't want to fight it.
Because Fortnite, Chino, Pablo, they're also experiencing probably a similar sensation. This is something.
Oh, they're taking shots at him though. They're not friendly right now.
Narrative surrounding all 3 of these players.
Oh, this is fucking him up real bad.
It's almost worse for Fortnite, Pablo, and Chino though, because they're kind of, like you said, playing a little different.
Teaming, yeah, definitely teaming, bro. Yeah,
they don't have control of.
He's shooting the car right now to give him extra health.
Not be as comfortable. They were the ones sneaking around.
He's currently chasing him down across the map so he can like pat him on the back, you know?
A lot of the surge.
Wish him his best.
Now kind of all eyes are on them. These opponents know where they are. They don't have as many options to sneak up on them again, and it's making it a lot more difficult for them in this last match.
Savage down, yeah, it's a rough one.
So far, Southwest, likely because if they are going to have to fight, if you are going to have a team pursuing,
I'm sorry, Cal, I'm not switching off the broadcast.
You want to make sure it's as isolated as possible so you don't risk.
Hoping Savage finishes with a decent game for the points, man. But who calls land and who wins grands is a lot more important to me right now.
For Fortnite's team, but for sure an uphill battle that they're still trying to scale. Hari, Seti, Cammy inside of brutal boxcars, looking for their surge damage wherever applicable. This is still.
Nah, Mali's still going, chat. Mali got majority of the loot at Lone Wolf. He should be chilling.
Ended up for this trio. They're here to remind all of EU that they are still top dogs of the region.
Oh, Veno and Marius real close.
It's good to see them in that top 7 in qualifying range, like you mentioned. Their major finals performances haven't been looking too hot recently. But, you know, they got uncontested, and now once again, they're part of those top teams. What I'm seeing here, it was Vanya, Marius, and Pixie, and the players that were potentially looking like aggressors.
Oh, Prodoxy
was Vico and
in a rough spot here. Who's chasing us?
A team you
Bro, this truck is looking pretty weak.
Pablo and Chino now,
I don't think the truck fits in there, Fred.
Kind of just getting bullied from above.
Bro.
The truck's about to explode. They're forced to take low elevation, and now just 2 builds is all that Pablo has. They are quite literally playing this match in shambles.
Come on, Fred. This is it. We got to beat Chap. We got to beat Chap.
But Chap, he might have been a little bit overzealous here.
Wait, Chap goes in too deep.
That Fernoxy's team had set
Chap
for
gets
him.
too aggro.
He's so incredibly low on HP. Pablo needs to find the closing
nice.
shot.
Oh my God, Fred's doing it.
Into the location.
Oh my God, Fred's doing it. They have 0 builds. Literally 0 mats on Pablo.
He's got no builds. He just has to find the eliminations. He needs the siphon materials, whatever they can find.
They're all so weak. They've done damage to all 3 of them. They target the finish.
The nerves have got to be at an all-time high here at Takata. But Pablo, Fredoxy, Chino, they're still holding
Fred
it.
gets beamed.
You saw in the mini
Fred goes down.
Trio is
Fred gets beamed. No. Yanis takes him down.
This is the worst outcome.
It's the third
from
party.
This fight. They did the damage, but they weren't able to close it out. Fredoxy's been fully eliminated. Pablo Chino now
left as a duo. The good news is it looks like those third-party players have disengaged. They're happy with that 1 elimination. And now Pablo and Chino have to decide.
It might be slipping away from Fred here, man. Things are looking good for Vanya. Vanya's the only team in the top 4 who's had a normal off-spawn.
Damage.
You got to think Vanya's got the biggest advantage right now.
Here.
They haven't shown Malibuca at all,
Pablo
though.
will manage to pick up some leftover body loot. Those mats go a long way for him right now. But they definitely do not want to overexpose themselves. They're willing to wait it out. He has 2 med miss grenades. They can definitely tank a little bit of storm. All they need is for these 2 other teams to leave the area, and then they can begin recoup what they've lost. It's certainly a big blow. It's got to be something that Vanya,
time to be pick-seeing favorites.
are keeping eyes out for in that elimination feed. But Chino and Pablo, they just have to focus on their own game. They don't have time to think about anything else. And Yanis is going to be the one who actually takes out Fredoxy. Shxrk still trying to
dad now.
completely cut off Pablo and Chino from leaving.
You know Vanya's crew was looking
you get the fuck out.
on the elim feed that Fredoxy went down.
Have to be.
But the good news is, hey, Pablo, Chino are still up. They're not in a good situation at all, but hey, they're on their feet, so still possible. They're in the zone too. It's not pulling incredibly.
Yo, can we show us
far,
Malibuca, please? I just want to see Mali. Like, how are we looking?
Have to be a turnaround.
Okay, that's good too. But I feel like I want to see, because I feel like Mali could steal this one, man. He got the majority of loot at Lone Wolf.
And they
killed Flixie
going with
quick.
the flow, same as the previous matches.
But they're alive and well. They're not just alive. Like what we saw from
I guess we'll have to
Pablo.
Fredox see what happens. Oh, for fuck's sake. We got to stop this right now. Otherwise, it's going to be so bad.
Cleared out a little bit. They still have to invest so much time just refarming mats, refarming heals. Pixie, Vanya, and Marius, on the other hand, though, max material, optimal loadouts for the most part to carry them through these mid-game rotates, and wasting no time whatsoever at Foxy Floodgate.
I'm going to cam myself.
A little bit of elevation on the mountain range.
All right, stop, chat, stop. It's one of the most intense game 12s in the history of Fortnite.
One way or the other. They're going to sit around and wait, see who actually comes their way.
Thomas HD, from not qualifying to the finals to now being in that contention, the fight
Zone, it looks like it, bro.
For top 7 and a spot at the global
bro, the fact
championship.
that Savage gets Fred out of the sky and then tees them is just insane. Come on. Like, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean?
And kind of got to hope that the trios above them don't perform too well.
And you got to remember, there's still so much on the line for who makes land. Even outside of the win, this is so important all the way down to like top 10.
Panzer and Uppel took big risks. They left their former trios that had done decently in the last major to take a chance on each other and Thomas and see, is this going to be a winning trio? Are we going
Dom's
to
having the crazy closeout here, bro. Picks Dom and Damus. Might have secured land here by just having an insane day two.
They've got the potential, but to find themselves just outside of that global championship qualifying range even, it would be devastating if they can't outperform where they were last
Picks Dom
season.
and Damus, man. Look at him go.
And I love seeing Demus, Pix, and Darm here picking up eliminations. I mean, yesterday, they only made top 15 in 2 out of the 6 matches. And today, they're looking almost as consistent as Malibuca was in day 1. They've made top 6 every single game today.
Top 6, 5 games in a row.
Talk about a comeback. They weren't even very close to qualifying.
This is their second ever grand finals, by the way.
And now
This team is going to potentially qualify land in their second ever grands by clutching up day 2. Like, just built different, man. That level of composure is up and comers is crazy.
Major finals in Major 1 to now in Major 2 qualifying themselves.
Oh, here's Veno. Veno taking his fight. Flixie goes down.
Triple foot though for Vico and Veno still without Flixie. And Crime City, it's got company that they're not looking for. The iDrops team.
Oh, nice tag from Vico.
Really got to be careful here. Scroll.
Come on, come on, Vico.
A little bit too low. Vico trying to see if he can close things out. But we'll wait just a couple moments longer. Vico and Veno have yet to find their first elimination in comparison to the Danes, carrying 8 of them. But Sky.
Oh, Sky jumped on. Wait, Malibuca? It's Mali. Oh, shit. Wait a second. Wait, why is it only Malibuca?
And it's Malibuca's team of all trios.
Where the fuck's... Oh, there's Wox. There we go. Okay. I was like, where's Wox and Ping?
And what looked like a promising...
Oh, shit. Wait, Mali could go down here.
Been turned on their heads.
Oh, Mali takes down iDrop. Wait, dude, this game 12 is insane. What? Who is writing this script?
iDrop's team here, and...
Now he's Veno to fight Malibuca, and it's just
waiting to see if they can get the other two. Probably aware of the fact that the double
wait, Veno, Vico lurking. Debris and it's Veno and oh my god, Mali on a Veno. Oh shit, bro, that's gotta feel so good.
You just know that
oh my god.
Right now.
Malibuca having his 120-point lead ruined by Veno gets to game 12. Give him a little bit back. But is it enough?
And Malibuca more
Vico
than
now solo.
Just keep trying to hunt out where Vico's located.
Gotta be a smile on their face. The trio that turned their tournament upside down.
I mean, they're still like 100 points down, bro. It really was Fred versus Vanya, wasn't it?
They are the trio that is directly above them on the leaderboard as well.
Bro, Vanya's got to be loving life right now. I feel like this just has to be Vanya's win, you know?
And
Pink goes down in 9th. No land for Pink.
Find him here.
Damn.
Vico has 1 bandage. And
pop a bandage, Vico.
On fumes. Even with surviving
Fred's back in it.
That mayhem, it
how's our Surge though? Only 58 alive, bro. Surge is way less this game. We're crashing. Everyone's crashing.
Decent position. This is real tough scenes for Veno. But Vico's gonna do what he can.
Now I love to see Fordoxy, Chino, and Pablo back in game. Levin set it up perfectly, but I want to reiterate. I mean, Fordoxy wasn't even able to make the major finals last season. Not a single player on this trio has won an FNCS. Pablo Wingo.
How's Fred alive? They got the reboot, man.
Long-time competitor.
What's their Surge look like?
In the Fortnite space, alongside that kind of young talent, Chino. Fordoxy has been around for a good amount of time as well, but they haven't kind of had the respect to win.
Wait, is the team going to come down here? The team above them?
You know, they'll be on these lists.
Oh, Veno, Vico back in it.
Winners. So seeing them ahead now in this rough last game.
Are we abandoning Vico? Yeah, we're abandoning Vico. Well,
as it looks like Vico's gone down, but he's brought Flixie back into the game. So, you know, they're doing what they can to stay up.
The reboots onto Veno and Flixie, sure, but they
must just not have the gold
out in Storm. Even if
he's probably got storm sickness, or they don't have the gold, chat. Nah, I don't think it's a crash. I think it's storm sickness or gold.
By that storm sickness, I would imagine, and
it's about to be a 5 tick, and that means storm sickness would be 10 ticks. So it's just like
I was just trying to get as many.
They don't have the meds to keep him alive, so they just have to sacrifice him.
I'm not sold that they're going to be able to bring back Vico.
What happened here?
Soon, but Proxy, Chino,
47
Pablo,
above, man.
They might have all been able to make
We're wrapping around. Bro, what a game 12, man. Fred versus Vanya. Heal grenade, nice. That's huge.
Looking to prey upon anyone.
Big value in the heal grenade.
Behind, and while they will get the double revive off onto Fordoxy, just again another team that is likely going to encounter some storm
656. You've got to be kidding me.
And that could
surely
impact
Vanya
the way that they rotate
is looking healthy right now, though. He got like a normal off spawn, no con.
They will be making.
Venno goes down, Chad. Venno goes down.
That's just the start here.
645 above?
I mean, they are on a good uncongested side, but
okay, someone with a shit ton of surge just died.
They have done enough damage.
Okay.
Now they're incredibly low on spare shields. Only a couple minis for Chino.
W.
Because Fordoxy didn't even have any.
But look at the meds, though. Surely Vanya's more stacked. Tripone takes down Vidil.
They're just trying to avoid all fights. They have zero interest
Venno's team
in
down.
engagement just yet. Maybe they can turn around and spray a team that might be potentially more chopped than them.
Oh, Vanya! Vanya gets chopped.
It's going to be tough. Vanya, though.
Vanya getting dropped down.
The last thing you want to see when you are
Marius here to back him up. Oh, shit.
But Vanya just barely going to be able to
what a game 12, man.
Trio. Water sprites, every
I love this game.
Of a healing
Thank you for joining me, chat. I say it every time. This is the FNCS number 26 that we've streamed. And I still love this shit. Thank you for being here. All the followers, likes, subs, copper mouse pads. I love you guys. Thank you.
Pixie, Marius, Vanya.
Big ass game 12. We haven't even started an 8 yet, bro. This is not even halfway through the day.
But it is very difficult because the zone has pulled deep into Mass Meadows.
Nice. Fred gets the refresh on the POTA side.
An overview. Some shots back.
And we pull zone. You've got to be kidding me.
Teams that are looking to make their approach to their current building.
You know they got to be hoping for that RNG. They've set themselves up for the chance of getting a good pull. They have vision on the whole lobby. Marius and Pixie looking to see if they can claim their first
Fordoxy's got cabbages. 262 below. It was fake surge. I was hoping it wasn't fake surge, but it was.
This young
Fordoxy goes down to Skivvy.
Oh, no.
I think it's a Vanya win, bro. I think it's a Vanya win.
And FNCS as Fordoxy gets knocked down and fully eliminated.
Savage, man. Savage finishing what they started.
Needs to hit some big shots here. It's on to Savage. Also no shield to work with. It's everything for this trio right now. They cannot afford to go down, especially with the position.
Walks goes down. Malibuca goes down. It's Vanya. It's just Vanya now.
It doesn't matter what they
It's got to be a Vanya victory run.
What they need. They're 227 below the damage threshold. They can't afford to let Reason and Savage get away either. Pablo's going to pick up what Savage and Reason had started. He's trying to chase after them. He knows that Savage has been split away from Reason, but Chino has
Pablo,
fallen.
2 cabbages, no shield. He's looking up at the team on the leaderboard with him in a fucking surge base, max material. This could not be worse, man. Absolute David and Goliath moment here.
Pablo knows Height is staring down at him. He's trying to make it into the building.
Come on.
Trying to do
Be
whatever
David,
he
Pablo.
can to stay up and running. He doesn't want to see that second place position end in second, but his team might not have a choice. He's barely managing to find some leftover goods here in Mass Meadows.
Corn!
But Pablo as a solo, knowing that he has to
We're
deal
down
with
so
Vanya,
fucking bad,
Pixie,
man.
and Marius, who are just way up above in the high
Well,
ground.
Vanya, Pixie, Marius could not be in a more different position.
What's going on with both of these trios in our final lobby?
Literal polar opposites. The perfect primed up position you want to be in versus the absolute worst. Pablo.
Come on, Pablo. What do you got, son? Come on.
Sort of miracle. He got a good amount of damage, but now with the next Storm Surge tick, he has 155
coming from behind. Come on.
Behind him. It's going to have to look for the elimination. One surprise pump could be enough. He sees the fight has started. It could be an opening for him to aggress here, but he's taking his time.
On a Mass Meadow zone as well, man. If Fred's going to be so mad. If Savage doesn't get an assault rifle on that mountain, Fred could have just won FNCS. Crazy to think.
Pushes his way on into zone in desperation. He needs this elimination, but
Vanya wins it, bro. Vanya, Pixie, Marius.
They are 2 points ahead of
We
Vanya,
get a
Pixie,
Danish
and Marius,
FNCS win, though.
I mean,
Marius
the only way
carrying the
that
torch.
they don't end up retaking that spot is if they all 3 get shot down right now and even to fall damage.
Sickening feeling.
We'll wait to see the leaderboard tab, but it's got to just be a victory lap now.
Pixie, they can't lose sight of what's practically been handed to them now by the lobby. They're trying to hold down this high ground. They've got the leverage. They know they're
I'm
not
super
that
happy for
far.
Vanya, Pixie, Marius, though,
And they
man.
just need
Marius and Pixie's first FNCS win. They almost didn't make it to Grands last season. They got the last spot in last chance to then go on to come third and now win the next season is crazy. Remember land spots though? Seti, Hari, and Cammy trying to clutch up their land spot.
These low ground spots.
Remember, top 7's going to go to land, chat.
With height just bearing over the
It's not just about the win.
Look, the lead for first place is significant, but the lead for qualifying to the Global Championships is incredibly close. Pix and Darm just one spot away
Pix, Darm,
from
and
being
Davis
on
could clutch it up as well.
Threshold.
This could be a big comeback for them.
The ones directly below them, they are literally the cutoff to qualify, and they're going head to head.
Oh, Pix, Darm, and Davis need this bad.
Cannot go down so early.
Wait a
if they want
second.
to maintain their spot.
Polish on Polish violence, knocking each other out of land.
Have to focus up.
But Darm, he can't get the layer swap off. He's got Seti, Hardy, and Cammy preventing
Queasy
him
needs to
from
clutch
doing
this as
so.
well. Where's Queasy?
Seti, Cammy, they just want frontside low.
Are they still there?
They're gonna
No.
actually beat Pix, Darm, and Demas to the punch.
Cammy on the low ground. I don't see Queasy. Queasy on the backside.
But they might have the
Thomas needs this too. Upper and Panther trying to clutch it.
Out in the low ground, but things are getting messy here as Seti, Cammy, Hardy, they've managed
Thomas is trying to go for high ground.
completely unscathed into this frontside low position. They don't want to allow, they're tarping so much space. All of these builds belonging to them is going to make it so difficult for other teams to try and challenge. All the while, Pixie, Marius, and Vanya, open season from above.
3 elims for Thomas.
They're doing a great job holding
Bro,
on.
this is going to be so intense of who gets land, bro.
And Panzer, they were 9th place going into this match. They are not in qualifying range, and with their opponents being inside that threshold, they need a massive match.
Oh,
they
Thomas
need
going for it.
Royale if
Thomas
they
needs the win.
secure their spots to the global championship.
Thomas needs the
now
win.
is the time to strike. They know high
Pix
ground.
still going,
He's taking
Sue.
shots. This could be an opening for
Pix
them
still
to
going.
retake it.
So chat, so you guys know Seti needs land, Thomas needs land, Queasy needs land, Pix needs land.
Pixie, Vanya, though, they know that they're under a little bit of heavy
All of these
fire.
teams could do it with a good game here too.
Back onto the secondary high. Pixie gonna drop. Pixie wants to find
Swizzy goes down to Davis. Wait, Queasy goes down. That might be Queasy out of land. I think it might have been enough though. Top 7, it might have been enough. I think it was.
Continuously looking up, not gonna let it go for free.
Thomas needs the win though. Thomas needs the win for land.
To play the chug jug now. He's gonna wait, but Pixie, Vanya.
Oh, Pixie goes down. Tayson on the low ground. Tayson clutching up. Tayson might be doing enough, bro.
Wherever possible, but he won't be able to get the closing shot onto Seti. It might not matter.
Did Seti get knocked out? Cammy goes down. Seti might have got knocked out.
With their current positioning on the
Vanya wins it though, baby. That's FSCS win. Does Thomas clutch it?
It's all down.
Wait.
Panzer, can you qualify to the
Wait, Pix, Darm, and Davis need this
This
too.
match is crucial.
Oh my
they
God.
Need the victory royale. It was Darm, Demas, Pix. They were the
Oh,
ones
Thomas
above
with the
them
big
holding
pump.
the spot
Thomas doing what
away,
Thomas
but
does
with that
best.
Massive pump from Thomas HT.
Thomas
now
doesn't
just one
miss,
more
bro.
shot,
Thomas doesn't
needing
miss.
to connect.
10
They have
elim
done
win. Is
it.
that land?
The victory royale. The question
Is that land?
it going to be enough points? They came into this match at 9th. A lot of the trios that were directly above
I don't wanna
them
wait.
also
I don't
performed
wanna wait.
incredibly well.
I'm not waiting. Fuck it. I'm not waiting. All right, Vanya wins. We know that much. Who made land? Top 7? It's top 7. Thomas misses out. No, the Thomas HD luck, bro. Wait, it rolls down, right? Because Malibuca's there too, yeah? Wait. No, wait, it doesn't. Wait, it does. It does. Top 7. Thomas misses out by 1 place. No. Thomas misses out by 1 singular place, something that unfortunately Thomas is very used to. So LAN qual is going to be Vanya, Chino, Pix, Ping, Swizzy, Vico, Chris. But Thomas HD misses out. It's 5 spots. But of course, Vico and Malibuca already have it. So it rolls down to Tayson. Tayson clutching up LAN with an 11 kill third. Oh my God. What a finish, bro. But hey, Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, our FNCS winners.
It's a great honor to reveal
W.
your FNCS Europe Major 2 champions. It's Marius, Pixie, and Vanya.
Let's go.
Wait. Oh, no. It rolls down to
Doing
Venno,
it
chat.
for Denmark, for Ukraine, and
Chat, 2
Sweden.
spots roll down.
This is a European trio
Chat,
for
Tayson
the
qual.
ages. Vanya, the only previous champion on this team. The first LAN that we'll be seeing Marius attend. And I mean, I just have high hopes for
baby,
these
Marius
guys.
on
Seeing
LAN,
the high
let's go.
ground Time after time again.
Chat, it rolls down.
11. They really deserve this win.
This spot rolls down to Venno. He already has it, so it rolls down again. Chat, what? It's 2 in the top 7. What are we saying, chat?
Finally getting it done for Denmark.
What is 7 minus 5?
Look, Denmark
What is
been
2
one of
minus
the
7?
best
Like, chat,
regions,
one?
if not the
No?
best country
What? Wait,
in
why wouldn't
European
it? Wait.
Fortnite.
Why wouldn't it? What do you mean? Wait, am I dumb? So wait, okay, maybe I have to do the math. Maybe I'm fucking stupid. Now I'm going to question it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 is Tayson. What? What are we saying, chat? It does roll down. What are we doing? Why are you making me question simple math? What? Of course, like what?
He's always had the hype around him, Maris. He's always had that ability.
Why am I being made to question 7 minus 2?
Situations, and that's exactly what he has done today and yesterday as well. We have to mention Pixie as well.
Call.
Every single member of this trio. What a performance from each individual right there. An individual performance all smashed together into a trio to just come up with an amazing performance over 2 days. This is a team that we've spoken about. You spoke about it, Levin, as a team that are a little bit more
good ass finish though, bro. Good ass finish, man.
Understated, I guess you could say. A little bit less.
Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, man. The Danish curse is broken. It's by Marius.
They've been one of those teams
what a goat, bro.
Play out the placements, play consistent, and shown why they deserve to be in the top.
I don't think they're gonna do an interview, but I wish they would.
Brought up Pixie there because Pixie's someone in particular who, coming into this year, I almost felt very bad for him. Because he
Marius cow face. No, Marius streams with a face cam, chat. We've seen Marius' face, man.
Trios got announced after
he literally streams with a face cam.
Pixie started playing with Queasy and Veno. That was his trio, right? And I mean, what a trio it was, right? To be on the same team.
What a tourney, man. What a tourney, bro.
Like Queasy and Veno, and he deserved it. He had earned that spot. And when that trio split up and Queasy and Veno decided we don't want to play with each other, it sort of left Pixie.
Tayson has qualified land. I don't know what to tell you, chat.
He was amazing in that trio.
There's 5 spots.
Really hoping he'd find a good
Veno can't take the 5th spot, so it rolls past him.
And Marius, they did well last season, but for
all right, we'll call the Marius giveaway there, chat. Thank you for entering. Thank you.
Win next to his name. I am over the moon for him, overjoyed for him. Marius and Pixie, 2 of the best young stars we've seen in Fortnite over the past year. And to see them pick up an FNCS win is just a sign of this new era of EU competitive that we are in right now.
I want us to hold the leaderboard for a second.
Veno is 6.
I just want to remind everyone watching of the stakes.
Chat, I gotta do it. Just because there's that many people freaking out. Like, I don't know if it's actual rage bait, but let me just chat again. Like, okay, so chat, there's 5 spots, right? So there's 5 spots, okay? So let's just mark the people who get a spot, yeah? Let's do like a little tick. We'll make it like nice and like visually appealing. That team gets one. That team gets one. That team gets one. This team already has one. Then this team gets one. That team already has one. So this team gets one. There's 5 spots, okay? It rolls past Veno because, again, there's still a spot to give. Chat. Yes? That's how it works. So then we have 7 teams in LAN. Come on, chat.
The whole lobby. This has been a treat.
I'm trying to help you guys. Visual learners, I'm trying to help you.
Well, why don't we take a look and find out? The leaderboard is ready, lads.
Now we're rage baiting. Ooh, baby. Oh, Pink in 10th, man.
Wow.
It's crazy you make the same money as well. You just don't make land. That's crazy. Thomas makes the same money, but no land. No Cammy, no Thomas in land is wild.
By a devastatingly small number of points. But the consistency won out in the end.
Yo, 2,000 subs today. Thank you, chat. I'll take those all in a second.
This is unbelievable, unreal. Of course, you have to look at Chino, Pablo, and Fredoxy. Commiserations to these 3 because they have put on an absolute show for us this weekend.
Bro, Pigs, Dom, and Davis pulled off the God clutch on day 2. Oh my God. Pigs, Dom, and Damus clutching up. What were they, 12th going into today with no multiply, finishing in 3rd? Legends. The polls, bro, the polls.
But you cannot discount what they did.
We got the new Polish legends.
Not only is it like a redemption in a way, especially for sort of Pablo and Fredoxy when you look at
a little W. I'll do my prediction. It's 15th to 3rd.
To be vindicated
nice.
Of his decision, right? You know, myself and many other people were very critical of him when he decided he didn't want to play with Pink.
That means Canada has a chance.
Season.
Hey, it does.
And
it does.
He has proved every single one of us wrong because this team clicked and it worked.
Yeah, I mean, going into this weekend, they did a prediction. Fredoxy did a grand finals prediction. They predicted themselves to place between 16th and 25th. So not only
they did
took us by surprise, they took themselves by surprise.
Obviously, being uncon makes a big difference, but yeah.
But as we talked about before, making the absolute most of it. And they've been an absolute menace to the lobby as well. The ability to take these fights, have that confidence, then carry that confidence into endgame as well. The consistency was unmatched all weekend. They didn't need a load of wins to do well. They needed that consistency, and they found it so often.
Bucky in 15th as well. Coincidence? My top 10, I think, is looking pretty good. We'll do that in a second, chat. We'll do my top 10 in a second.
It's funny because before game 12, Fredoxy actually tweeted saying, no matter what, it's a one-time FNCS for Denmark, you know? So a bit of camaraderie amongst the national men, and I'm glad that they can maybe find a bit of a
Danes got their
silver lining.
win.
I don't think
That's
they would have even
insane that it
expected
wasn't
to have
Thomas.
the weekend they've had. Looking at some of these
That
other
is
teams that have
insanity.
made their way in and had great
Tom, what did we say?
performances.
Thomas has made
We
24?
have to
Was it
talk
24
about
finals?
Big Star
Thomas has made
Malibuca.
24
Look,
FNCS
of
finals,
course,
or 25.
Vanya, Marius,
He's
they won
placed
FNCS today.
top
But
4
the
in
best
12 of
team
them
on day
and top
2
10 in
has been Big
16
Star Malibuca.
or 17.
They were nowhere
No
near
win.
getting third going into today.
Crazy,
And
bro.
they
Didn't
have
get the
been
first Dane win.
scintillating every single game.
That's
and
wild.
They've secured their spot for the global championships. They've improved on their placement from
He's missed
last
2,
season,
okay,
which
2.
many people might not have even
Now
thought
it's
was gonna be a
17. Now it's
possibility
17
after
top
how well
10s.
they did last season. This team is not just the real deal. This team is now our best Polish team. This is
Yeah,
when
they
you're
are.
looking at Polish Fortnite to come and deliver in an FNCS
Genuinely,
final.
Pix, Dom, and
These
Damus
are
are the best
players
Polish
you're looking
trio.
at to do it.
Crazy.
Absolutely. They haven't placed outside of 6 today. That has been their day. That's how monumental.
As soon as they were uncon, bro, as soon as Veno stopped dropping on him, man, this team just went nuclear. So good.
And I really cannot wait to
In
see
their
what
second
these guys
ever
do on
Grands
round. I
is
can't wait
just
because
absurd
every
to
single
me.
time there's been questions asked of them, getting into their first major finals last season, placing 5th, setting that record. Whenever the lights are brightest, whenever these guys are put on that pedestal of, right, let's see what these guys can do. How can they perform? How are they going to fare? They always deliver,
Veno
it
made this
seems like,
FNCS
and
so
I can't wait
entertaining.
to see them under those bright lights at Globals.
It's really refreshing as well to see the maturity on this team already between Majors 1 and 2. Major 1, they were the team that had no fear. They were just going to frag. They were not going to respect the opposition. And now actually we've seen them decide to balance their game out a bit and actually finding that respecting their elders or the more experienced trios has really paid off for them.
What is the average age of Pix, Dom, and Damus? I know nothing about him.
How they fare in Major number 3. So let's just check out those trios who will be heading to Leon in September. These are your qualified trios. We still have a few more spots up for grabs.
That was
in
Major 1.
Major 3, but all fantastic names, mini minors.
They're all,
so
the average
far.
age is like 15, 16. Wait, what do you mean
Tyson
Tyson made it? He didn't.
Still got some spots up for grabs.
Veno didn't get top 5.
Wow.
Yeah, still so much up for grabs right here.
What?
I want to talk about Tayson as well.
Yes,
you know, the astronomical rise of that team as well. The way that they've been able to play. They switched up the drops as well, Evan, right? They switched up.
The broadcaster idiots.
One, found some success, had the confidence then to keep on going. And their day 2 has been excellent as well. Would it be a global championship? Would it be a global competition without Tayson? At least, I don't think so.
Well, look, it wasn't last year, right? And that was the big story last year was like, is that our EU GOAT? Is he finished? Is he done?
Is our EU GOAT?
You know, he went over to NA, couldn't get the job done there. Finally, he's got himself a team, you know, filled with Balkan players where things seem to have figured themselves out. Tayson will be back online. Another opportunity.
How many spots left for EU? 3. I think 3? Yeah, I think 3 next season for EU, 2 for NA.
A top 5 player at Globals last year, right? And so he now gets another chance to continue to
No,
write
4,
his name in the
4,
history
because it's
books.
11.
And
It's got to be 4.
Given an opportunity, young star from the Balkan
4.
region. Really excited to see what he can do.
2 last season, 5 this season, 4 next season.
Queasy, Mustache. Look,
NA's only 2 though.
Win that I think many of us came into this weekend thinking they would get. But they got the job done. They got the global spot. Still very excited to see what these 3 will do on the global stage because I still believe that they're going to be a big threat.
Hey, we hit my new YouTube peak viewers as well. Thank you.
And so I want to
over
see
12,000 of you guys
Queasy
watching the
with
Grands
that
on YouTube.
can
Thank
cook
you.
up
Appreciate
come
y'all.
Global's time in Leon.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, they called land. Nah, he was 1 place off, man.
Had on that global stage will absolutely pay dividends. Mustache the same as well.
So NA, you basically have to call this season. I mean, it's going to be tough, man.
Global competitions. So I'm really, really interested to see what they're going to cook up come globals. It's still a long way away, but what's most important for them is that they will be there.
Okay, guys.
Bro, what an insane Grands. Oh my God, we haven't even done NA yet.
Last year, we saw so much change. It wasn't just that duos were breaking up and reforming. It's that we literally saw some players change region. And I'm just wondering, do you have any predictions?
We have a chance to win. Yeah, of course, man.
Ahead of Major 3.
That's a good chance to win, bro.
I don't know.
I
think I want to see a team like Cami Seti. I want to see a team like Thomas. I want to see those guys really just try everything to qualify for the global championships because they need to be there as well, right? So whether that does mean moving regions, I don't think that'll be the case personally if I had to predict, but I really want to see those teams start to do well next major, because there's such a big opportunity for them, and to not have them at globals would be a big miss, big shame.
How many teams go to NA Central has 7 spots at LAN. EU has 11.
To find a winning formula, something that works. But I'm looking at some of the guys who actually have
You watch Brazil. Brazil doesn't start till NA, bro. So we're gonna watch some YouTube videos. I've still got to watch the Dignitas video about them picking their preds.
One-off great performance. It's happened with Pablo in the past, right, where he's had these big performances and couldn't quite follow it up. I want to see him do it now with Fred, Oxy, and Sheena.
Well, we have got an incredible season still.
I was waiting if we're gonna have an interview
off with the Global Championships in Lyon, but before then, we have Major 3 and we have the Fortnite Pro-Am, May 10th, Allen Center, Los Angeles. Don't forget to get your tickets and get your.
You said you broadcast 27 FNS, but there are 27 is invitational. Oh, have I done 27? Oh, because they don't count invitation. Okay, well 27. I've done 27 FNCS.
As we saw many of our trios doing today. Don't forget to stick around. In a couple of hours, we will have the North American Major 2 conclusion. Can Peterbot, Ritual, and Cold pull off the final spot, the final countdown? Can they win is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to big it up. I'm trying to do a Zeke. I'm not very good at it. That's why I'm Frankie Ward. We've had Taco and Takata as our voices of the games today. 11-2K on the expert.
How did I end up, chat?
And for me, all I can say is thank you for watching, and let's sound that horn.
That was day 1. Let's do day 2, chat. Let me just see. I want to see real quick how my preds held up in the end. So that was day 1. Day 2, we ended up with 5th. Was that? They were 4th, right? 4th. Then you Pixie Murray 1st. Pickstump Damus brought it back, bro. Oh. 3rd. Kamiseti Hari ended up getting 9th. Thomas Applepants ended up 8th. Pink Nevs and Kira ended up 10th. Blaha Comeback fully fucking let me down. 21st. My only dud prediction, bro. I dropped Sky and Scroll, dropped off a bit to 11th. And then Vico, Veno, Flixie ended in, was it 5th? 6th. Oh, exactly 6th. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm pretty fucking proud of that. I think I did pretty well. So, like, the black is what I called them, red is what they actually placed. I'm pretty proud of that. Blaha, Mix, and Comeback, my only real dud pick. The rest I did well. I'll take it, man. I'll take that. All right, so usually when the guys go live for these shorter streams, they don't really like, let's see. It's normally just like very chill. W though. Thank you for watching, chat. I really appreciate you. We're still staying live for any, by the way. Oh, EU, YouTube, I might end the VOD there to keep it nice and clean, just of like the EU games. So peace out, YouTube. If you guys want to swing by Twitch, you can. I'll be live for the next just 3 hours until NA starts. Then I'll be live again on YouTube if you guys want to watch there. So peace out, YouTube. I love y'all. Thanks for the new viewer record. That was amazing. 12,000.